energy that the MVP is coming with. And you got to say, on the flip side for New York, there has not been a response, but the overall, I mean, this is SMG. It is bonkers how good Simp and BZ have been, that they have like inflated the stats, like just to put such a massive disparity between the SMGs and ARs. They bumped the numbers up themselves, but across the board, top 10 in every single category. Most importantly, you see that number one in control, not just for Sims KD, but for everything that FaZe has done. I mean, look, you can make an argument that best hardpoint team in the game, best search and destroy team in the game, but there's a couple teams that you could say maybe Toronto for the search, for example. When it comes to control, there is no other. This is their bread and butter. This is where they have truly set themselves apart, and enough so that they can giggle, because we're going into a Garrison control. They've played against New York 3 times on this map. They've 3-0'd them twice. They've beaten them all 3 times. They have just smacked teams around on this map in 18.
Yo, what's good, bright guys? Say what now? What's good?
I mean, for Atlanta FaZe, this situation, this map, this moment does not get better than this. Especially when you got RC's clutching, Simp having the time of his life, aBeZy still providing with the first blood, and Selim, meanwhile, I mean, he might be going for the record of most headshots in a single game, and was putting in some serious work.
Well, he's the major results so far. For a quick sort of look back over the year, in Major 1, it was an explosive start. Major 2, of course, the rise of Toronto. 3 and 4, you know what happened there. Major 5, though, that's 7th place for both teams. Atlanta certainly looking to get the job done this week.
And keep in mind, right, for that Major 3, you saw the first place for Atlanta, the second place for New York. It was FaZe that took them down. It's been mentioned a few times, right? The winning record with this roster that New York has against FaZe, that one loss just happened to be when it matters the most in the finals. And well, not a lot matters more than here at Champs in the winner's bracket, where I don't know if you've seen the rest of the bracket, Miles, and obviously a devastating place to be. Not fun for any team at this point when you got guys like the likes of Toronto and Optic down in the mix with Rocker waiting in the wings. You got to stay on top in this tournament. It is not a fun place to have to make a run in just, again, 18 and 4. That is almost painful to look at if you're a New York fan.
Yeah, we've joked about it for a couple of majors now, where you look at the series and you see that middle game mode, you see control. It's almost a freebie for Atlanta FaZe. You almost put them up by default 1-0 in the series because they are so dominant at the game mode. For now, for the New York subliners, you have to do the unthinkable. You have to ascend, transcend even. Got to be better than you've ever been before, just to push this series to a map number 4. But here we go. Garrison control. It's first to 3. Let's get it.
Already, you just got aBeZy. 0 time wasted, goes through the underground portion of the map, and just like that, out like a ghost in the night, he's back towards his teammates. And already, if you're New York, you got to sit here and look around for aBeZy, worried about a big in your spawn, but there he is for his second kill. You get Simp up.
These boys going crazy.
This is why they are so good on Garrison control.
Stream, guys.
They get that map control right from the get-go. They can play at whatever pace they need to, but aBeZy does get caught. Selim, the next player in line.
Cell playing it slow, playing it steady, keeping it all together. The clock keeps ticking away, and it's Atlanta FaZe who want that to run down to 0. 40 remaining now. Cell still holding the middle of the map. There are players everywhere as the New York subliners swarm forwards, looking to get a player onto B. Stop the clock, 33 seconds. The capture begins.
And Clayster, off respawn, goes on a 5 spree. So you talk about a man that really, honestly, at this point, needs to step up for his team. It's got to be Clayster, right? The veteran, to try to get some momentum going. But while he's on a 5, he gets caught. No streaks, no love, and now no more map control. Simp does get taken down, but aBeZy right there with him for the trades. Communication and coordination, if you have that from FaZe, they look simply unstoppable. And right now, 16 seconds left on the clock. New York, this is the desperation effort. Get to this point, get the trophies down, and just try to stay alive.
Yep, try to stay alive, contest in. Max got to win these fights. Have to watch the player in the vents as well. That's on Hydra. Wins the fight. Asim wins one on the front. Matt gets his as well. The contest continues, and Selim, in and out he goes, finding one. Trying to keep the play alive. 13.5 on the clock. Second segment in progress, and we're looking at capturing B.
I mean, hell, 13 seconds left on the clock, but now they find a way. It seems broken out over towards 8. You're going to be able to capture B, and now just look at the life lead. 6 that they have in the advantage. They got the response they wanted. Asim does get taken down, but even Hydra, the next SMG, to be annoying, he drags at least one down with them. And right now, it is about the TDM for New York. Only 8 lives remain. That is 2 waves of kills. Every single death for FaZe can be dire.
Team deathmatch now, friends. We're just going to slay them out. 7 left of Atlanta. 11 lives left now for the subliners. Better make it 10 as Arstes gets his first kill of the round. 45 seconds remaining. You should see it come down to kills, but those kills are getting closer and closer. 7 to 9 now. Right there, smack bang in the center of the screen. Watch those numbers dwindle. The BZ, Hydra, they go toe-to-toe once again. Out we go! Arstes, he eats the pair alive. And now it's 6-6.
7-life lead just disappears before your eyes. Now that time just draining away from the clock. Only 24 seconds. Now you've lost map control. You've lost power positions. And Clay looking for a couple pop shots, but Arstes with a gun like this, he hunts him down and drops him. The life lead falls apart before our eyes. And even the flanks coming through. You got battles and breaks, everything. Arstes, you talk about Clayster off spawn. He goes on a 5. Arstes does the exact same thing. Slow start from him, goes on a 6 spree and completely shuts it down.
Man, he is not playing around today. Arstes came to eviscerate players. He's going to end careers at this tournament. He is on one right now. You play that best play, and that's all good and well, but so far, I mean, 6 and 7 for Arstes, 7 and 5 there from Sim. I mean, it's just been non-stop action so far. Atlanta FaZe pull away that first round.
And again, that is a 6-life lead. I think FaZe had 8 left on the clock with 1 minute and 13 seconds, and then every single kill at that point, Atlanta just collecting them. Nice round on defense. Admittedly, as Garrison, that is the way it goes. Atlanta now back on the attack, looking to see what happens off the opening break. Standard stuff so far. Just waiting to find some of these kills as Simp. Well, he reads the situation, gets the call out, goes hunting, finds at least one, but the trades are there. You got the Tiny Terrors working together so well today on Friday.
Certainly Friday, and they're looking this dangerous. Arstes once again picking up 2s all over the place. Quick contest there. Oh, Celium cut down by those 2 attacking players there from the New York subliners, looking to take control of mid-map. No easy feat right now as, again, the pressure from Simp in mid. Hydra's now going to try to go toe-to-toe with the regular season MVP. Lands it, gets another. Cell from the top rope finally puts him down.
And a BZ, by the way, by himself. That's a 5 spree for him. It can't make it 6. Clay shuts him down just by a bullet. But even still, you're going to the harder zone. You're Duarte and Celium. With the ego that he has, he's looking for some more kills. It is going to be the harder point captured first, unless the team can find his way out. The sides are in, but that is a kill funnel. A secured, and now you get 2 minutes, the sweet spot to capture B. This is the best case scenario. This is FaZe at their very best.
FaZe with the switch up. A zone being the harder point to capture here on the map. Over to B now. They've got themselves a lot of map control. Celium 10 and 8, currently on a 2 spree. Looking to cut those players out from spawn. What could Mac find? Currently just information. Now he's going to find an early grave. Tough scenes right now as the players from the subliners start to drop, and on to B we go. 1 minute 31 on the clock, an ample life count to work with, a 21 to 15.
Maybe a couple more fall. New York looking for any sort of stabilization. They got to find these kills, and hey, there's a big 2 from Mac. An unfortunate team kill, but at least you've cleared out the area of Easy. Trying to make the hero play, and hey, he's going to find it. Explosives the whole way around. You still have players from New York in the middle of the map, but again, it's just about the time. 1 minute and 15 is so much to work with to capture B. FaZe pouring the pressure on.
Still maintaining that pressure. Subliners need to now buy some space. Get some air back in the lungs because they are being winded by the constant pressure. The onslaught now from Atlanta FaZe. 16 to 11 in the life count. FaZe leading this one. Arstes pushing it forward. Sim, sweet Jesus, what are these kills? Forward they go, kill after kill, slides, shot punch, you name it, headshots. They're doing it all. 2 spree right now for Arstes, and he's capturing B all alone.
Oh, he's just stopping the clock, right? You could honestly just start winning this on lives. There's another 3 in the feed, Mac. Last man standing, and there he goes. Arstes drops him, takes him down. B point secured, and the control game still perfection coming out of Atlanta. How bad of a situation it has got to be down 0-2 in this series. And this is the moment, by the way, of BZ one-shot. He's making the best play, opening up the A point. And it takes plays like that to make it happen. He got 2 more even before that best play started. Running the show They simply, at this point, can do whatever they want. FaZe can do no wrong. And they are just completely setting themselves up for the hot 3-0. You talk about a response from your Major 5 performance. Well, you asked, they deliver.
17-9 for Abizi, 12-9 for Sim at this point in time. It seems to be a kill race between the two of them. One final round is all they need. Defending will be Atlanta FaZe. And as I said about the New York Subliners, they need to literally transcend themselves. The best performance they've had in the game mode. They need it now. There's the defense from FaZe. Man alive, it is just so strong. New York starting to fall apart at the seams. You saw the discourse there, you know, in between rounds. It is not an easy scene to be in, and the Subliners are really getting strangled so far.
I don't even know where you go. This is what RCs love to do. Give them a power position, let them hang out. You got Selim coming to the other side of the map. It is tough just to work yourself out of this spawn to the point where Selim with the AR is going on flanks. You're getting flanked and shot in the back by him. It is just dire. At least he gets taken down, but look at the map control. It's taken all of this. There's 30 seconds left on the clock just to get to that 50-yard line. You get top green control, but I'm just looking at that time ticking down, 25 seconds. You got to make something happen. You got to pull off something magical.
Oh, you got to go, man. And RC's just walking forward, trying to find these kills. At this point in time, confidence supreme for Atlanta FaZe. Still looking to stop that first segment. Here comes the contest. Sim sliding in and out. First segment gone. Sim holding the line. Can Mac find the kill? The answer will be hell no. Sim flies forward, gets it. Teamwork once again from FaZe prevailing. And chance there is 20 seconds, and this is a 3-0.
Last ditch effort, get a body on the point, trying to make something happen. Someone right now was on a 5 spree, but I think he got taken down immediately. Hydra's gonna fall as well, like dominoes, dropping one by one by one.
Yo, Dax,
and where's the teamwork, the coordination? They can't buy a trade with the money in their pockets. And FaZe, again, they can do whatever
FaZe
they
is
want.
demolished. I'm grabbing a drink real quick, chat, and I'll be back, and I'll cut my camera on.
The hot 3-0 is in. Atlanta FaZe, a lot of teams might have been hoping that they wouldn't show up, but they have shown up in the best way possible. An incredibly quick series. And right from the jump, man, Sim shooting bodies as fast as he was. They had their foot on the gas, driving 60 the whole way through.
Things certainly starting to heat up here in the Galen Center as FaZe display the usual dominance we'd expect from them. They start their run here at Champs the same way they started their look on this game here in Cold War. Absolutely disgusting. 3-0 over the New York Subliners. And those stats, they are not going to be pretty. 23-12 for Abizi. Sim slowed down quite a little bit there, man, at 14-30, but nonetheless, what a performance from Atlanta FaZe.
I mean, just a showcase, right? Even with the game plan, you knew New York was going to pick Miami. The amount of prep work they probably did to get ready to go on that map in FaZe, it took them, what, maybe 4 rounds to analyze the situation and just started dominating. After that, you got the clutches when you need, you got the dominating performances when you need, and again, that is a scary team to watch 3-0. That is a wake-up call again for anyone that thought they would struggle after Major 5. There's your answer.
They didn't struggle one bit. Now it's time to hear from the Warlord himself. Arcetes is on stage with Jess. Jess, what a monster performance he had. What's he got to say?
Thank you so much, Miles. Yes, that's right. We are on stage with Arcetes for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. What a performance your team had. What a performance you had. Can you tell us what you were thinking when you took down ASIM in that 1v1 during that S&D?
I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to do it anyways. He got shit on, so I don't know.
You'll get in trouble, I won't. So you guys struggled a little bit during Major 5. What did you learn about yourselves?
That everyone has weaknesses. We got exposed that Major, and I'm mad that was my brother that did it, but screw it. I don't know. That's how we're supposed to look, and that's how we are looking right now, so hopefully we can keep it.
Well, at the beginning of the day, you know, we named Simp MVP, and we asked him if you guys are going to take home the title. He did not hesitate to say yes. What do you think?
I mean, I got 3 MVPs right next to me, so hopefully.
All right, well, thank you so much. Once again, let's give a round of applause for Arcetes and your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Back on over to the casters.
Arcetes truly a class act in and out of game, and look, he ain't wrong. That was how that round went. I mean, we'll see that in just a few moments. But Chance, all the haters, all the doubt, anyone who questioned Atlanta FaZe coming into this tournament, I'm pretty sure you got your answer there.
I mean, I don't even know how many haters there were, to be completely honest with you. That is almost the expectation from these guys at this point. To be able to put performances together like that, and RCD is a major factor to the success of this team. Again, that's what he's there for, right? The leadership. When you need the clutches, he can deliver. RCD is a machine on the map.
Scott, play the game. It is, of course, going to be that infamous round that RC's won there, that 1v1 against a seemingly unclutchable situation to be in. Chance gets it done. And
again, it's really just about the time that he's going to end up with on the clock, right? You had that ring around the rosy game, but by the time he gets the information on the scene, well, he's going to be over towards the best heady in the game. You got to clear out Dox, and he's only got 12 seconds left when he gets the information, and he knows, what am I going to do? Try to plant the bomb, play it scared? No, he sprints at him with the 7-4-U. And well, he said it better than I could, but he just guns him.
Yeah.
And again, that is the momentum swing. He carried that to the next round, and that is the momentum shift in that game that they made the best use of. They never slowed down.
A disgusting display as Atlanta FaZe 3-0 the Subliners. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more
This venue looks so different than the one I went to in Dallas or Arlington.
Out of the dust, a legend is born for the game, born for the throne, up from the ground, and out of the gates. I am the storm, I am the thunder, I am the eye of the hurricane.
We're already getting copyrighted. I let that song play. Dang, it's great. Bro, it's like we didn't learn from the last episode, man. It's all right. We're gonna be okay. How you doing though, Ivan? Insanus, or is it Insanus? What's good? What's good? Right, yeah. Who do you want to win? Optic, as always. But yeah, they're gonna have to step it up. We'll see what they can do today. That's why I wanted to make sure we were on before Optic game. Good right now, easy. Yeah, easy 3-0. Big chillin'. Taylor's actually at the event, so it's just gonna be us today chilling. I have some friends coming in Discord later, and they'll probably come and we'll be talking. What's my favorite finisher? I think the suplex. Suplex. There's the FaZe, the Adaze. That's a Minotaur one. That's a Modern Warfare one. Then my suplex would be for Cold War, and then I like the teabag version, but it's only in Cold War. If they make a teabag version, I'd rock that too. Yo, Miara, what's good, girl?
Hello and welcome back. Maven, Merc, and Nameless here to break down the match
we
just watched. It was a quick one. I've got some questions for you, and I want to hear your opinion. Well,
waiting for Optic? Oh yeah, we about to.
Do you feel like with
about to go crazy during the Optic match?
FaZe, the fact they lost like what 3 out of 4 coming into this?
Did I select?
Were they a bit underrated kind of coming into this weekend for some?
I mean, yeah, right? But for kind of a good reason, they did not have a good month of July, and then right there, it just proves like they can just turn it around in a matter of seconds, right? Like they had a week to go, and they look like a brand new team. They dominated that series, all above a 1.1, just flying the entire time.
And Joe, maybe not for you, but like you didn't get that vibe at all, like.
I think people were just hoping.
I think
that was about it, right? I mean, I think they're just hoping that they stayed that week, but I mean, that is just a statement, right? A 3-0 right out of the gates. They haven't even played a match, so to play that well, I mean, just against a very solid NYSL team right from the get-go. That was, hey, we're still here.
Yeah, it was like Empire Rocker. Like, it was just dominant. There was no question who the better team was throughout the course of that. Now, and we're going to go through some of the plays, some of the big moments from, I think we're going to talk about the search and destroy a little bit. And
Yeah,
what stood out
suplex
for
when it
you,
came out
but
using my
FaZe
code. I
looked good.
appreciate you.
Yeah, they did look good in Search and Destroy, and that's one thing that, you know, we're looking at them
I'm
throughout this
super
tournament. They're
excited
going
for
to have
this
to be
Optic
on
match.
point with us. There's some opponents that have given them trouble in Search and Destroy in the past, but yeah, I mean, during this round, you see they do that. They try to get a blind push here over towards B. Doesn't work out, but they're not afraid. So
Oh, yeah,
they decide to
Rocker
push
got
through.
that.
And it's always Sip and Abizi who are together. And Celium and Arcees, they just do a fantastic job of slowing down the push. Celium's able to pick up a kill on Mac.
Well,
and this is what FaZe does that's so great. Every time they figure out where the team's pushing, they're able to trap them, get those kills. that they
Rocker's
need
gonna
on
be
the one-on-one
playing
gunfights because they're
FaZe, so
extremely
they
talented,
Rocker
and it
not.
goes in their favor.
Well, before we
Rocker
talk
not
about maybe
sending-
NYSL a little bit, Joe, for you, what was the
We
most
gonna see.
impressive thing you saw at a FaZe?
I think that Search and Destroy, even just a round like that, it's their ability to stay alive. And I mean, you look at Raid Hardpoint,
Oh, no,
maybe,
no.
we still had map 4 Garrison,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
probably
they are
their
playing
go-to.
you.
So the fact that they're winning teams
Yeah,
Hardpoint
Rocker
picks,
got
I think,
that.
is
Rocker
huge
got
for
that.
them.
Rocker got
That's where
that.
they wanted to show a lot of that improvement. But in the S&D, that's where they know they can be the best team in the world.
Well, and I mean, over that little slide they had at the last major, I mean, when you think about it, that's really the only time they were vulnerable. Outside of that, they looked like the best team in the league throughout the course of it. I know it's one match, but they seem to be fixing some of the mistakes you saw over the course of that stretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's
It was
go.
hard
Oh, they got
for me
the
is what I was
flag right
looking
there.
at
What they
going
about to
into
do?
this one. How
Oh,
good
look
were
at
they gonna be in
Taylor.
that mode?
You guys see
And,
Taylor?
You know,
I
New
just saw
York's a
her.
team that's given them a lot of problems in hardpoint in the past, and I know that this isn't that New York that was on that stride, but still, they made good work of them on that map, and Sip, especially the MVP, coming in, showing us that type of performance. You got to expect them to continue it throughout.
Well, now, Joe, I want to talk a little bit about NYSL. You know, you get a big win yesterday. It's a hyped-up one. I saw Clay afterwards, and he was like,
I think that'd be finishing in
Yeah, it's
Vanguard.
just told you it's
I
gonna
hope
happen.
so.
Yeah, like, told
I mean,
you.
at this
Exactly.
point,
Like, they
I
get
think
that
every
win, but
Call of
then you
Duty
come to
going
get
forward
smoked.
should have them.
What can you learn from that?
And
mean,
I
you just have
hope
to
they
think
keep
about
getting
it. You
better.
play a match later on against Minnesota Rockers.
Taylor.
That is the goal now. Try to prep for that. Hopefully this goes 5 games so you can get a little bit of extra VOD reviewing if you're the coaching staff. But it's just, you know what? We got smoked by Atlanta FaZe. Everyone in the league can say that at some point. It is what it is. We're still in the tournament. That's the goal.
Y'all
Okay,
saw
well,
that.
before we start to talk about our
I
next
was
match,
in her picture of
and
that.
quickly, I want to talk about the winners bracket final. It's now set up for FaZe and Empire. Inaugural season of the CDL last year. What was our winners bracket final?
It was FaZe and Empire, and Empire knocked FaZe down to losers bracket in a 3-2 win, and FaZe came back, played them in the finals, and what happened? Empire dominated them. Is history repeating itself? I don't know, but it's set up for that.
It's pretty cool though, right, Joe? It's like all the team changes from 5v5 to 4v4, but here we are.
No, I think it just, you got to give credit to the organizations. Obviously, all the talent on Atlanta FaZe, they kind of built their dynasty team, right? They knew what they were doing, getting RCs on the roster, just making sure they had their pivotal pieces. But on the Empire side, the year they had to be back in that position, I think Stroh said if they win that one, they'll be in 6 of 9 World Championship finals.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I saw that Hastar tweet. I
Yeah.
was like, that is a very impressive stat
Yes,
line.
it is.
We're in one of those.
Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah, it
true.
didn't
You
last
made that
very
crazy run. I don't know how you did
got
it, but you
smoked in
did it.
finals, though.
You were so good in search that weekend.
Yep, I was.
You were fried.
It was good times. You know, I miss those days. I would
Now
get
we're on the
smoked
desk.
by these guys, though.
Yeah, right. All right, well, let's start to talk forward a little bit. We're going to begin to discuss Optic versus Ultra. Now, before we get into it, the main
Wish I
thing
could go,
do
but I'm
wanna
broke.
look at,
Honestly,
Stump was
I
in an
wish I
interview
could have been
yesterday.
there,
He was
but
asked who he'd rather face.
we're
Let's take a
here.
look.
We're here with you guys.
So tomorrow you're going to face the loser of Ultra versus Empire.
Dang, you got
Is
beef
there a
with
team
us,
that you
see?
think that you match up better against?
I mean, probably
Ah,
Empire,
Jess.
because Ultra has our number. But
What? Hey, y'all not gonna fix the audio?
We didn't need the latter part of that. You got the point in the beginning. Would rather face Empire because Ultra, Ant, talk to me about that matchup. It has been a very tough one for them.
It's a nightmare. I wrote down some numbers here. I mean, Ultra's 4-0 against them with Insight, 5-1 in S&D against them, 3-1 in Control, and then even in the hardpoint, it's split at 4-4. So Optic has not been able to do much against Ultra whatsoever throughout the season.
I think that's a big thing. When you talk about those stats, 4-4 in hardpoint, that has to be better for Optic if they want to move on. And then 3-1.
What
in
did he
control,
say?
I
don't
think I saw the maps.
know.
I think you're going to have that raid control. That's where they've been, so good throughout the year. And that's great. That's great for them. But the hard
Now we got a
point here
little
has to
echo
be better.
going
'Cause
on.
Search and Destroy with what we saw yesterday, it's
Oh,
tough
nah,
to
she's
believe
gonna
if
want
it goes
this one.
5 that they'll do it.
Do you think it helps,
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
Optic at all, that Ultra are coming off a recent loss, like a tough Game 5 battle, Ant?
Well, yeah. I mean, one, Ultra's coming off of a loss. Not only that, I mean, what we saw at the very last major was not great for Ultra as well. And then Ultra and Hardpoint not looking good. And that is where Optic can be very good going into this
Audio.
one. So I think Optic.
I don't know what happened.
You know, obviously, they've had some series where they could have beat Ultra. At the very end, Game 5, Round 11, I always go back to it because they had the opportunity to win it there, so it's possible.
Okay, well, Joe, if you had to pick
Yo,
one player on Optic, I know it is a group
hi,
effort,
D, what's
but
good? Welcome to the stream.
who has got to step it up in this particular matchup?
Envoy for me. I don't think you saw the best Envoy
Yo,
yesterday.
chat, y'all
I
think
believe
Optic
that
pulls
the
it off?
Submachine Guns of Toronto Ultra are struggling.
I got
we
faith.
just saw it earlier.
You can't have nothing but faith on day 2,
Scump, right?
but I got
He's got to
faith.
keep that level up, but that duo.
Are you
can
going
take
for
over this
Dallas?
series. I'm looking at the subs.
Wow.
All right, let's get to the picks.
Wow, we got beef now.
We know Ultra
chat.
dominated it. This matchup they have crushed, but Optic or Ultra, who you picking?
I didn't like what I saw at Ultra earlier today, especially in the hardpoint. I am going to go with Optic 3-1. I
Let's
think that,
go.
it's just been too many times they've lost by now. They're going to end up winning this one. They look good.
Finally, he said
You just
something
want
I
the
agree
crowd
with.
to
He usually
cheer for
says
you,
like
didn't you?
No, I seriously.
the point that I don't agree with.
Ultra has looked weak.
It's just it's hard to pick them with how this has gone. Joe, for you.
Well, I went Optic 3-2. I just think sooner or later it has to happen. 4 matches in a row. They have to learn from every single one, correct? So there's a little bit that you can learn from. The big thing for me is communication and search and destroy. How quick are they to react off one another? Yesterday, too many mistakes. Make sure they are together.
The
And
thing that
don't
sucks
allow
about
those
being a
mistakes to
fan
come
is
through.
that we tend
It's
to-
got to happen, right? I mean, just
Yo,
that's,
how's the
sooner
game
or
going,
later, it's
Lurk?
got to
Are you
happen.
whooping
It's
ass?
got to, and
I
it's
mean,
always been said in
Cheeks.
sports, esports, it's tough to beat a team and
Man.
dominate them all year. That is what Ultra has done to this point, is
Yeah,
now
like
when
it.
Optic is going to break through. But that's going to do it for us on the desk. We've got a big matchup coming. We've got Ultra, we've got Optic, Lando and Study to take you through the action.
We
We'll be
won.
back
Oh my
after this quick break.
goodness. My man out here playing pros. Okay.
You know, I'm legendary. You know, let's go. Out of the
2
dust.
whole minutes. Hey, well, since we get we got a little time. This music gets me hype low key. Listen, guys. So before the games today, I got a special prize. I said in my tweet that I was gonna be unboxing it. Let me try to put that in there. Y'all see it's a little present from Scuff. So I actually want to go open this before the game because I kind of feel like I know exactly what it is, and I'm ready to play with it because my controller's broke. Yes, sir. We got the big Optic Scuff. Okay. Oh, you can't even because my green screen. I'm dead. Y'all get it's green in all the places you can't see. I'm so dead. We're gonna have to cut. Can I turn my green screen off, bro? Ain't no way. Properties. You growing for Chicago? Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can't turn it off. All right. So, oh yeah, you guys didn't know that was a green screen, but yo, shout out to Scuff. We got the brand new Optic Chicago Scuff. Ooh, a little low on the left, high on the right. The 4 paddles on the back. You see it? Now, I just gotta get a code so y'all can use my code there. But since you guys can't use code ShawnJ at Scuff, use code Carnage at checkout if you guys get a Scuff controller. I'm excited to play Warzone. We're gonna go be live on Warzone after this, by the way. So make sure you guys come over to the the Twitch stream. We're gonna be playing some Warzone, warming up. We got some tourneys coming up. I'm excited.
Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game. Born for the throne.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
You think he's done now? You think he's gonna stop here? You think you can stop a breathing? Oh my God!
Let's go.
You have to get through Skies! His name is Caesar Skies Bueno, and he chose to invest in his game.
I'm legendary.
Kleenex says he's straight up the best player in the world. Why has no one killed him?
To be remembered is not enough. Because anything less than legendary is failure.
This video is fire. Who edited this?
For accuracy, and he wins it. Are you kidding?
They didn't have to make a cinematic with that. Wow. Wow. That play literally haunts me. It hurt me so bad when that happened.
I was born ready. I'm legendary.
I remember finding you through the numbers office of VO4. Yes, sir.
CDL playoffs. It is day
That's where
number
a
2,
lot of
and
people
it's
found me.
time for our elimination match here at the Galen Center. It has been
I
so
appreciate you
amazing
still
to be
coming
with
by
you
after all
and
these
we
years.
cannot wait to guide you through our next match. It's Lando, it's Study, and boy, do we have an excellent matchup
Showtime.
ready for you.
Quality
Stun,
looking like.
it's Optic, it's Ultra. We've been here before. The desk just broke it down. We've seen this match so many times previously. How do you expect this one to go?
I don't know, man. So far, Toronto, they've had their number the entire year, man. Ever since picking up Insight, they're 4-0. They win a majority of the series 3-2. Well, at least they
Brick
split.
by
3-2
brick.
and
Let's
twice.
get it.
Right,
Green
and
wall,
then
baby.
3-1 in the other two. But I just feel like if Optic want to have a chance at winning this tournament, this is a hurdle. That
They gotta
have to
win.
get
We
over.
got the
This has
optic
been
stuff. They're gonna
the
win.
hurdle,
But I'm gonna
the
go
one
win in
player they have
Warzone
yet to
because it's gonna have all
overcome.
this
We
good
talk,
luck on
so
it.
often about how this Optic team, they have potential to win majors. Well, this has been the team that has been in front of them every single time. Well, you've heard a little bit from us. Now it's time to send it to the stage. It is Golden Boy to introduce us to our teams.
All right, everyone, it's elimination match time. Ho, ho, ho. And we got ourselves a great matchup lined up for you guys. But you know what, folks? I don't want to waste any time. You know how I roll. So let's go ahead and bring out your first team representing the Windy City. It's Optic Chicago.
Hey.
Bristol Mighty keeps it going. Looking fantastic. Envoy's lane. Gone from up high, the king.
Wait, let go, bro. There's no way.
Really starting to run that score, Robin. Ladies and gentlemen, Optic game in a back. Chicago are a force to be reckoned with.
And welcome back to the stage, Optic Chicago! It's last chance saloon for Optic.
These boys be chilling and they
Baby
ultimate cover mode, bro.
Optic Chicago with Toronto Ultra. This team has a lot on their shoulders, but they have
this crowd better than yesterday. Yeah, apparently. I guess yesterday the tickets were different than today, so there was a weekend pass and there was like a separate thing you had to pay for yesterday. So a lot more people there today. A lot of the homies are there today.
Let's not forget about Envoy and Dashi. They're looking to bring it here today against a squad that has been a thorn in their side all season long. But now it's time to bring out their opponents. We saw them fall just a little while ago. Can they bring it back? It's, of course, the Toronto Ultra.
These days, I don't put my trust in no one but the teammates. Boogle, no taking no recess, no beat chase, the THC till we make it proper. Give me this to be the best of feet.
10 seconds left, nades are up and about. Back is the kill. He's able to play his life. So dash from Toronto all 5 in a row.
guys think we make it 12?
Inside now to save the day. There it is. The trap still set. But they can't get out right now. They go to the other side. Inside there when he's
To beat the best and feed the rest. Just need a little bit of knowledge.
You like that intro? I like rockers. I'm ready to watch rockers intro again. Have y'all seen it? It's literally the most fire out of everybody's.
Ultra receiving a hero's welcome from this very, very lopsided Optic fan base here, but the Ultra have looked clean against this squad, and despite the loss, despite some of the setbacks, I think it's safe to say that the Toronto Ultra are poised.
He said, "Now let's see." Oh, Rocker plays after this, so you'll see it after this.
4 out of 5 majors. This is the squad not to be reckoned with. But
The crowd funny. They're probably gonna start chanting.
Kleenex and Insight.
Yo, Alessandro, let's go to stream
here today. But now it's time to start your third match of the day. You got Optic, you got Ultra. Let's get it on and send it over to your casters, Lando and Study.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. A wonderful introduction and a great storyline now set up for this match that now sits before us.
We are getting ready to watch Optic
game.
and Ultra play. I am
does advance in the elimination bracket to at least see.
You love my YouTube? I love you for watching.
Oh boy, we got to talk about what it takes to get this job done, and we're taking a look at our game fuel keys to victory.
Yeah, those of you guys that like, well, you guys don't really watch YouTube videos anymore. If you ever want to tune into the streams, I'm usually live over on my Twitch.
6-1, and this is something that Chicago, so far throughout playoffs, this is their struggling point. They have to get better at search and destroy, and then also the tissue has been, he needs to be an issue. Kleenex in that series versus Dallas didn't really have a hot one. 0.65, -30. With the kill department, it's just not acceptable. You need him to step up, especially as that main aggressive SMG.
Optic,
and then Hardpoint is where Ultra can really rain on Optic's parade. They're 4-6 versus Chicago.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on all my socials, that's literally everything that I have. There's a link to it right there. Favorite player on Optic? I mean, the king himself. Who else?
Really begin to rebound.
Papa Scumpy. He's literally my dad.
Game 5, round 11 loss that they suffered to the Empire. We'll
There's only one answer.
Look to try to change things up coming into this match, but now
formal
our game
cool, but
keys to victory here for
Scumpy,
Optic
my
Chicago
guy.
and playoffs this year. 0-3 search and destroy record up to this point. The only
Yo,
way
Dominator, what's good? What's
that
stream?
mode is using more teamwork. You heard
Yo,
Joe
chat. So we got,
well,
we got 2 people going for Optic right now.
Also,
I think one person said Toronto.
To be the man
you guys gotta let me know who
who
you guys are cheering for in the chat.
If you didn't already previously have it, a 1.28 yesterday, and we look at him oftentimes to be the player for this roster, and so far here at playoffs, he has been so dominant. A 1.28 KD stud. It feels like we've kind of wound back the clock a little bit.
Look at him.
Yeah, man, like the guy's just
He's
Mr.
locked.
Consistent,
Got the
especially
Oakleys
skunk
on.
champs. Like, this is what he lives for. The guy's trying to go out there and get his second ring. He's the king for a reason. So far, he's leading the troops in the right direction.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now our maps and modes for this series: Checkmate, Hardpoint, Moscow S&D.
Green wall, baby. That's what I'm talking about, chat.
If it comes down to it, all the way to a game 5, it would be an express search and destroy. We circle that one. We put some hearts around it. We hope that we can get there. Also, map vetoes listed below. So then we take a look at this first map, Checkmate, Hardpoint. We've seen this one, a fair amount of times between these two.
Yeah, we definitely have. I'm pretty sure every single series that they've played has had a Checkmate Hardpoint in it. So this is going to be a big point because at least in the opening hardpoints, this is where Optic see a lot of shine. They are 4-1 versus the Toronto Ultra team. They're usually getting off to a good start, but if they do not bounce back in that search and destroy, that's when you let Ultra back into this series.
Yeah, that's a great call. It's been Optic, playing well off the start, which is what you want to see them do, but it's about that consistency, getting into the search and destroys, getting into the controls. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
I didn't know you
Elimination
like
Match.
skunk.
Let's make some noise.
Of course.
There
I
we
latched
go.
on to him literally as soon as I got in the COD community.
All of us incredibly interested to see who will
I was
progress
like watching
and who is headed home in
trying to
top
study.
6. As you mentioned, elimination game.
For my
we start things off.
Yeah, man.
On Checkmate Hardpoint, as you mentioned.
I wasn't
pretty
too
much a
pleased
classic
with him
match
yesterday.
between
I
these
need
two.
him
Battled
and
numerous
Skunk have to
times,
be
and
on
actually the first
point.
time
Like,
they faced off, which it was in the very, very beginning of the year. It was Optic who started
I mean,
off
Envoy
like
too.
207. A much different
That should be
story
doing his
now, all
thing,
these
but-
months later. But you hear
the crowd
already in Chicago's favor. One of the keys to victory, mentioning how do they feed off of that energy. And we're about to find out toward the top lane.
We need
go,
Kleenex to, like,
not the
play
best way to
bad.
start off a team kill.
Definitely not the best way to start off, so that's going to be an early
Kleenex
three,
and-
make it
and
4-.
Cammy
Now
need to,
players
like, have a
from Optic
bad
already
game.
spawning all the way at P5. It's all going to be on Envoy. Try to make a play happen. He's able to find one, taking his time, and unfortunately, he's going to lose that gunfight. So right off the rip, Ultra able to get into this P1 hardpoint and immediately
love
flip
this
these
map.
spawns. This is not the best case scenario right now for Optic.
Yeah, that is not the best case. That is the worst
I like,
case scenario to possibly
Garrison.
be in if you are an Optic fan.
This
considering, hey,
plane
we got
doesn't
preferred
make me
spawns.
happy.
We're trying to fight, contest for P1, and it's been exactly the opposite. Spawns flip now at the hands of Ultra. 29 uncontested points so far for the boys in purple. But now the race begins. 10 seconds left.
The last time we played, Kleenex turned up on us, though. I was like, who is this guy?
Yellow crate is formal. Looking to try to make his way up toward this far bottom side of the map, but he gets met with the nade from Bans.
Now the spawns are coming in. Toronto still have control, but Envoy, he's able to sneak through and get
Feed
one.
full of
Scump also
Kleenex.
finds a second, so that's going to be enough pressure to spawn a couple players from Ultra all the way across the map. And just when we thought Ultra had control, Optic break
We
in,
like
and
it,
now
we
they're going to
like
be set
it.
up.
Come on, get this
Doesn't happen
time.
all that often,
Here we
considering
go, hold
how
it down,
P1
baby.
goes, but there you have it. Optic break right back on in and put themselves where you wanted to see them at the very start. Scump, the player to look out for, unfortunately does drop at the hands of Bance, but it's Dashy
Kleenex
to
is one
pick
of
up
those
right
dudes,
where he
yeah,
left
he's
off. As we said,
that guy.
Scump has been so great so far throughout this weekend. We look to see him continue to put on performance like that, but you cannot forget a
Look
guy
at the
like
crowd. I
Bruce.
knew it was coming.
5 and 2
Bruce.
on the 5 spree for the time, and streaks very well. Could be in his future. That's now going to be 6. One more.
Ooh, I pray for the next man
that's
he
gonna be
sees
huge
because
for
he is
Chicago
going
if
to
they're
be.
able
I think
to
he
earn
wins
it.
the next
They wanna play
gunfight.
around these.
Win your
You've
next
got
gunfight, baby.
15 seconds
Come
left.
on!
Takes
I
down
called
Kenny,
it.
And that's the artillery. One more away
One
from
more,
the
one more.
cruise, and how
Oh,
great
right,
could
left,
that
left,
be?
left.
Puts one right in front of him.
Turn me
And
up,
that's going to be 8 in a
Bruce.
row. Can he make it
Snap.
9?
No, Bruce, if you
Having
do it
somewhat
to
of
him.
information in terms of
Oh,
where
his teammates
Kleenex
take
is,
him.
but great
Oh my
coordination.
gosh.
Gets taken down, but you're happy with that. You got both streaks.
Definitely are happy with that. Even though it is checkmate, streaks aren't really going to be useful, but just starting off hot for Dashy, you can just
Dashy
tell
going
he's
off
such a
this
young
is
player.
facts.
Getting that early momentum underneath his belt is going to be great, and that's going to be 3 down. Toronto now spawning out towards back P2. Optic are on point right now. They consistently are just flipping the spawns when needed, and with 30 seconds remaining on this P3 hard point, they can set up properly for that P4.
Yep, sitting pretty right now. A Scump shuts down Kleenex
Okay,
toward the top
Formal.
side of the
Vance is
plane.
on
In
top of
moments
you.
like these,
He's
always
dead.
wonder,
Somebody
what
kill
do the
Vance
comps
right
sound
now.
like with this roster? They've got the crowd behind them. How do they
Formal, you
react?
got that?
Let's go to a list now
Wait, where
with
did
Optic
he
Chicago.
die? Oh my gosh.
Just playing me, I don't worry about help right, I'll help hold.
Ooh,
Wait, P5, P5.
Yeah, teacher, turning. I got one more ring. Kimi.
Inside.
Nice, two.
Inside P5 and one top plane, right?
Yo, he stopped playing Kleenex.
Yo, he's top plane, top
Top
plane.
plane
One
P5.
still P5. Spawn quick, guys, spawn
No,
quick.
we spun. Yeah, he's backward, I'm one shot. I need help, Bruce.
Hit him in point, Matt, hit him in point.
Bruce, I need help here.
Top plane, inside, one shot, one bullet. Their side, absolute Bance.
I said that.
Bance is at midpoint.
Yeah,
You can cruise it, yeah.
Wait,
Put it our side. Put it our side, put it our side.
I don't see my wing.
Top plane,
Top plane, Kleenex, weak.
Looking left wing.
Putting it our side.
Our side, left plane dead. Kleenex, still top plane.
Maybe one more side.
Yeah, exit. Let's go. Hit him out.
Absolute one way box still. Nice.
Alright, all their side.
Is it already in, dead? Another one midpoint.
Yo, midpoint. Midpoint one missing.
Yo, they're tractor. Watch out. I'm getting needed.
Everybody.
Yeah, dead.
I'm going new.
Go bottom bricks.
Right wing.
Bricks.
Yo, one bottom left wing,
We need to hold,
They're
guys.
hitting stairs, they're hitting
Hitting
stairs.
graffiti.
Get graffiti. What's up?
Front time,
We need to get that spot.
Graffiti bands. Good.
Yo, front tower. Weak. He's weak. Weak Kleenex.
It's absolute
Nice. 3.
Look
Up
to
one.
me. Yo, it's Cammy. Cammy's not new. He's not new. He was.
He's on new.
Yo, block, guys, block.
Yeah, we're good.
Yo, garage.
He jumped over the wall.
Inside garage is weak. Inside garage is
What's
weak.
A control Bance.
Roger is dead. Come on, front hill. Kleenex weak. Kleenex weak in time. He's under wood wall. 3. Last guy.
I'm staying alive.
20 tower.
Back jets, 2 tower, maybe 3 red crate right now.
Jets, Vince. Oh my god.
Just stay down, Matt. I across the hill.
Yo, one wood, gents. One gents.
Yeah, right side wood.
Right side wood.
Let's see wood. Jets on the hill. Kimmy, absolute time.
Wood, side wood.
Kimmy's absolute time.
Nice, good job. Drop our nades.
Time, Vince.
Drop nades.
That's probably thirsty. He has no trophy now. I'm hitting right.
I didn't hit him.
Give me time still. They're playing steps. They're exit inside. They're exit inside. Just holding.
I pushed right.
Inside, they're exit, guys.
I heard that. Side wood, Bance.
Yo, they got me. 2-0.
Side wood, Bance.
Let's go in their steps right now. Steps right now,
Inside.
Kleenex.
It's small.
I'm hiding.
Playing stacks. Hey, stairs, dead. One's a new, one's a new.
Low left wing cam. Yo, in small got me. He's weak inside. Inside weak in small.
All right, got to check in with the comms there toward the end of our first set of rotations, and really
I muted my mic during the comms, but
Ultra a good
no, I feel like they're working together pretty good. They just got to break through.
Job, especially at that P4 hardpoint, because Optic, they were able to.
We started losing a lot of gunfights right there.
And when usually you're having that spawn for that P5, you're able to get a good chunk of time off of that P5 hardpoint. But with Kleenex being in there, in that
sit him
position
down.
early,
Sit him down, Envoy.
But Envoy, he answers right there with 2 of his own. Make it 3
Ooh,
as he
3
takes
of them
control of play by
boys.
himself. He's the pilot now.
They better not challenge. They about to challenge you again?
The destination is now under his control. A few players enter in toward the perspective, and while he does in fact drop, the presence is without a doubt felt, and that's a play that you want to see
Tommy
go
at every
off.
turn, literally.
That's a bit of a slower performance yesterday, Stud.
Formal turns one way, he's getting shot in his
only
back.
10 seconds remaining on this P1 hardpoint. You do not want to mess up once again. You need to make sure that you're holding this, because they got a full 60 last time. Toronto were able to immediately get flipped out. But the pressure's starting to come in. Scump is going to drop. Bance actually wins one from the front side as well, but he's immediately going to get traded. Optic are holding still.
Yeah, good crossfire despite the early contests out of Ultra. The SMGs trying to be incredibly sneaky. Cammy fighting himself toward the back. That's going to be 1. So with that, Optic's focus instantly becomes toward where is Cammy hiding? Where is he located? Takes down Formal once more. So the push, as you see in the bottom left of your screen, starting to formulate, while Optic is also spotting out. Cammy has yet to drop, and just like we saw on the first set of rotations, it is now this time Ultra claiming control here at P2.
And that's great work from Ultra, because this 30 seconds is so huge. You're going to go to the middle of the map and just pay attention to the mini-map. Look at what Bance is doing. He's immediately trying to flip these spawns. Kills going back and forth. Kleenex with a big 2-piece, but with Optic dropping a couple players, they're going to start spawning all the way across the map behind that P2 hardpoint. Ultra, you're not really mad about this. 10 seconds remaining here.
What's the price for winning the tourney?
P3.
Like, yeah, and that has to hurt.
1.5 million?
Given the situation, given the circumstance, but it'll be down by about 40 points. We'll see how they begin to try and regain. Nice long shot coming through from Envoys. It's Ultra already at the next rotation toward bottom plane. Not a hill that you often see a ton of time really get accrued. It's about that positioning, where you want to be located on the map for A Street and that upcoming P5. But great clearance to start here from Optic. That's going to be 3 to Ultra's 1. Trades, the 1-for-1s without a doubt favoring Optic, and Scump having Cammy run right into his lap as they jump on in, and now they've got control of bottom. Happen to be aware of who could be on the flank. Bance, as always, trying to be incredibly annoying, be a thorn in the side. Formal's there to take him down.
But this is good work overall by Optic, even though they haven't really got a good chunk of time here, only being down by about 35 points. Dashing Formal, still picking up kills left and right, but now it all comes down to this P4 hardpoint. That's going to be 3 dead, so Optic are going to be here early. With that player dropping though in Envoy, Dashy finds 2. No one's going to be on this hardpoint, and just look at the mini-map. Ultra are starting to spawn out towards back P2.
Positioning for Ultra could
I'll
be
check
quite
after
good
the
here.
game.
See, as that starts to change, and just like that, the read, communication from Optic is stellar. Great work to notify and be aware of that split spawn. You had players looking every single direction, and how important this time now is for Optic. Down by 20 points as Cammy and Insight currently holding it down right now inside of the HP. Dashy goes for the challenge. He gets dropped, and that's a few down for Optic in a row. Ultra now reaching that double century mark.
And Cammy just made an unbelievable play. He was the only player on this side of the map. He was able to win not 1, not 2, but 3 gunfights on the hard point. He's unfortunately going to get stuck by a nade by his own teammate in Benjamin Bance. But still, Ultra have the spawns for that P5. With only 45 seconds from closing out this game, they can get a good hold. They have the potential to close it out.
Yep, Toronto in the driver's seat. Insight with a major kill there versus Formal, as it's Envoy who really wipes away the point. But current rotation now at the hands of the Ultra. And now the focus comes for Chicago. How do you want to try to break this? What is the focus for how you begin to do this? And well, the streaks are without a doubt going to help out. See what the artillery can do. Make some noise at least. Explosions aplenty. But nobody from Ultra getting taken down because of them. Envoy trying to make some noise happen. And the backside, but nades being stuck everywhere right on the forehead of young Dylan. Envoy is now less than 30 points away from Toronto, closing out this first hard point.
And Optic, they need to get in. They cannot allow Ultra to get all this time or the game will be over. But the pinch is going to be set up. Benjamin able to jump from the top, able to get 2. Trying to get the third onto Scump, but he's able to win it 10 seconds away from closing out this map, number 1.
10 more seconds. Can anybody from Optic get there in time? They at least have to contest Kleenex with some major shots there off of spawn. Dashi can only even see the hard point, and he's lucky to even be able to be there. Cammy takes down one, and with that, it is an ultra victory.
That was just a warm-up. How did he not die? I'm not sure, but like, did you guys see the play yesterday where Formal got that kill on the bomb and the guy still got the defuse? Like, I don't know how he got that defuse.
That
like,
one has to sting, stud.
Definitely does, man. And if you just look at the little things that Toronto Ultra were
that
doing,
literally
right?
changed
They
the
were
momentum
flipping
yesterday.
Optic on the opposite side of the map at the right time every single time. Like when Optic were able to get 3 kills towards that P4. We got to go back to what Cammy was able to do. He was sitting all the way in the back of A Street. He finds that 1 kill and then proceeds to go to the hill, wins the second, turns around, picks up the third, and that allowed them to eventually flip that spawn. Cammy had an unbelievable game, 30 and 19. Oh man, he was going
Cammy
off.
went 30 and 19.
Nearly 5K damage.
Kleenex went 25.
There from
30.
the Scotsman as the Ultra are going to wrap up game number 1, and now Optic are going to be staring down a Search and Destroy, a mode that they have yet to win so far here at playoffs. We'll see if they can turn it around, or will they go down 0-2 in this elimination game. When we come back after the break, it's time for some Moscow.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know.
They should have picked A-Fox, but we don't be winning.
You know.
We don't be winning on that.
Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game.
Oh yeah, let me find this this tweet.
You guys have streaks.
Yeah, did you guys see this play yesterday?
Search. Could you find red? Holy brothers, keep watching going back. You gotta keep watching going. Find top laundry, bro. Top laundry. All three there. Yeah, you should. Stay out. Stay out. I think put a slow on Seth. Streaked.
Look, he streaks. He doesn't get a kill. Hydra goes right back down to defusing.
He's on it. Yeah, mate, shoot sweet.
Formal literally gets the kill, and they won. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, that literally, I know they're mad, bro. It literally, like, the momentum just completely changed after that. Like, we win that, I think we don't lose yesterday if we win that round. But literally, like, that round it was like a no. Just, I don't know. I know they were tilted after that yesterday. So then, I mean, freaking New York comes into today and they get
by Zenny, the official eyewear
beat
for
up
the
on.
CDO.
So
armor your eyes with Zenny Blocks blue light
I
protection
mean,
glasses.
well, we get to
by
watch.
visiting
We'll see if New York tries to turn up against Rocker, but I think Rocker has that. I'm ready to see Optic win today. I'm ready to see Rocker win. It's gonna be a good day.
Legendary. I'm legendary.
Dashi's daddy.
Yeah, you know. I'm legendary.
That's not. They already got highlights from the last match. The behind the scenes team is unmatched. Like,
to day 2 here at playoffs. If you're just
look at
joining us,
security.
we're gonna hop into game number 2
This is
of our current
way
elimination
different
match.
setup
It's
than
Optic
it was at
Chicago
our,
taking on the Toronto
the one I
Ultra,
was at.
But let's keep it here in the camp of the Green Wall Stud. I mean, what, man? It's been kind of an up and down playoffs so far here for the Chicago boys. We're taking a look at their numbers in both of their matches. What do you see here versus New York?
Well, obviously, Scuff was having himself a day. 1.33 in the hard point, 1.35 5 in the control. The guy's just a different beast when it comes to the respawns, but you can just see at least the stats from Envoy. 0.8 in the hardpoint and a 0.69 in the controls. That's what really stands out for me because he's a guy that can really take over games for this team.
Yeah, without a doubt, and here versus the Mutineers. Oh, how the numbers begin to shift around a little bit. When you're taking a look at hardpoint numbers, you're seeing Dashy go for a 1.37, a 1.38 in the control, but now we focus our attention towards Search and Destroy. The numbers don't really change a whole lot for the King, and as we talked about it, Search and Destroy, this has been his mode all year long. I know we watched a number of different content pieces coming in from Optic, and he's always talked about, hey, you know what, I really cater myself. I really enjoy my Search and Destroy. I feel like it's a mode that I am the most comfortable with, and he's going to be a player that has to be big here versus the Ultra, a great Search and Destroy team versus Optic throughout this year, and as you mentioned, Optic 0-3 so far here at playoffs in this very mode.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy job to get done, man, but if you're Optic, this is how you get back into this series. If you lose this Search and Destroy, basically you're going to end up in a control that you played these guys 5-6 times straight on, and it goes back and forth between them, but Ultra have a positive record there, so Optic need to come out and just use their teamwork on this Moscow Search and Destroy, because that's something that they've been lacking throughout all the playoffs. They're sitting at 0-3. When you sit there and you watch them play, especially on a map like Standoff yesterday, they always had a numbers advantage, but as soon as that happens, it was immediately traded, and then they lose the number advantage because someone is over-challenging. You cannot have that today. You need to have your teamwork on point.
Yeah, without question, teamwork has to be there. Communication has to be there for Optic. So many little mistakes now have to be ironed out. As here we go now into the Search and Destroy, just 4 seconds away before we hop into this round. And it will be Optic starting things here off on the attack.
So on the attack, are going to have 4 players just immediately pushing towards the safe bomb. They know that no trophy systems are going to be in play, so the aggressive offense is going to be the answer. But Cammy's going to open up the first blood. It's going to be immediately traded, and just pay attention to where Kleenex is on the map. He's going to be in the outskirts. That gets traded. Both players from Optic trapped in this corner. 1v1. Envoy versus Bance, and Bance is going to walk away with it. Just such a fast round between both of those teams. Just the trades went a little bit better on the Toronto side.
Yeah, Toronto says you want to play aggressive? Fine, we'll do exactly that. Envoy, best player
was he able to heal all the way before the next fight?
The way that final 1v1
yeah, he did. Oh, no. Nah, he was weak.
Takes down Insight, but Bance able to shut him down to go ahead and give Ultra the 1-0 advantage in what kind of a team ace type of situation if you're Toronto. Everybody walking away with the kill. But as we said, Optic saying, hey, we want to play aggressive. Toronto saying, absolutely, we're happy to do that.
They came hot facts.
And match.
Everybody got 1 kill.
Here we go. Now take
last
a look
game.
at Ultra here and their
Formal 0-1 right now.
Different strategy. And we know this Toronto team stuff. They like to utilize all 3 lanes in Moscow.
And with Formal using that flash right there to pick up some information, he's going to realize that a couple players from Ultra are trying to be aggressive in towards the middle of the map. So now you see him and Dashy backing up a little bit because the rotation might come in towards A, but Ultra have full control of middle courtyard. What do they decide to do with this bomb? You're having a couple players from Optic deciding to wrap this back towards A, and this is going to open up that B bomb completely for the Toronto Ultra.
Toronto just so good, as we mentioned, making noise over at A, over at B, and Dashy.
Is he behind him?
Here. Bomb making its way over.
Oh my God!
See Dashy, the mini map, so close to Cammy right now. Literally, just
it's
right
the whispering for me. They don't hear each other.
At some point, if somebody makes a slide, if somebody makes a little bit of extra movement, something could happen. But the indicator on the screen, Dashy decides to come around and says, oh, "That's right, Cammy." He's hiding exactly here. Early first blood going the way of Chicago. Man advantage. Now it's time for the retake. 30 seconds left in Insight. Already weak. Brought down to 38 HP.
I thought he was behind him,
too. Hanging out toward the boulevard. Only himself and a trophy.
I thought he was about to get executed.
Try and hang on with as he'll rejoin his squad.
I'm waiting for somebody to get executed.
Continues to take away. Could Envoy play big?
A pro game on purpose.
It's a 3 versus 3. Now in a 2 versus 3.
Oh, then
Optic have to go for the
trophy.
We're good. Dashy's on it. Dashy's on it. Player's going to be inside, and he gets dropped as well.
Bang, bang. That's how you do it. Daddy Scumpy coming through.
Successful in the retake.
I think it was just great plays from Optic to make sure they secured that bomb site. Once Ultra gave up this B bomb room, if you trap yourself in this little cubby room by the windows, it's going to be a really difficult round to try to clutch up. But Optic, they just make sure they have a couple bodies there so they can always get the trade scup with a huge 2-piece to close out the round.
And I forget, I know, I saw this on Twitter from somebody. It was about like the amount of multi-kills that somebody has in Search and Destroy.
Scump 3-1, Formal still
0-1. And you can add
kill
another
out of you this
one
round,
there.
sir.
So great. And holding down that trigger, 3-1 start for the King. And so without a doubt, have his stamp in that round. Walks away with the hat trick and gives Optic
Yo, KB, what's good,
1-1
girl?
score line as they'll now head back to attack. Scump says, you know what? I'm going to put the bomb on my back. No problem. I'm happy to have the objective.
Ooh, he knows Envoy's there.
Kleenex and Envoy are going to spot each other. The Tissue is aware, but Vance there to watch over him. Great first blood out of Toronto. They clear out A, and they're fully aware that, hey, they're not going to be on this side. They have to be going over at the bottom side of the map, which is in fact the case. Scump landed down.
So now in a 4v3, Toronto have to try to set up this retake. C number 1, and Dancy's thinking that another flank is going to come in, but still a 4v3. You want to be able to play these trades. Formal's going to back down. It's actually going to be Dashy on the street side, but pressure starting to come in from the Ultra.
What? How did that nade not kill
That nade
him?
is not going to pick up the kill. But Insight's able to find one, so now it's going to be a 4v2. And just like the previous round, when you trap yourself in this room, it's not going to be an easy task to get done, but Scump is trying to do his best. Now it's all up to Formal in a 1v3. He finds one. 17 seconds left. Ultra already on the defuse. They're able to clutch up.
Yeah, we've seen it so often this season.
He gets that
especially
kill
on a
on
map
the
like Moscow.
bomb.
Teams just say, hey, you know what? We're going to go on the rotation. We have the man count advantage. We have control over
Happy
this
Friday,
bomb.
I'm doing
so
good.
Hop on the defuse. Optic,
Watching some
doing
of
everything
the
they can.
CDL
TGP
matches for today.
left
We're actually going to be live
in
all
2
weekend,
versus
so
3, but not
they're
able
going to watch
get
the
it
matches
done.
today,
Ultra
tomorrow,
will
and
take
Sunday.
The advantage now at 2 rounds to 1. Really, players going off so far. Bance 3-1, Insight 3-3. We'll see what Toronto have cooked up. We've seen A, we've seen B, a good mixture so far at Moscow. But as we said for Ultra, you never really know truly
There we
what
go,
to
Dashy.
expect,
Knock
and
him
neither
off.
does Vance.
Come on,
It's
you
hit with
see
the
him?
haymaker.
So it's 2
Head
over there.
Clean off there from Dashy.
So that's going to be the first blood. Just great adjustments. Dashy's usually that player that's going to be playing the street, but he gives it up this time to be a little bit more aggressive towards the middle of the map. But Cammy,
Scumpy,
being that
do not
island
die.
player, is able to watch that flank. He also spots Dashy. He's going to be able to find 2. They know the
Then we get
positioning of
2-piece,
Scump.
bro.
Now it's all on Scump, the king, in a 1v3.
We'll see what he can do. 50 seconds. Gonna see Cammy to start. Decides to go for the challenge.
Sit him
and
down.
He will take it. Now into the 1 versus 2. Bomb planted at B. And he's not got a ton of time to work with. As we mentioned, the objective is down, so Ultra instantly focused the attention now toward him.
You know, oh, you know he's there.
Spots him already at top PD. Picks up the Krig, but it doesn't matter. Ultra grab another.
Just a great round right there from the Ultra. They put a lot of pressure in towards that right side of the map, but Cammy, the island player, makes such a huge play, finds the first one. He knows the positioning of Scump, but
If
then he
he goes
turns around,
bomb
gets great
side,
timing on
kills
Dashy.
that dude.
He's able to get the second, and then at that
Then
point,
he has to worry
1v3
about the
for
guy
Scump
rotating
all
in
the way
still,
across
but-
the map. It's going to be really difficult to try to get back into the play. Toronto clutch up.
Yeah, big round there from Ultras. They'll now be in the driver's seat 3-1, and it cannot be understated. As we mentioned, Optic Chicago 1-6 versus Toronto in Search and Destroy
Scump's
so
still
far
5
throughout
and 3
this
though.
year. And that
Envoy
is
2
with
and
this
4,
very lineup
Formal
that
1
you
and
see on your
2.
screen since Insight has joined this group. They have been the problem. That has been the issue. And with Optic already dropping that opening hard point, it only emphasizes more this Search and Destroy. More of a headbutt situation, potentially coming into this round. It was Ultra shutting that down previously, since we saw it, but Envoy may in fact have found the lane. It's the
Help,
first
help,
one.
trade,
Optic
let's
trades.
go!
Overall favoring them. As now it's all up to the rookie. A 1 versus 3 takes down Formal, and not an easy shot to take, but he will grab it. Optic do not decide to go for the chow. They wait, they play patient, and they take the rookie down.
Yeah, they trapped him right there. Scump was like, nuh-uh, not a 2v1 today. I'm getting off this bomb. We're going to trap you in towards this back alley and most likely win the round. But just early aggression from Optic, especially Envoy, opening up with the first, and then Scump following up right behind him with that trade. Just great round with the aggression to close it out for Optic. Now 3-2.
That's what you want to see out of this SMG duo. As we mentioned, especially in a mode like Search and Destroy, we talked about how great Envoy was, especially last year for this team. Those two really start to go off, and who knows what could happen. As we mentioned, kind of odd to see the Search and Destroy struggles as of late for this Optic team, but there is no question the ability that exists there. But Toronto on the other end is so solid across all modes. Hardpoint been the problem, but currently in the lead right now. And much like we've seen previously, taking control over that middle lane and just really hunting for information stud.
And they got it. They got it right there because they were able to spot Foreman towards top window and Dashy as he was trying to cross back towards that A side. So they're immediately wrapping this towards B. It's got to be another free bomb plan. Hopefully they do not give up bomb site this time around. You need to have a couple players in here because it's going to be an easy retake for Optic.
Formal laying down a few shots toward the Boulevard early, getting a few extra tags. They're into Insight. As Dashy looks for the chow, Kleenex does take down Scump. So now into the 3 versus 3, 30 seconds left. Dashy and Envoy set up for the crossfire, but the Ultra, they're not even inside of the room right now. Optic clear it out, but It's the outskirts, in fact, where they are challenging from. Another 1-for-1. Now, into the 2 versus 2. Only mere seconds to go forward with, and both of them picking up kills on cue. The Young Guns going big, putting in the defuse, and now bringing us to 3 rounds apiece.
That was a great play from Ultra, but just those 2 one-on-one engagements going in favor of Dashi and Envoy. If one of them loses that, then Ultra are able to walk away with the round. They both clutch up towards the very end, winning huge one-on-ones, especially Envoy. This is a great play. Remember, he gets his kill towards side door. He knows that inside is back window, completely wraps the entire side, and just finds this kill with ease, man. Great work from Optic to not rush it and eventually take their time to close it out.
Yeah, the main fact wears headset backwards, but hey,
it's all good.
Aware of where everybody happens to be, so you'll take it where you can get it. Whatever works, indeed. But 5-5 now for Envoy, and speaking of even numbers, we're all tied at 3-3. So far in this Moscow, all about the trades, all about those late game heroics. Bomb getting down multiple times up to this point, but we got at least 3 to 4 bomb plants through our very first 6 rounds. And Insight tagged up again. Dashi for the first blood.
And that's huge, man. Because now Optic have the man advantage. You see what number 8 is doing, which is going to be formal. He's that island player backing these players up from that A site. So Optic, they have the opportunity to just cut this straight up the middle of the map and solo out this player at A.
Is he in there?
They're just taking their time.
No, he's on the other side, yeah.
Bomb, so it's all
I was like, he's
game.
not in the window room, is he?
He's in a pretty comfortable corner here, but a couple players from Optic jump at him. It's going to be hard to pop this 2-piece.
It's not going to be easy. Go for the trade. Cammy hanging out toward the carpets. He actually finds the first and also manages to back it up. Goes for the challenge. Cammy having a round to remember,
way.
as that'll be 3. Can he find the ace? Oh, Dashi there to take him down, but 25 seconds left. Cammy making it so difficult. Toronto there to shut Bruce down toward the boulevard. We'll have to watch that one again.
He didn't even heal up all the way.
2 players are there, 2 players ready to challenge him, but he manages to walk away with both, Stud.
I think it was just Cammy's play in his head, man, to not sit this corner, because he knows if 2 Optic players fired him, he's only able to get 1. He takes the challenge on himself. He wins the first gunfight, backs Envoy down with the nade, and then just lays down, catching him off guard, man. Eventually turns around in the street and gets the 3rd. What a tremendous solo play out of Cammy to secure the round for Ultra.
Yeah, it's no question this guy was obviously in that MVP.
Formal 2-5.
Was an MVP
I need to see something out of you.
A lot of people on
I wish we could stop
how,
watching.
Hey, Cammy should be probably top 2, top 3 in that debate. But an excellent round for him. The Cammy man can in fact do it. But the objective, once more in the hands of Bance, continuing to make some noise through the middle side of the map. Nobody from Optic there. 3/4 of the roster happening to be toward the backside of A, but once again, it is this Ultra team making some noise at A and utilizing that mid-map. Dashi can be the only one here to read this play potentially. But if you're Optic, you're thinking, hey, it's a little bit quiet, maybe a little bit too quiet.
It's going to be a free B bomb plant. Ultra just doing such a great job of just causing so much noise at the opposite bomb. They're able to get this B bomb down, not once, not twice, but 3 times for free. So now in a 4-4 retake is going to be Optic. Formal, trying to spot any players from the street side, but just pay attention to the mini-map. Look at where Inside is coming from. He's pushing through that A-bomb. He's going to be able to come up behind a couple players. Cammy's able to find one, but it's only a matter of time before Inside is able to get into this play. 3v2 now, as CleanX finds Envoy, Inside finds Scump. It's all on Dashi in the 1v3.
And Bruce getting picked apart again. And as we said, it's just this team. I mean, it's no surprise. It's mind games. It's this Toronto Ultra team getting mid-map and just allowing for themselves to have some flexibility, right? It's challenging over at A, challenging over at B, getting information, and they're putting themselves in the ability to make the decisions.
Yeah, man, Optic are just giving up mid-map control. It's making it way too easy for Ultra to rotate the bomb wherever they want. As long as they pick up some kind of information of where they think a majority of the Optic players are playing, like when they rushed right up, Eskies right there, saw at least 2 or 3, they immediately, no hesitation, go straight to that B-bomb. And it's
you gotta go, the tactics are on point.
Absolutely, and now from this point forward, Optic
down
have to win 3 straight rounds.
Appreciate you coming by, Scope Dealer. I'll catch you later.
As they have versus this very team all season long, as they have in the CDL all season long. But what can be done? Bance left to have to reference on back. CleanX, now the farthest pushed up player toward outskirts here at Bricks. Formal, clear there with the information, but how about Cammy? Goes to the flank and once more utilizing the middle side of the map. There goes Dashy, challenging without his teammates.
Yeah, don't really accept it. So now it's all left up to Scump in a 1v4. He's able to find one. But now with 45 seconds left, it's all on him.
All the pressure now on toward the King. Are they
Man
gonna
tried to
down
start a
0-2?
Let's Go Ultra chant. It didn't work out.
Will we
though.
at least have another round? This is
About to
not
have some
really
angry
easy
Optic
time
fans in
trying
the
to pass
event.
the bomb, but that's really
You're
the only
dead.
positive.
He saw you.
One player spotted him. Insight gives the call out, and the Ultra are there to lock it up. Search and destroy, clean from beginning
Ain't
to
no
end.
way.
And as we said, Stud, the flexibility, the decision making on point once more from Toronto.
It was literally the mind games, man. Like Optic, they were just giving up mid-map control way too much, and Ultra just kept
Yeah,
on
he
capitalizing
failed,
on
he
it. We
failed.
saw in the beginning, the early aggression came in, but once Toronto were able to settle into the map, it's all coming down to those mid-map adjustments, and they just went away with it to close out this map number 2, now put them in a commanding series lead at 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, do you see more of the same, the little mistakes coming through from Optic?
I feel like Optic just left way too many openings in their setups. Yeah. You have Formal who's camping all the way top bank, so all he can do is watch it. They push up towards the middle plat, but that's not what happened, man, and unfortunately, it cost them the map.
Search and destroy woes only continue. One map on the brink of being 3-0. Will Optic wake up or will Ultra continue on with the 3-0 sweep? We will find out as it's raid control up after this.
Yo, Lurk, you guys beat Nesla? Let's go. I see y'all. Dang. Yeah, Toronto. Okay, Chris. What's going on? We cheering for Optic in here, Chris, but I hear you though. There ain't no way we going out like this though, Lurk. Lurk, y'all coming to Discord now? I need some vibes, cause my vibes are about to be chalked. I'm trying. I decided another account, but how many you got? Is the question. Oh yeah, y'all. Oh, those are your people, right? So I can't be too mad at you for cheering for them, you know. They can still get the reverse sweep. I know. They're just making us work so hard. It's like they just wanted this to be, you know, longer, you know. They were just giving us some extra, you know, games. That's what it was. Those first 2 games was warm up.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel is the official beverage of the CDL. Buy now at gamefuel.com/CDL.
Now, you serious? Exactly. I'm glad you understand. Who else you going for? Rocker.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in
Chris,
on
you're
Championship
just gonna keep
Sunday
going back
for
and
chance
forth
to
between these
receive
accounts. What are you
Vanguard
doing
beta, beta codes
But,
and a sneak peek at Vanguard
Rocker,
multiplayer.
for sure.
As we said, so
If
excited
if
for the
Optic
title.
doesn't make it, I
And if
need
you're
to
Optic,
see
you're
Rocker
one
win
map
it,
away from
and
that
then
match
I
to
mean
be
also
your
obviously
focus now
FaZe.
looking
I mean,
forward, but they want to stay
FaZe is
in this
supposed to win
current
this, but in
mindset.
the
They are
event
gonna
that
be
they
in the
don't win
midst
this,
of trying
I
to
need to
make
see
the
Rocker
reverse
or
sweep as
Optic
they've
win
got
this.
to play perfect from this point on. But what a
Here,
series it's
you're my
been up to
Discord.
this point. So that, as we mentioned, that early hard
Hello,
point, how
friends?
important that it was. Optic drop it, and from there, the story
Bruh,
has pretty
and
much
Sketchy was
remained the same from what
scared.
we've seen between these two matchup throughout
Beating
the
up
year.
on
That
pros,
initial hard point
okay.
was basically everything.
In-game
because Optic,
situation,
they've
like,
had
all
that
four of
ability
us
to
had-
really step up
had
and take that map
double-digit,
number
like,
1.
it
But
was
just
a
look at the
wild-
stats that
Combined,
Kimmy
we
has
had
put on.
crazy and
Sitting at a
crazy.
1.44 on the series.
So y'all had a good
The guy
lobby?
is going off. He was an MVP candidate for a reason, and he's showing out, and he's showing why.
Yeah, absolutely, Kimmy. One of the many players that you look out for when we talk about the entirety
Nah,
of the
but
All right,
series.
well,
Anna down to
yeah, I'm not feeling too good. I need some good vibes. That's what it was. It was because you guys weren't watching. They were just really warming up. Yeah, now that the boys are here, Optic's about to win this next game, and you guys are gonna win this greatness.
Let's get it.
To take over maps, and so far here at Championship Weekend, so far here at playoffs, he has been so good. Obviously,
Yo,
he's scored
Outrageous
numbers
was
so
good,
far
girl.
throughout the season, and those cannot be understated. But you got a few in the top 3 categories. Search and Destroy just barely behind. But so far here at playoffs, he has a
Were y'all like screaming or were y'all chilling?
in control.
No, we were
That's unreal.
like
We were
chilling.
unreal.
We were
That's
chilling.
unreal. 1.4 out of Dash. He's gonna need to have
Yeah.
that right now.
Did somebody record it or did y'all stream?
Your Optic,
We had to
Optic
stream
against
it.
Wall. This is where you need to have your best Call of Duty. This is where you need
How
to
we doing?
present what
We
you're all
we
about
down.
and just really
We
just show that you
down
can
2
fight
right
for
now.
anything. We saw Minnesota do it at the major,
Outrageous.
down 0-4.
I got
Anything's
Sketchy and
possible
Lurk in
at
my
this point.
Discord though.
Just have
We're
to have the
about
right
to watch
mindset.
this next game.
They absolutely do. We've talked about the blueprint. We've talked about the formula, what it's going to take from this Optic team. But again, with losing that early respawn,
I don't know what camera they have on these guys, but it's like blurry.
It gets to some more unfamiliar territory. Now, has Control been a bad move for Optic all year long?
Wait, I'm on 480p at the hole.
I'm on 1080. It's still
every
blurry.
single time. And it's a 1-3 record in this very map and both throughout the season.
Yeah, it's not good, man. Ultra have their number on this map, and obviously when you think about the vetoes, Toronto's auto veto is going to be checked.
Listen, we're
You
gonna
don't wanna
raid
play
control,
Optic on that
raid
map, and
hard
the opposite
point.
side, Garrett,
Raid is
come on.
literally
They
Ultra's
wanna play
best
that.
map.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just
So
feel
they're gonna
like
go head-to-head on raid every
we're
single
gonna
time.
be
This is gonna
better,
like the
okay?
6th time that they play this one.
Prayers.
Optic, they know what they like to do. They just have to perform well to keep those series
If we
alive.
go outside like this, I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro.
It's a do or die type of
Same way it
situation.
happened in
And
Dallas
I guess from the
with
Toronto
my
side,
top
I mean,
five.
you really want to get it done here, right? You do not want to allow for hope. You don't want to allow for any little bit of spark of momentum to get toward the Optic side and to really get involved.
Yo,
with
facts.
this
If you guys
crowd as
haven't
well,
dropped a
because
like
when
on the
they
stream,
start
please
to
make sure you
erupt,
drop a like on the
that's
stream
when
on
things can
YouTube.
start to turn
Guys
around
gotta drop a
as
like
they're
on the
gonna
stream
need
so that
some
they push the stream
magic.
out more.
They're gonna need
I think
some
we got like
fans to
30
get
something
hyped
likes
because
right now,
this
so I
very well
appreciate
could
you
be their
guys.
final
I brought my
map
brother
of
a
the
Yeti,
year.
and he's out here like
Raid
filling it up.
control. Do we
What'd you
end it
say?
here?
All
Or
my
could
brother
this be
Yeti
the
cooler.
beginnings of something special?
Green wall, I promise. Optic needs you now more than ever. You gotta get loud. They need a battery in their back. You gotta spark it. Let's go, green wall. You gotta get loud.
You gotta go to
fellas.
bed though. All right, good night, Outrageous.
See if Optic can reply or if this Ultra team
Do I need to refresh? Because they're
can put them away in 3. As
ahead of me. I don't need that right now.
but here we go into raid control. Map number 3. Number 3 of this series. Will it be the final one? Optic starting things off on the attacking side and instantly focusing their attention toward the ring. 2 players go down off the start. Not feeling the
Here we
greatest,
go.
but there we have it. Formal,
2-piece for 2-piece.
Right on cue, answers with 2 of his own.
Good
Sit
response.
down.
That's going to be 3 dead, so now the opportunity for A starts to open up
Cap
for
that
Optic.
shit.
We just have to pay attention to that mini-map. Cammy, the playmaker for the Toronto Ultra side. He went all the way through that B Street, and slowly but surely, he's approaching towards this 8-point. The pinch is going to come in, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be 3, make it 4 dead. Optic find every single kill. The second segment is about to get complete. Time is about to get extended by the minute.
All right, Dashy just trying to slide off the ledge. How about that? We do lose Scump and Envoy in sequence, but still, it is Dashy locking things down, holding down that A objective point. Only lost 5 players really in that early exchange. As Dashy continues to light it up, that's now going to be 5 in a row for
That did
him.
not just happen in a
He'll look
professional
also try to
match.
lead on for this rotation. That's going to be a few down. Blood in the water starting to be felt, but once Envoy drops and the SMG duo line starts to fall, Optic then have to reference
Dashy
back and
feeling it. Now
begin
let
to
him
collect
hang,
themselves.
boy.
Dashy keeping in mind on that 6 spree.
These streets are huge,
Oh
man.
my
You
God,
have
it's
to
so
try to piece
close.
these up
He
and
does
do
he know
that.
he's there?
They're such
Oh
game
my
changers,
God.
but unfortunately, he's going to lose that gunfight to Kleenex. But still,
yeah, he
Optic
laying in
already
there.
have a
Whoop
6
that.
live advantage
I mean,
in this control.
Jesus.
That's going to be another 2 dead. Still not being able to get on that point, though, because 3 players are coming off spawn.
How tricky has Envoy been in situations like this? Putting his feet up, grabbing a drink inside of the Tiki is inside, trying to make some noise happen to the middle side of the map. He gets cut down, and an accidental team kill. Cammy sticking Bance right in the back of the head, but Kleenex responds on cue. How about the play
Can we
from
stop
the
getting
tissue?
2-piece?
What
Right,
seemed to
this
be a
man.
horrible
I
spot
told
for
y'all,
Toronto.
Kleenex
He
is
saves it
annoying. I
again.
literally told y'all last time we played, he freaking
That's gonna
popped
be 3 dead.
off. Like,
Almost going to drop, so now you see a couple players from
they were
Ultra
like, nah,
starting
they
get a
told me to
little
worry
bit
about somebody else. I was
aggressive.
like, no,
There's a minute on the
Kleenex
clock,
is
so
literally
Optic still
like,
have a lot of time to work with. That's going to be 2 dead in the feed. They have to try to eliminate Kleenex from this water steps area. But immediately, as soon as Optic answers with 2, Toronto respond with 2 of their own.
Ooh, get up out of
Time's
there, boy.
still starting to wind down with 45 seconds left. Ultra only have 1 life before the respawns are no longer.
Don't say that.
Just cannot get over that crazy play from Kleenex.
Yeah,
What seemed to be such a great moment from Optic to finally get a little bit of time over at that B objective point. As we said, they start to smell blood in the water.
Can I do the settings just for
it is all
Warzone?
over now.
I mean,
All of
I've
that
already
progress
done multiple, but I'll do a
having to
new
be
one
started
for sure.
over.
I got
Back
you.
to the drawing board they go. But keeping in mind, Ultra, as you see at the top, no more respawns, but we'll see what Optic can do with that. 20 seconds
Maybe
left.
I'll
in this
work on that
opening
tonight.
trade. Rather, this
actually.
opening engagement is
That'll
going to be
my
huge in
video for
Envoy.
tomorrow.
Able to take it versus Cammy. So now into the 8 versus 2. Formal dropping Kleenex. Vance able to reply back as he and Insight combined for 2. Keep in mind, Optic, they have got to hold on to this objective. They cannot afford to get off feed for long. As Dashy drops, it's now all on to Insight. All on to the rookie. A 1v5. And with Optic beginning to stack on up, it gets
Not
much
you
more
screaming
difficult.
before me.
Formal takes them
Bro,
down.
okay, I was
How
so
are you
worried 'cause
still ahead of
in
me?
4th
Jesus.
round.
I'm sure they called out water
Optic
steps, and I saw
are
like
able
two
to
people
take
hit
it on
mid,
attack.
and then they
That
go
was
like,
such a huge
I
round
was
for
so
Optic,
worried.
especially on the offense.
I was
It
like,
all
there's no
started with
way.
Dashy. Popping off with that
come they got
5-3
those
right off
cushion
the rip. They
seats?
secured A, and were able to
I know, their
extend that
cheeks aren't
time
hurting.
to an extra
Everybody
minute.
looks
Just take a
upset
look at this
though.
play
I
from
don't know
Kleenex.
what's
They able
going
to find
on.
one, snaps onto Dashy for the second. I thought he was losing that one.
Can
but
we?
then it even
Can
gets
y'all play
even
the
more
Dashy
nasty
turn on? I
because
don't
the guy
care
just
about
goes
this.
straight down the middle.
I don't care about this.
Turns around and just
Play the turn
burns
on.
onto
Play the turn
Envoy.
on. They didn't even win the map.
Unbelievable
Play
plays
the turn
out of
on.
Kleenex.
Yeah, great plays from Kleenex, and what we kind of talked about it. I mean, it's really based off of that early life advantage over toward that
Yo,
A
D visuals
objective
good,
point
bro.
over at Ring. Optic only lost 5 players to Ultras.
Here we go.
I think it was like 8
Come
or
on,
9.
crowd, turn them up.
You cannot ask for a better attacking spot from there, but Kleenex off of that highlight play looks to
That died
make
quick.
the early flank opportunity toward backside Laundry. So points going to be cleared out. Really both duos from both Toronto and Optic doing their job. An even split all the way through as one tick already in at A. Cam and Insight combined for 1 inside of middle. Another nice 1v1 taken there from Cammy, and that A objective point continues to roll as the ARs feeling good in round 2 from Toronto.
It's just great pressure right now from the Ultra. They're slowing down their game, making sure that they're picking up these kills, not letting anyone slip by, but Inside picking up that one. Scump with the trade. A point is about to be captured for the Ultra. They have a forward live advantage, and they have bedroom control. So if you're Optic, you just have to find a couple kills, but Formal, he's going to drop. Still bedroom control going in favor of Toronto, and with them picking up those 2 kills, they have the ability now to push out.
They do indeed. Envoy Dashy finding 2. Kleenex still just being a thorn in the side as Cammy takes one down toward that side water. So with that, Toronto, their first look at this B capture point. And Cammy's not just happy with the objective. He wants to try to force the issue. He and Vance really just kind of see the connection starting to be earned as Vance on the flank does get one. Wanted to get the double kill, but Scump there to thwart any progress that he could. And Cammy
Yeah, sit down, boy.
basically looking like a fish out of water. No real teammate support as the farthest pushed up player was not in a great angle to try and challenge, but still 1:30 on the clock. No ticks yet for Ultra.
Pay attention to what Vance is doing once again. Unfortunately, he's going to get red, so that's going to be another 2 dead. Optic are still holding on the defense. Insight going to be sitting in towards Tiki. Cammy right behind him towards Water Steps. He's able to find one. You got to back down. You do not want to drop your Scump.
He's about to challenge Scump
So
right
far,
now.
Toronto doing a great job of taking control of Kitchen, and they're going to have 3 bodies on the point. It's going to go super quick now. First segment already complete.
And watch that progress begin to roll. Somebody has to try to make it on in. You're going to see Scump try to go for the slide, but he doesn't get the opportunity to. Ultra get their chance. And as we mentioned, you can kind of notice it. Like certain players, they'd start ADSing, and you'd see other guys on the other side. Ultra making connections and really starting to get a good idea of where the map sits at the moment. And it was just a matter of time. Really, the early, the A capture point has kind of been dominated from both teams on attack.
Yeah, just right off the initial, man. When you catch it, we capture that A point nice and early and extend that time by a minute. You're only down by like 1 or 2 lives with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to work with. It's only one good push that's going to rely on for them to eventually close out that round.
Come
and
on,
Ultra,
fans.
once they took control of Kitchen, because Optic, I felt like they were just playing their defense in their base. You want to get pushed up more farther to their side, get control of bedroom, get control of middle zig, so the game's a little bit easier for you, but it doesn't happen. Ultra walk away with the round, but back on the offense we go for Optic, once again going towards that A point.
Yeah, a lot of times you say, okay, cool, defense, we got that up next, but so far it has been 2 straight offensive victories, and that dominance only continues to roll. Ultra only 3 total engagements. Now make that 4 have gone down. Like we said, it's just really been A being totally dominated from either side. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Now for Optic Chicago, it is a battle back and forth. Who can be more dominant off the rip, trading blow for blow. And a 1v1 that's gonna last a decent amount of time. Ultra trying to get up in that mansion position just to make Optic's lives that much more difficult, but he gets found out, skunked toward the middle side of the map, somewhat aware of where Bance happens to be positioned. So with that, Optic looking to just really get out of their base, get some map control, and work on improving a little bit of that real estate. But with Skunk dropping there, it makes issues that much more greater.
Yeah, but if you're Optic right now, you have bedroom control. It's all about fighting through this middle of the map, though. Dashy's winning huge ones-on-ones across the map from bedroom, and that's going to be 3 dead. It's all going to be on Insight. This is going to open up Optic to try to push up through water side, but Insight's going to find that player in towards the middle map. Currently on the box 3, trying to work towards the streets. Kleenex is going to help him. That's going to be 6, looking for the 7th. Unfortunately, he's going to drop there, not able to pick up some streaks, but Ultra,
Optic winning it all. Rig basically.
Once again, take control of
They don't win. This is a setup.
Great play from
Rig
inside, as we
seen
said.
it for money. Absolutely rigged. I've seen it for money. This man has a
right
promise.
close. Insight going on the spree, and now it's Kleenex's turn, sitting at 4. Make it 5. Does get cut down, but as we like to say, presence without a doubt felt. But take a look at player 7. Envoy has made his way around. The problem being is that his teammates cannot even get out of spawn. The pressure from Ultra, so difficult. But what can Envoy do in this position? Vance, Ultra continuing
Lone, what songs
to cause
on that
problems.
new
You see
rod
the
are
life
crazy.
disadvantage, and with Envoy being in this spot, again, he's just waiting for somebody to come off of spawn, waiting for somebody to be in a position to join him, but he has yet to have that. 25 seconds left, and Optic, no more respawns left. Envoy makes his position known, and that play that had been waiting for so long to develop never gets the opportunity to commence. As Toronto dominant inside of the base, as they'll claim this round and go up 2 rounds to 1.
That was Vance is actually still in that.
They all gas.
He's gonna be able to drop there, but Ultra.
Crowd dead. I was thinking the same thing, but honestly, I'm
going down towards the middle.
Oh nah, they really are. We were so much more hype at ours.
They got a clean 4 dead. Was always keep bedroom. Once you keep bedroom control, it just spawns all of Optic towards the right side of the map. They have to overextend. You have to go through Zig, or you have to push through Raid. And unfortunately, Cammy's just eating them alive, spawn killing them in their base. It wasn't easy for Optic to try to get out, and it was just too easy on the defense right there for the Ultra.
All right, Stud. I mean, how do you do this, right? I mean, you're looking at the scoreboard right now. If comms have never been ladder, if no one has ever stepped up as the in-game leader, now is the time to do it. You sit on the other side, you're looking at series point right now from
I think if we were spanking them, the crowd would be
Insight already has
better.
some.
Way better.
What needs to be said, what needs to be done right now from Chicago, given the situation they find themselves in?
You got to put it all
So
on
we
the table.
getting blessed,
You got to leave your hearts
man.
on the. You gotta wear
Better
your
be some
heart
of them
on your
unreleased
sleeve
bangers,
and
I
just
heard.
play like it's your last day on
Must be an
Earth,
Optic
man.
crowd
That's a good way
always.
to start with 3 dead because it's a win to go home situation, man. As long as you can take control of bedroom on their defense.
Ain't no way
we've seen
Dash
it on
is
so far 2 defensive rounds, but that's gonna be another 2 dead. Optic right now, they're holding.
Yeah,
and
most
so far,
of the
Ultra,
fans,
they
a
haven't
lot,
been
like
able to touch
at least
that
the
8
ones
point.
that are in the front row and stuff, they're they're usually Optic fans.
As we mentioned, attack has
Here we
been
go,
the
Optic.
story so far. And right now, Toronto being silenced, but as we said, those streaks could be huge. Vance earns them, or at least decides to ping it, so goes for the information, and that's something Optic's gonna have to deal with, whether this round is the last one or even into the round 5. Streaks at the hands of Toronto, that's gonna help them clear out that 8 point. And Vance getting comfortable right in front of Optic's faces. They finally cut him down. And for a moment, Ultra getting a second to breathe. It's not just Vance, but now it's Kleenex again. Some great control from him. Overall trades, the SMGs.
This is the last event. You mean next year, bro? Commentator.
Really, this is what started off. We talked about Dashy potentially
Those
earning
people
streaks.
would
Now sits on
demolish
5 in a
me.
row. How great this could be coming into a round 5.
I could talk for a little bit, but
to get there,
being able to talk like
potentially one more
over the
push
game
left
like
from the
this,
Ultra
nah.
Boys.
He needs to get
That's
this.
why I'm
He
letting
needs
him
to
do
get
it.
these streaks. They can change the game. This is how you can get your teammates back into this with the utmost confidence. And with Formal shooting the way that he is, that's going to be a 3 spree. He shuts down both players from the Ultra on that 8 point, make it a 3rd. Now Formal working on some streaks of his own, and Optic, they are on fire. Formal is starting to warm up. That's going to be a 5 spree. Only 2 kills away from picking up some streaks, and that should be the round of Optic.
A 14-team streak to lock up the round where we said
Come on,
could be
boys.
their last. But they're
Look at
at least giving
Taylor.
us a round 5.
You see Taylor?
They very well could have some streaks, not just on one player, but 2 players. Dashy sits on 6, Formal sits on 5.
Are they about to play this
It's gonna
turn on
be
he
an
did?
explosive
Oh
battle,
my
most
God,
likely in
dude,
this
play it,
final round.
play it, play it.
It definitely is, but for the Chicago, they are 12-6 in these round
Listen.
5s. So they got a little ice to them.
He might
Especially
be.
if Dashy and Formal can pick up these streaks, they're so impactful.
Come
especially
on, the crowd
defensive
getting hyped
side.
now.
You know how strong that could be. Toronto
Hey.
on the offense.
Let's
You gotta
go,
keep in mind that
crowd,
Vance
turn me
has that
up.
artillery to work with, but he's not going to have any information because he already used that thing.
Here we go. Into the round 5. Is this the 3-0?
Help
or
him, help him, help him.
Is it the start of something special? Into the attack.
Oh no.
For the Ultra. No. They've already made some great
Ooh,
progress
I wouldn't
today.
have
They've set
done
up shop and
that.
They've set it up quite well. But you still got the 2
We
players
just got
alive
picked
who are
off.
hoping to get those streaks. So Dashy and Formal still alive, and they've got to be careful with their lives. Dashy gets cut down, and that is a massive kill to take. Meanwhile, Ultra do grab that A objective.
Oh my
Kleenex does
gosh.
get taken down, so a nice 3 wipe. And with that, Formal.
He
now sitting
just
on
gonna
6-0.
spawn and
He
do
realizes
that?
Now is his time to challenge, but he gets brought down to 50 HP. They know exactly where he is, and he can't win it either. 2 players that could have got streaks 1 kill away for both of them. And now 2 minutes to work with if you're Toronto.
But what Optic are doing so well is just keeping this bedroom control. The duo of Envoy and
He's about to
Dashy
get shot from a window.
right now
isn't
keeping this pressure towards this bedroom side. You have a couple players from Ultra playing a little bit slower, but Insight's able to spot him. Huge one-on-one engagement from Insight. And just keep in mind, he has the artillery and the cruise missile. And also, Bance has an artillery as well. So it's only a matter of time before all these streaks start getting rained down.
As we said, it's going to be fireworks, it's going to be explosives. How long can Optic hold on? And as we said, these early waves, it's important. But when are these streaks
Come
going
on,
to come
tied
into
up.
play? That's something Optic are going to have to be prepared for. So here comes the first, the cruise missile out of Toronto, and it cannot come in a better time. Kleenex takes down 2. The streak at least gets a little bit of information, but the stack starting to come in from Toronto. They've got 3 players on this point, but inside the 1 player trying to watch out for all of them does in fact get taken down, but
Let's
here
see this
now
push,
comes
let's see
the
it.
artillery. 1 streak down, now here comes the second. And they're gonna survive that 1-2 stud. Playing well off the start, and it's a trade back and forth,
go.
but a major fight for Formal to take. Bance does escape toward the back of the base, so that is something to keep in mind. Shuts down Envoy, but Optic are doing the work
He's
toward the
above
front
you.
side of Mansion.
You just got to keep in mind it's only a matter of time because Insight still has that artillery to work with. 16 and 16s in the life department, but right now, Cammy, he has control of Kitchen, and Formal's going to win a huge one-on-one from that basketball. So now it's all about on Optic holding. Optic are holding right now. But still, Kitchen control in favor of Toronto. This is a huge one-on-one, and Scump is able to win it versus Vance. Scump is able to find 2, and that's going to be 3 dead. 25 seconds left. Ultra, they have to pop this streak. They only have 1 good push left.
We used to play control a lot.
Artillery remains. 1 more push here from Toronto.
Oh,
Is
they're
this
getting
what we
streaked
call
right
curtains?
now.
They're going to need a stack. It's a trade to start into the 3 versus 3. The third streak is in, but it's a team kill. Inside takes
killed
down
his-
Kleenex, and Scump is going to be able to find one himself. Still 8
Yeah,
seconds left.
Insight.
Insight goes for a swim. Hanging out toward the backside of
Scump
Tiki.
needs help. He's
Gotta
only
get
shot in his
8 more
back.
seconds. Somebody from Toronto has to get on here to stop the clock. Panic starts to set in. Panic starts to set in. Could it be the
Yes,
hold?
yes.
Time, and
Let's
it
go.
will be.
Let's go.
Come
Not
on,
just
baby.
1, not just 2, but Optic hold off 3.
That's all we needed.
streaks
That's all we needed was a
in
little
this
bit of
round
cheers.
5 and keep themselves alive here at playoffs.
I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it, especially with the way that the round
Well,
started.
the nervous boys.
Formal
We
was
in my
on a
core
5
zone
screen.
if you feel
Dashy
like
was on a 6
offering
screen.
some of your
Those
prime
guys pick up
commentary.
streaks early into that round. They were able to close it out with ease. But at that point, when both of them drop, Toronto have 3 streaks to work
That
with.
team kill,
But
yeah.
Optic, they do such a great job at just making sure that they're getting these kills at the right time. And in this final moment right here, it's all in this streak usage. Once Insight drops his 3rd missile onto Kleenex, he was trying to get that position towards basketball. But once he drops, the double challenge comes in. Ultra are dropping like 5. Trades going back and forth. And with only 5 seconds left, you only have 2 players in a position to try to hop on this point. Just not enough as Optic stay alive.
One of the best single round holds that we've seen all year
What these
long.
stats looking
To
like,
avoid
man?
3 different streaks
29,
from Toronto. And like you
26,
said,
2
man,
negative, Scump.
We had Dashy, we had Formal both sitting on 6, and either of them
No, but
were able to
honestly,
get
that
them
should have been an easy
unbelievable
win.
stuff.
When I saw how many
And now
streaks
what
they
does that
had,
do, you think, for Optics
like,
Conference?
they
As we
can't
said, that is a
lose
huge
that.
run for them
Alfredo
to
was
take
some-
an incredibly
I mean,
long control
Alfredo.
game.
I said
But how does that
Alfredo,
change
I'm
things
dead.
up quick?
It's got to be amazing, man.
You about
You're
to
still
be-
alive in
oh.
this series. You forced
I'm not
another
gonna
match,
read that,
it's all
but
about bringing it for that next one.
I will
Lifeline
screenshot
is
it.
there. Optic able to bring it back here in the control, and we're going to be staying on raid for game number 4. Make sure
Wait,
to
what's
stay with
the
us.
last
It's
SMG?
only going to get
Express?
more intense from here.
I didn't see it. I just know we had raid hard point again.
4K L booty hole, boy. Stop playing with me. I got the screenshot already, Papa. I already got the screenshot. I already got it. Save. I'm gonna lock that thing up. Alright. We about to win 3 in a row, yeah?
Little reverse sweeping him.
Bang, bang.
Ooh.
Bang, bang. We got a minute. Hold on. I'm running to the bathroom real quick, chat. I'll put full screen.
So just put me on the screen, bro. I'll be.
You should just put me on the screen.
I'll give him some entertainment.
I'm thinking about to lose because you did what? Because I took that screenshot?
There is a status reserved for a select few throughout history. For those remembered for more than just a name, it's a title even kings die in vain for.
Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
You think he's done now? You think he's gonna stop here? You think you can stop him, Beezy? Oh my God!
To be remembered is not enough, because anything less than legendary is failure.
Accuracy, though, they line up! They line up for accuracy and he wins it! Are you kidding? Accuracy!
I need some applesauce, bro.
I hate how they made that a thing, bro. Brought back so many bad memories.
I know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League playoffs. How crazy was that round? How crazy was that? Did we make some noise? That was pretty nuts, right? Where the Graham all at? There it is. There we go. Had to wake him up a little bit. You know, there's honestly, all of us are just trying to wake up after how I mean, that put us all on our butts after how nuts of a round that was in that round number 5 on Control. Optic just narrowly managed to stay alive instead. They managed to win the round despite Ultra having 3
Oh, it is
different
Express
streaks.
SMD.
It was insane, man. I can't believe they got that done, but it
man.
was just the pressure that they put on Bedroom Control. 'Cause that's something that they weren't doing in the 2 previous defensive rounds. They were just playing back towards Tiki, towards Kitchen, just playing real safe. But when they were aggressive towards Bedroom, they were keeping that map control, and that's why they were able to shut down those streaks and eventually close out the map.
Oh boy, and now we're going to stay on raid from Control now to Hardpoint. I know we watched these
All right,
two
it's
face off a little
showtime.
bit in raid Hardpoint previously, but I guess off of that control, right? I mean, does your opinion of Optic change? Again, it's a round 5. You have to consider everything that we've witnessed. Obviously, momentum has got to be in their camp for the time, but it cannot be understated that checkmate was well controlled from Ultra.
It definitely was, man, but you could just tell Optic, they woke up, man. They were shooting different. Like, you had Dashy going on 5 sprees left and right, Formal with 6K damage right next to Dashy. Like, they were turning up right there. So they're going to need both of those AR players to really step up on a map like Raid because rotations are
we
such
do
a
this,
big
we win
part.
champs.
Without
We
a
do
doubt,
this,
are
we won.
one of the best
We win.
maps in Call of Duty history.
Come on, baby. You know
Having
the crowd's
another one
behind
be
y'all.
played
Let's
on
go.
its very ground.
Y'all can do this. Y'all are some old heads. Y'all played Raid and the OG. Please.
We'll take a look through the eyes of Optic to start over at P1 Ultra with preferred spawns to start things off.
Yeah, I was like, Scum's
They will have kitchen control looking toward the future, but again, you just think, gotta dig deep.
Come on, Dashy.
Knowing that your life is on the line and what could
Oh
be
my
ahead of you.
God.
That's a great clearance just then out of Optic. Dashy specifically
When they were
getting
doing
3
Bruce cams
kills to
every single
start off
time,
those
so I hope they were
opening
brilliant.
engagements. The ARs are frying to start. It's Formal from afar. It's Dashy up close. Trying to making a decent
Kleenex
impact
is really
here.
I'm right here, boy.
Himself back
I'm
on
literally
in as
sitting here.
Kleenex gets found out on the
Oh,
flank.
I
At
already
the very
changed my
least, his
scene.
presence does free up Ultra for the remainder of those seconds. With 20 left over at P1, it's Scump and the boys for Optic. They've decided to rotate through over at Kitchen, but it's flank after flank, both teams being aware of the positioning.
Yeah, there's a lot of spawns happening towards that backside of Laundry, but eventually Ultra are able to secure it, so now they're going to be able to set up for this P2 hardpoint, and this is a hardpoint that Optic have been struggling with quite some time, this P2 on how they want to break it, but early aggression coming in from Raid. Now it's all about pushing out the backside and making sure you're winning these engagements, because if they shut down this push right here, you have to try to flood through the front. You have to do this before their trophy system come into play.
Oh, and that's a big 2-piece coming in from Cammy, and now Formal left between a rock and a hard place. Does take down Vance at the very least, but just because of that Cammy kill, the double that he's able to find just instantly throws off Optic's chances. If that's not going to be 3, that's going to be 4. Cammy doing the work toward the backside of jungle, and with that, the front is going to be handled as well. Perfect plays out of Cammy. I don't want to say single-handedly shuts down the play from Optic, but boy, was he influential in that.
He definitely was, man. Just re-flanking those players that were trying to pinch her on the backside. It was a huge 2-piece, and then he proceeds to go through the middle of the hill. And Ultra, they hold this for a full 60. So now off the rotation, you see the pressure's already here. Just pay attention to the mini-map, though, because Insight's already at outskirts. Dash is going to have a huge one-on-one. Formal's trying to help him, but the pinch is going to be here. And Ultra off the rotation. That was beautiful.
And how often have we talked about P2 to P3? At times, this Optic roster in these money hills can really start to struggle. Kitchen has not been their best friend, and Garage really not a good counterpart either. A wonderful rotation set up here from the Ultra, getting ever closer toward that century mark, but through Jim we go, and it's Vance being able to handle a decent amount of weight as Kleenex is there for the trade. Excellent play so far from Ultra as they began this hard point with a wonderful showing, and if only continued to. Kleenex, that's now going to be a 3-in-a-row streak for him. Optic realizing, saying, out. Now P3 does not work out, but the best money hill is still ahead of us, and Optic are going to need just about every single second of it.
You've got to stop the bleeding. You have to get a good rotation, and that's a good way to start. As they find 2 in the feed, going to have Ultra still getting some good junk time off of that garage hill. And that'll put them at about up 100 points already, but you know how great this basketball hill can be to get right back into this game. They have full kitchen control, 1 player on the hill, but the pressure's going to be here. Vance opens up with the first. Now the pressure's starting to come through the back, and that's going to be 2 dead. There's only going to be 1 player from Optic on this point. Formal's trying to go big. He's able to find 2, and Envoy finds the 3rd. Last player from Ultra sitting in the back, but all of Ultra spawning out towards the top.
And you saw a few players start to line up. Inside accidentally takes down Cammy, so it's a 1 versus 2 trade favoring Optic in that situation. With 30 seconds left, Formal has been happy to accrue every single second that they can. Big engagement for him, is at least able to get the 1-for-1. Insight now hopping inside of the hill.
Nice.
Again, a major hill for Optic right now here in basketball.
Come on,
Cammy
there we go.
Also getting dealt with.
Everything's falling into place.
Like
Come
said,
on, they got
P2,
this.
P3, not the greatest of performances, but basketball is where Optic are going to have, like we said, to
They got
that's gonna be their
trophies
opportunity to
down.
bring it back, and they've done it up to this point. Few extra shots there from Envoy as
Lock
he
it
ends up getting
in.
taken down. Now our last hill of the first side of rotations. Toronto are here. Let's step aside and go to a listen now with Ultra.
One blue week, right side.
I have all the pillars. They're gonna be kitchen, okay?
Big fucking hell. Wait, Cam, I'm pushing that side now.
Okay.
Kitchen really bad. I'm coming back, so we got two kills.
Black man.
When they spawn, I'm pushing out now.
Okay.
Yep.
Hit into new.
He's in the left side. There could be war.
Yeah, no.
I can watch war.
Where we got, Ben? In kitchen. One shot dead. One more kitchen. Follow kitchen. Weak.
Go, Nick. Pillars and you go.
You go, Ben. You go. Weak. Formal.
Pillars. He's flanked Zig. One blue week. We're made two out.
What you got for me? We got two. I got you war. You go. Nothing more. You're gonna be kitchen. I'm going right. They're in new. They're in around. Okay. Right second.
One shot, man. Formal. Absolute. He's in new. No. Well played.
I'm going all the way around jungle. Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna do it. Listen, I'm doing such a deep pinch.
Okay, I'm jungle then.
What's in the kitchen? Come left side. Take our time, man.
This man
No, Dashy in the back.
turned his head casually mid-map.
It's fine.
It's close right kitchen. Ready, I'm sliding.
We're gonna be to our left, yeah. I'm watching your kitchen.
Nice.
Kitchen. Scum kitchen. Really weak scum kitchen.
Well, as the first set of rotations come to a close, it was a 100-point advantage for Toronto. Instead, the comms sound pretty good at Ultra.
Yeah, they're calm, cool, and collected, man. You hear Banshee say, I'm going for the super mega route to make sure I'm trying to set up this pinch. But Optic, they're not worried. That's going to be another 3 dead. You have one player in Insight who's trying to hold this back laundry area. But unfortunately, he's going to drop. And now Optic, this can be the turnaround.
He wasn't worried. I know. That's like,
P1 to that P2.
He's over there like talking to them. Like, I know they all next to each other.
That's going to be another 3 dead. Optic trying to bounce back into this one. Down only 50 points now.
Optic, welcome to Raid Hardpoint. They brought themselves back.
Oh my God, Olden showing up to a stream. Hello.
And now this next hill could very well bring us even. Formal getting dropped, but again, it's everybody having each other's clearance. Dashy once more put on the 5 spree, getting cut down. How many times has Dashy been put in those spots to earn streaks and just happens to be 1 kill away? But at least for Optic, you still have that spawn in your favor. A few start to line up. Dashy drops off the streak, but right off of spawn, having another big kill, taking down Cammy. Final player in the backside here is going to be Insight to deal with.
And this has been a great hold so far with 35 seconds. Optic have the
I haven't seen Biscuit. Yeah, Biscuit be doing his own thing. He be streaming. I be going by his stream sometimes. I wonder how he doing. He doing fine.
As well. And
he be streaming Apex.
This is a good 20 seconds,
but he streams on Twitch, though.
They're trying to set up for that garage hill this time around. You got a good chunk of time here. They're not trying to give it all to Ultra. That's going to be 3 down, Scump on a 5.
And look at the spawn. Look at the spawn. Ultra do spawn toward backside P2. So if you're Optic, you're happy to give away those seconds because now it's the race toward garage, and you placed yourself here.
Just keep calm.
Really, just in general, great timing here for Chicago. Pretty much a total reversal from the first set of rotations that we saw as P2, P3 handled from Toronto. This time, it's Optic at least starting off things
Do it
well.
to Vance.
Finding himself on the
Do it to him. Yes!
And he will. A massive streak to have, at least in your back pocket if you're Optic.
Ooh, get your next
this
streak.
one back down from 100.
Somebody give him a call out.
They're 10 seconds away from grabbing the lead.
And the King has just been going off. Envoy finds 2 in the feed, but if
Come on, somebody,
Dashy
let's go
finds
get
that kill
some-
onto Insight, it's going to be 25 seconds remaining. Optic are going to take
oh
the
my gosh,
lead.
Scump's going to get
Finally,
into
for
his
the
next
first
gunfight
time
by
on this
himself.
hard point. You got to keep in mind that Scump has
don't know
that
where
streak
they
to
at.
work with. He can break in towards this basketball hill with this artillery.
Okay, he got somebody with him now.
starting to get behind.
Envoy,
They
you
can
call
feel
that
it.
out
They
for him. You
possibly
help him
will
get the
force
next
game
kill.
5.
You start
Envoy,
to
you
feel it in
call
the
that
air.
out for
This
him.
Optic team
Envoy, you better
starting
bait.
to get
Negative already. Go
momentum
ahead.
behind them.
What are we doing, Envoy?
But a
Take
major
yours.
hill up next, but Scump having that streak decides to call it in early, and we'll see what this can do.
Oh my God, comes out the streak, gets a beam. He got his other streak.
And also finding a
Oh my gosh, let's go.
That's a 9 streak now for the King.
No,
Can he make it double
he should have had
digits
that
on the
kill.
Vance?
He could have.
This is a massive
he's gonna
fight
get shot
to
in his
take to the
back.
backside as his teammates are relying on him to go big.
Yes!
To do it. That's going to be 10 for
Oh my God.
putting the pistol away and allowing for the 74 to go to work, aware of the spawns. Toronto
Behind
still winning
you.
the fights
You're
toward
gonna
the
get
front
naded
side
or
of
something.
water.
Oh my God.
So this is great.
No.
Scott finally gets cut down. Ultra have done
Go,
the
he
job
went-
that they
he went
need
so
for the front
big,
side.
Seth.
But everything that Scump just got done, his teammates could not get to the point. So the cruise missile.
He
had
did
to
all
get
of
it
that,
back.
and they
He's
were-
able to find one. Formal with the second.
Come on,
That's
man,
gonna
get
be
on the
3 dead.
point.
15 seconds
Get
remaining here.
on
Ultra
the
can no
point.
longer win it. They have to think about the rotation though. 2:36. 222. Optic, if they get this 8 seconds, it'll be 230 to 236. They have to think about the rotation. That shit going big with a huge one-on-one versus Cammy.
We've got ourselves a 6-point game. Over toward P5 we go, and Bance, Kleenex, Ultra with the early trades. They only need 10 more seconds. Somebody from Optic have to get here off of spawn. Scump, he dies inside of our Envoy also.
He did all of that, and y'all couldn't get on that point.
Dashy as well. Can anybody from Optic get here in time? And they will not. Ultra hold off the near 100-point comeback from Optic Chicago. The crowd, the shots, everything seem to be favoring the green wall. But Toronto, as they have been all season long, they have been the hurdle, they have been the boogeyman, and they will continue to be that in their final meeting here at playoffs.
And it all comes down to that play with Scump, man. He was going on such a streak towards back jungle. If one of his teammates were able to find at least 1 or 2 kills, or at least set up the pinch, because he was doing everything.
What were they doing while he was killing everybody? I just want to know.
Get done, but his teammates just couldn't get to that hard point. Ultra were just holding so beautifully, even with the streaks getting called in. They were able to clutch up. They thought about that rotation to P5, and that eventually closes out the series for them.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a look back at that play as well, just to see it again, see exactly kind of what was happening. I know we were looking at Scump's point of view in that moment, but as you said, that position, that moment was pretty much it. I mean, that could have solidified it again.
We were watching Scump, so I don't know how those other gunfights were going.
Toronto able to hold off Optic, get the 3-1 win. It's been a back and forth year for Optic. As we said, yet to really, I think, get outside of, I think top 3 was their best.
What were they doing while he was getting all these kills?
Exactly.
Y'all had one job, literally.
But still lose by 20.
Everybody had over a minute on the hill. I'm done.
So right here, Optic, they were able to find 3 kills. But as soon as this 3-kill pops, you shouldn't even be worried about this young time. You have to think about big picture, getting off that rotation. And Scump, he was able to find 2, but he's the only player there. You have 1 player from Ultra sitting towards Waterside, 1 player from Ultra already at ring. They find that kills from Zig, but the pinch eventually comes in from Water Steps and from Pillars. It's just great work from Ultra, well coordinated to make sure they executed that break perfectly.
Yeah, just well played from Ultra, as we said, just this team, how great they have been, how great the communication has been for them all year long. They get the presence inside, and really, it's every single player going off. You see Cammy, you see Kleenex, you see Bance, and inside as well, having the biggest of performances, and you see what it means, how important it was for them to hold off Optic and now stay alive here at playoffs. A major series, one that lived up to the hype, but it's Ultra that get the job done once again. And what's that? That's what, 5-0 versus Optic with this lineup.
It's insane, man. They just could not beat these guys all year long. You go back all the way to stage 1. That was the only chance they beat Toronto, and that was when Metz was on the team. They didn't have the Rookie of the Year in Insight, and ever since he has entered that Toronto roster, he's just been such an impactful player.
Yeah.
Definitely my Rookie of the Year candidate for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, a number of different players having great performances here from the Toronto Ultra. As like we said, they get the job done in a 3-1 and stay alive here at playoffs. Again, we don't really know exactly how the rest of things are going to shape up, but that elimination bracket is looking very intimidating right now. But we're going to end it for us. We're going to go and send it down to Jess, who's joined alongside by Insight.
Thank you, Lando. That's right. I am joined by Insight for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Congratulations on rebounding from that tough loss earlier. You're living to fight another day. How do you feel that the team's been playing lately?
You know, I feel great. Obviously, the Dallas game didn't go our way. I felt like we could have won that. Came down to our last round. But, you know, to get a win against Optic, it means everything for the team.
So next up, you're going to be waiting to face the winner of Rocker versus Subliners. Is there a matchup that you kind of prefer there?
No, I feel like we're well prepared for both teams. So we'll just see who we play, and we'll take it as it comes.
So earlier today, I asked Bance to fill in the blank, and we had to censor him. Good thing it was a recorded interview. We asked him if Toronto Ultra do not win the title blank. Before we ask you this, are we going to have to censor you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, so if Toronto Ultra do not win the title, blank.
If Toronto Ultra do not win the title, at least we gave it our best.
That's fantastic. Well, Insight, thank you so much. Let's hear it for Insight for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight, and we're going to send it back on over to the casters.
How many people leave?
Thank you so much, Jess. Insight. Love to hear from
Thanks.
that guy as always. Well, I mean, like we said, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know in terms of how the Rookie of the Year conversation
Look
is
at
going.
Hex
The guy
recruiting.
that has to be at the top of your
Hex
list has a great
recruiting.
performance here, and obviously helps lead alongside the other Ultra boys in getting the job done. But we still have to take a look at our scuff play of the game, and specifically, we're taking a look at Cammy here on Moscow Stud.
This was a
My
decision
chat
maker.
said they were
Like,
checking
keep
their
in mind,
DMs.
this guy
West
was
Camp was
sitting in
getting
the
all the
corner,
kills.
but like I said earlier, he knows that two players are definitely going to go for the challenge, so he challenges himself. He finds
doing
the first kill, backs
everything.
Envoy down with the nade, finds the second, and then turns around and just catches Formal with his pants down. Easy three-piece for Cammy. One of the MVP candidates that we had on the year.
shouldn't
He
even
just had himself a
be
great
in
series.
losers, bro. They
Excellent
shouldn't even
series
be
from
in
Cammy.
losers
Excellent
right
series
now.
from Toronto as they stay alive and take down Optic Chicago in a 3-1. When we come back after the break, it is the desk covering that series and setting
I
us
think
up
this
for
game
our
just fucking
final
hates us,
match
bro.
of the day. It's Maven, Merc, and Nameless after this.
All I know is pain. Well, Rocker better turn
Out of
up
the
so I feel
dust.
better.
A legend is born. Born for the game.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
The Queen's at the event.
Yeah, he posted a picture of his shoes.
I don't know why people like to be so far away from like the screen and like the people. There's some people posting stuff on Twitter and they're like way in the back. Like I'd be like,
Yeah, because they said there's no. Like, I think they put the VIP like. Remember the VIP section was behind front row anyway, so I don't want to sit in VIP. I want to sit front row.
Yeah.
FaZe versus Empire is gonna be a game. We will see.
Nah, FaZe will take that. Hopefully. I bet that's gonna
Did
be
you
a
see the way
3-1.
Simp was playing today? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna go 3-1 in favor of FaZe tomorrow. I think FaZe wins it all. Like this is their game. If they win 4 of the 5 events, or 4 of the 6 events technically, that'd be wild.
I can't look at the fucking
Timeline?
YouTube chat, bro.
Oh, the YouTube chat? Yeah, I have it full screen. Yeah, YouTube chat. You can't do it.
I literally am getting pissed just looking at that shit.
8 years of pain as an Optic fan.
All I know is pain.
T2R.
It's time to play some of that raw.
Don't say that shit.
It says time to.
You know what I need? I need 2017 Formal. I need Formal to hit the gym and get to it.
Yeah, motherfucker was breath trying to get to basketball court right there, man. He was gassed. He couldn't get there.
Was that their like Optic is out?
Yeah,
There is no chance of Optic being in Championship Sunday. I wonder what viewership's ought to look like.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be good. I mean,
I'm sure they'll hit
viewership as it was
100K,
when,
but
like the beginning when
the ending will hit.
Toronto and Minnesota were in it. I mean, there was no viewership. Once there was a little bit of what's happening. Why are
Hello,
people
welcome
talking
back
about
to
a comeback?
CDL playoffs. The desk, Maven, Merc, Nameless. I'd like to start things off with, you were both wrong. Thank you. Yes, we were. That's correct.
Zoom in on people being sad. It hurts.
So I couldn't be right or wrong. But I'm curious, how do you feel though? Because you both felt like, you know, they've struggled this matchup all year. You thought this was going to be the time they did it, but it felt like more of the same.
No, that
More
was.
the same.
They just had that
focus a little bit
picture.
more on Ultra. The adjustments they made from Hardpoint in their first series going into that one were just insane. They looked lights out. in
Yeah, they
Hardpoint
lost.
there.
We're about to
You got
watch
big performances out of
Rocker.
Players like Cammy, it just seemed like time and time again when they needed to get a break, they got it done.
Cammy won them that series. I mean, literally, he did it in the first hard point. He did it in the Search and Destroy. That big round, I mean, we even just saw it in that game number 1-4 just towards the end, picking up that flank on the Shump. Shump wins that one. Who knows what happens at P5? But when Cammy had EOB, he did.
Well, speaking of one of those moments, they were going to look at game 1 hardpoint when he had some spectacular moments, I believe, on P2 and P4, and you guys were like, holy hell. I think you even tweeted, like, Cammy just won them this map.
Yeah.
He was special throughout this show. Take me through it.
No, he absolutely was. And, well, I mean, this is just where Cammy was really big, was right around this P5 area, just time and time again. And, well, it was right before this. Cammy was actually the player who found
Rocker and
3 kills
FaZe
on
are the only other 2 people I would want to see win.
Called in, but everybody is just staying alive. And Cammy being one of those players on the hill, just staying down, looking over his teammates. But what, it was multiple times where he's the lone man on the opposite side of the map from his teammates. He flips his spawns by himself as he finds individual kills, just one-on-one after one-on-one. Cammy was just doing it all.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, he got those 3 kills on that rotation, and it also happened again on P2. He went around the back, he gets a big gunfight win, stays alive, finesses until his teammates can get there. I mean, the guy's just out there lone wolf status doing the thing.
So I saw a stat from, I think it was round
You
11
think they're
stats.
changing
tweeted
the
right
roster
after
next
that,
year?
that when you talk about all the hard points on Checkmate for Ultra,
Yeah, I think they
they're like
will.
plus 400 when you talk about seconds, objective points on P5.
I think they talked.
The closest of
figure
the
out what's
rest is
going
like
on.
plus
Bro,
130.
they did that.
Joe, what does it take for one team to, I guess, be really lights
Bro,
out on a
literally,
hard
if
point?
they
Like, how do things
stick
click
it
like
somehow,
that?
Well, I
they
think
have
that's
to
just
bring
them
fucking
rotating,
Damon.
right? Winning those spawns.
Nah,
I think
Rocker
Damon
went
is
off
the
on
one.
their own and did whoever they got to edit that video.
When they know
That
they
video
have
is
to flip the
it.
spawns, they go for
I
it.
hope
It's
they
their
about to play it,
opportunity of,
right?
all right, if we
Have
don't
y'all
have the
seen
spawns,
Rocker's
what
new
do we need
intro?
to do? That's when you
Yeah,
always
that's-
saw someone
it's
hitting
clean.
frontwood, just playing their life, being annoying.
I want
It's what
somebody to make
Toronto
me a
Ultra
video
has
like
done all
that,
year.
but with
They've
a
been
green
so
eye.
good at just making individual plays, but then the teamwork shines.
Well, Ant, I know you didn't pick Ultra in that series because you thought they were a little bit flat in the last one we watched, but now
I was
they
saying
come
if
out
they
like that, they
somehow
get a
stick
convincing
it,
win.
they
I should have known we were gonna
Right.
lose. This man was
100%
rooting
this
for
is a
us.
team
He
that
usually
can win.
always
I
is
mean,
talking
even in that
about
search and destroy on Moscow,
we're the
like,
underdogs
Optimus had
and
their
we
roles
not
in
gonna
that map, but
win.
that's one of the
Today he
better
said we
search
was
and
gonna win and we
destroys
lost.
when they
I'm
come out and look like that. So,
upset.
yes, Ultra, if they're winning hard points, I mean, it's going to be tough to take them down. They might make the full run.
Well, let's take a look at well how it's gone and how it's going.
Rocker and
with regards to the
subliners.
bracket
Come
for
on, Standy gonna
championship
put down
weekend.
Clay right now.
You just saw the Ultra versus Optic matchup, and now I guess we can kind of transition across. Let's start talking about subliners versus Rocker. This is a tough one to choose, John. I don't want picks yet, but I guess kind of how do you feel about this matchup?
Well, I think, you know, Chance was talking in the back. This is just not a matchup that we've seen very often. I think they've played twice. You know, it's 1-1. So I think for, you know, both of these teams, it's really not a matchup that we see too often. So
they've never played with these rosters.
Well, there you go.
We've never seen it. So it's going to be interesting, right? Like, because you look at this matchup and it's like one team's good at 2-3-5, one team's good at 1-4. Who takes it?
Well,
Yeah, nah, alone. I was spectating the one guy and I swear I saw he had
How does
the
it change the preparation?
crony
maybe when
joint
you've
plugged
literally
in. I'm
never
telling you,
played
he
each
was
other at?
cheating. I think
Well,
his
I
name
mean,
was
for
like
these guys
Cammy or
going into it, they
Kleenex or
haven't had
something.
much time to prepare for this match, right? Because Rocker didn't expect to be in this position. New York is just coming off of that loss.
Did you
so
say, Luke?
it's really just going to be coming in and doing your best. You're not going to have that
I
much
know.
preparation whatsoever. So looking at this, I mean, map 1 in the vetoes is Garrison. New York 7-0 on that map. So for Rocker, like Hardpoint might be very tough in this one.
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't linked your YouTube account with your Call of Duty account in the chat, make sure you go do that because when you watch the stream over there, there's rewards that you guys are going to be able to get all weekend. So if you haven't been logged in, Lone, I'm sure you're not logged in.
And I think that's
Make
what
sure
made
your
this
account's
interesting 'cause,
connected so you
know,
can
you'd
get
probably
those
say, well, NYSL, they've had a
blueprints.
really tough day,
Boy.
but they played Atlanta FaZe, and it was just a 3-0. And again, so they have to bounce back from that, similar to the way Toronto Ultra just did. You know, you got a game under your belt. You got to fix your mistakes, but you got to forget about the loss, and that's when the leadership like Clay comes into play.
All right, well, we've got a couple of minutes before we're actually heading to break for the next match. So I want to ask you real quick. We're going to go back in time, man. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Optic, it's a tough loss. It's been an up and down year. We know there's a
But
lot of
logging doesn't
commotion
remove
around
skill.
people being
I
available. You
mean,
saw the entire Surge team
yeah,
let
bro,
go.
for sure.
You think
Yo, what's going on,
changes are in
Cassidy?
the future, or is this something
Welcome
you
to
stick
the
with and
stream.
work
How
on
you
like you did
doing?
throughout the course of the year?
Oh man, that is a tough question, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You know
I'm
what?
hurting
I
right
think you
now.
definitely entertain it. You look at what happened this year with a lot of these teams. You think a roster like LA Thieves probably going to make some more shuffles. You got some players like Octane now that are out there. So I think you have to entertain it if you're out there in Chicago. They have a fantastic core roster, but they weren't able to figure it out this year.
Me?
What means that?
Lie?
What makes it different that they'll be able to figure it out?
Why would
next
I do
year?
that, bro? You didn't see the leak? Apparently,
It's
there's
a
not
tough
even going to
question.
be
For me,
you know,
I've said it
skill-based
all year. I think
matchmaking,
it just
you
comes
know?
down to preparation and just
So-
the way they practice. The fact that you're making the same
It'll be
mistakes
all right.
over and over and over again.
Anti-cheat
there is a
coming.
core
We're about
issue
to
here.
just
I
be
don't
playing
it is.
Timmy's
we're not
again,
there
bro.
every
Come
single
on.
day, but something might have to change.
Okay, I was just curious on your thoughts. I know it's hard to answer
That was a
because
good one, though.
we don't know where things are going to go. But now let's focus back to the match at hand, the one coming up and around the corner for Rocker versus NYSL. It's time to get our picks in. Ant, we'll start with you.
3-2
Who
Rock.
y'all got?
They're going to come out and take it in 2-3-5, get it done there in the round 11 at the end.
Okay, 2-3-5. Rocker win. Joe.
Luke, who you got?
I'm doing NYSL 3-1. I think that they're just going to bounce back. I think
What-
it wasn't
what-
their best
what,
showing in that first match against
what
Atlanta
score,
Phase,
though?
and then they come out guns
3-1?
blazing.
Well, boys, I appreciate you being just
Sketchy
incredibly
here?
insightful, talented,
Yeah.
and beautiful as
What you
always
guys
on the
guess?
desk. But that's going to do us here for headquarters. We're getting ready for our
I said,
final
who do
match
you have?
of the day. It's
Oh,
been a
for
bloodbath.
the
The
match?
action
Yeah,
continues
Subliners
on.
and-
Miles a chance to breathe the action with
New
Rocker
York.
NYSL on the other side of this.
What map count?
3-2.
So
We'll
Lurk
go
said
to game 5
said
and
3-1
then
Rocker, and you said 3-2
Subliners.
Subliners.
They'll take the
Alright, so, man,
Wow, we
you're
gotta
gonna put
kick
the
him.
$5 I just won you.
I mean, they're Subliners. is
So how many
cheaper.
games did y'all play for?
Okay, so what pissed me off was we won the first one, then we were playing the second one, and we said there's a hacker. Neslo acknowledged there was a hacker, but kept playing the game. And then when they died, they were like, "Oh, you said hacker," and I was like, "Nah, what?" And we won that. Like, we came back, we won our gulags, came back, landed somewhere else, got more kills, and we were up. And then after Neslo and Testy died, then he
They
backed
said,
us
"Oh,
out.
you said it was a hacker."
Yes,
Oh wow.
exactly. And I was like, "No shot."
Yeah, if he was having a good game, he would have just. Yeah. Either way, you won though. So.
Nah, we turned up last game. Like, it was wild. Me and Sketchy were one human.
I hope somebody got the footage. I would love to watch. I gotta hear these comms. I don't think I've ever heard Sketchy be serious, bro.
It was wild.
Wait, what?
Sketchy just be like, "You guys are so fucking annoying."
Some tweeted, so I was looking at that.
Oh, is it long?
No, he was just like, it's such a disappointment of a year. And then it said GG Strato.
How we got a scump informal, and we go out like that? And Daffy?
An envoy, like, what? Like, how are we doing this?
I'm gonna grab some food, bro.
All right, what you about to get?
Let's see what's in the kitchen. If not, then I'm gonna grab some tacos.
Tacos. I'm not gonna lie, I had me some before the stream. I might pass out directly after the stream. I really didn't get much sleep last night, and I had to be up.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become
We're not
immortal.
going out like that, man.
To be remembered.
I want to feel what it's like to play against a full team of pros.
Anything less than legendary
Huh?
is failure.
Yeah, I do. You only get better if you get beat up on. And why did they make this a freaking cinematic? I hate, like, this. I literally was just like, bro, this is like bad vibes. They made a whole cinematic from theater mode. Like, whoever thought of this video idea, I guess that was fire. I just wish it wasn't us.
Yeah.
All right, folks, it's your last match of the day, and it is an elimination clash.
Wow.
One team will be going home, one team will be moving on. I'm Golden Boy, your host. A pleasure to be here as always. And let's just jump.
I wonder how it feels on the stage with those lights. Like,
Your first team. the
yeah, are
Kings
they
of the
hot?
North, The Minnesota Rock.
Ooh, rocker intro. Big stand. Bro, so I'm gonna have somebody make me something like this with a green eye.
Go back the Minnesota
Nestle had 17, Sketchy had 13, and Tesky had 10.
Look at the boys. This man started walking away already.
No surprise here to be in a position to move on in this competition, looking for another.
I look you on some rocker gear. Their merch is fire.
At the stage
You know who,
finals,
the person
can
who made
they
their logo?
do it again? Can they stave off defeat against the NYSL?
The person
team
who made
that
their
they
logo,
are
what?
not familiar
Made my
against
overlays,
here.
right?
Both
All my
squads, as a
overlays,
matter of
right?
fact,
Okay.
barely playing against
Dang.
each other. Your starting
She's probably
lineup
getting that.
standing.
Is it a girl or a guy?
Major Maniac.
Oh yeah, she's probably. I wonder if she like gets a continuous bag or was it like a one-time payment?
I wonder if it was like, hey, you make this, we'll give you one lump sum if you sign over the rights to this logo. I guarantee that's what it was, because they can't afford someone else owning the rights to their logo.
Yeah.
I gotta be like, hey, we'll pay you this substantial amount of money.
Mac with the first blood. He just jumps on in. A flurry of kills through. Mac, though. Mac gets 3. What a second half of the
Why these clips gotta be 180p, bro?
Big Mac. Upward timing. He gets flushed out. But a Seaman Mac, that crossfire so good. A Seaman. Oh, give it to him. Takes down the entire side of FaZe.
This is just efficient work right now. As Hydra PAs the entire team straight in front of him, gets a couple shots. Now look how much he just
Not 1080. Who edited this? Gotta talk about their render settings. What is going on?
Making their way to the stage, the NYSL.
Let's see if Placer stops that yelling.
After the crushing defeat against the Atlanta FaZe, the New York Subliners are turning to the veteran Clayster to lead them. Clayster, the first COD player in history to win every championship accolade. He, of course, is no stranger to these parts here. Whether or not the New York Subliners can pull one through is yet to be seen, but it will be a tough battle for both squads. As I mentioned before, not very familiar with one another, so we have no idea what either team could be bringing to the table here today, but your roster is going to be Mac, Hydra, Asim, and Clayster. One more time, give it up for the New York Subliners. And now it is time to jump into the action. Send it to your casters. Come on, Galen Center, let me hear you make some noise for your casters. You got Miles and Chance.
Oh, Galen Center, this is going to be an absolute treat. It's our last match of the day, but we promise.
Dang, not showing the empty seat.
Right?
What a tournament.
From
start to finish, like
Yo, if this, man, if this was 2 years ago, this place is packed out. I can't believe this place isn't full.
And it just a gauntlet of a day for so many of these teams, right? You got New York that are coming off a loss of a very quick 3-0. They had to play against FaZe, so it is the bounce back for these guys. How quickly can they make the return? And honestly,
bounce back.
Me up, right? Clay, early to the crowd.
I want to see a
They
3-0
count
standy.
the crowd giving it
I'm gonna go
right
grab
back
some
to
food. I'll be
them.
back
So,
in like 15, 20.
Bye, bye, bye. See you later. Hopefully the game's over by the time you
So much fun today. All right, let's get right to it then. Game Fuel keys to victory. Let's roll right in. Chance, New York Subliners, let's roll.
I mean, dude, the entire thing is about the mentality, right? You just wipe that series out of your minds. And something that was happening, like we had that listening right from map number 1, little bit sloppy, not a ton of small talk. And they started making some key mistakes, easily getting broken on rotation, sometimes not even blocking spawns on like that raid P4. So they got to clean up the gameplay, and they got to clean it up very fast. Now, admittedly, now they got the series under the belt. A little bit of the pressure, I won't say is off because now it's elimination time, but let me tell you, it is different when you have to play against FaZe. So get that one out of your mind. For Minnesota Rocker, though, it is a player-specific thing that I'm thinking about. Hardpoint is where it has been a struggle for these players, and Standy is the guy that can turn things around. Throughout Stage 5, when he is popping off, and when he does, it is great. A 1.4 in his wins, the man can take over, but when he is struggling, when he cannot find those kills, well, the the respawns simply just do not go their way. And well, speaking of the respawns, if you can't win the hard points, you better be damn sure you win the controls. You get a Garrison where they have a 4-1 record throughout stage 5, so they do have that safety net, but you gotta make sure that you are winning those offensive rounds.
There's your maps and those. Garrison hardpoint up first. We have a checkmate in there as well. Raid, search and destroy for map 2. Map 5, standoff. First time we've seen it here at playoffs. Right smack bang in the middle there, though. The control game mode will be Garrison. Have to steal a respawn. We need to get one of those hard points. Coach of Minnesota Rocker was like, that is going to be the goal for now. Here we go.
And the reason he's even saying just steal a respawn is just because of how goddamn good their S&D has been. I mean, they've been looking like, at times, the best search and destroy team in the world, at least throughout stage 5, where they got that safety net. Even for the standoff throughout stage 5, 3-0 record. They've been perfect. Even for the raid, 3-1 record, nearly perfect. So their search and destroy has been impeccable. That being said, New York is just one of those teams.
I've been waiting to see me some Garrison.
Back against the wall when they're
I
given
know
some
everyone's been
weird
banning
situations
Garrison.
I've been waiting to see me some Garrison.
I freaking hate this map. The spawns are so jinky on
of course,
Garrison.
long way to go before
So
we
hard
get
to
to the
control
search and destroy.
spawns because they're so big.
Garrison hardpoint. Where we're
I
gonna
recently
start
got a
things
nuke on
as
here,
well.
so I kind of like it now.
1-5 record for Minnesota. The hardpoint struggles have certainly been present on Garrison in a 3-0 on the side of New York.
I thought I'd never get a nuke on this map.
That means New York needs
I sat in this room the most of the game though, but that's not
Statistical advantage coming into this first map. And I want to say, I don't know where you are, Rocker staff. I saw you handing out t-shirts and little glow sticks. I see you winning the fans over. We appreciate your efforts. There you
go,
are,
Standy.
maniacs. Right, let's get it. Map number 1.
Oh, yeah, chat, we uploaded our Standy video today as well. You guys gotta go check that out.
A lot of stuff.
Oh, and that is the man that you want to get the hot hand if you're on the side of Minnesota. But if you talk about a player that can respond well, Hydra's able to pick up too. But in spite of the mistakes made, New York will take that small little opening, get inside this hill, and try to set up for this next wave of kills. Obviously, it is very early on, and they're playing that set of rotations, but just that little warm-up, sort of standard, trying to get the flow of things and make sure you get in the mix. Again, communication from both of these teams is key.
Key in the Call of Duty world, Major Maniac. Ooh, that would have been something special, though. He will drop still hardpoint in the hands of Rocker. Time accumulating their way. Standy, our player of the stage for that Major 5. Incredible performance from them. They have yet to really catch fire here at playoffs. But so far, a nice start indeed. First hard point cleaned up. Second hard point towards the top side of the screen. And the New York subliners already in position. It's going to be theirs.
And they're playing a setup right now. They're expecting a lot of this pressure to come in through light side. That's why actually Asim, he is ready to help Mac out. He's right next to him. Where Standing gets the kill. Boom. Asim, that is a homework being done. They know where these players from Minnesota like to push. So again, that little extra something, that prep work coming in full effect. As so far, so good. Looking for the full 60 as Minnesota, though, Priesta. Gunfights like that open things up on P2.
And here we go. Claystead, last player up in the hill till the reinforcement
Hey,
shot. Standy
Standy.
wants to push forward. Asim, though, here he comes forward, but with the teamwork covering him there, the hard point goes down, and with that, subliners, they will now take the lead. 25 seconds remaining on this one. Trophies are in and about, and they're going to do what they can now to hold this time, push on through towards third. As New York, they have managed to find a resurgence of life here after that nice opening from Rocker.
And I think Attach, that's like 2 teammates, one on himself, one on his friend, and well, that's something that needs to be cleaned up just a little bit, just those little weird hiccups that you have. And keep in mind, there's a couple spawn outs as well, so you got to battle at that old hill while Minnesota are trying to lock down for new. Asim for New York, though, leading the charge for his team. He's gotten into tools and he gets caught, Standy, aware as ever.
Yeah, Standy not letting anyone get through, nor's Major Maniac. We're looking at Attach now, just keeping an eye on that flank. Over to Standy inside the hard point. Head on a swivel. Eyes on tools. Now eyes towards the dark side of the map. And here come the subliners. Standy will be the first line of defense.
Why are they always reloading?
Priesta, though, the next
He didn't even
Again,
shoot,
the hard
bro.
point now been opened. No one there that can grab it just yet. It's an open hard point. No one close enough. Is anyone going to get in there? Hydra makes his way forward. Standy and Priesta still holding this one down. And Charles, an interesting bout. Still looking towards next with just about 20 seconds on the clock here. Not a whole lot going on in mid-map as far as Rock is concerned.
Yeah, you saw the name of the game right there from New York.
Yeah,
it's not to try
okay.
to break the hill, but just to keep the enemy out of it. And well, they stripped away a little bit of time, but now actually a portion of the map is open. Rocker, a small opportunity to start working themselves through dark, working themselves through caution. And well, Priest is there, ready for it. So is Asim, but they found the opening. As long as you deal with these players from lights, you can keep New York out of the hill, and it is going to be a scrappy fight before either team can secure a ton of time.
Looking to secure that time now. Rocker in on the hard point, looking to find those kills. 2 so far. Things are looking good. Can they push this lead further? Let's go for a quick listen in and see how Rocker are doing.
I have L.
Try to stay up. Top green, top green, top green. Hold my caution.
I have your caution. Top green. I'm looking green. Top green hill. Play aggressive here. They're spawning green hill, guys. They're all spawning bricks. Green play weak. I have a green dead. One's arch on me.
Watch out. Yeah, I'm jumping up. Okay, top green. Ace and top green. One's just spawn behind green.
They're gonna start splitting, guys. One's back down weak. Hydra.
You're backloading, Max.
Hydra's front out. Nice, go in. Stay alive here. We're flipping them. Yeah. Rails the P1. Rails the P1. Okay.
I'm looking mid. I'll see P1. I'm needing P1.
I got play dead.
Don't guys low green on me. Matt green, dead.
Where are you spawning?
Still spawning in the back.
Still spawning in the back.
Backloading.
I'm in you. Alright, I'm gonna play for March.
I got new time.
What's that old? I'm just sitting here.
One shot deep.
I have mid.
I'll film brick.
Mid, Clay, tools, dead.
Nice, more maybe.
I'm staying out.
One be arch on me. Mac was float. The rest one in the back. It's Mac.
Alright, I'm gonna turn bricks. Actually, you turn bricks. Back here. I'm helping for Mac.
I think they might work up out on me. Yeah, I think they're working out. Hydra's back dead.
Back low. Don't see Mac.
One was mid. Dead.
Under be green maybe?
Yeah, he's looking for Mac. He's the last guy. Mid telling me, wait, be up.
All that. I'll get you. I'm gonna help you back alley.
Chance, one of your game fuel keys to victory was Standy's going to pop off, and Standy doing just that. 17 and 7.
I mean, bro, 3 pieces, and it's not just the kills that he's getting to be the factor, even the communication, helping his teammates out, telling Attachment he needs to stay alive. Standy right now, Mr. Do It All, and for a team that is 0-3 in hardpoint throughout this tournament so far, and on this map throughout stage 5, 1-5.
Wow.
Standy is putting in work to turn things around, and Priesta right behind him. That's going to be a 4 spree for him.
Yeah, Standy, you got a 3-piece. Hold my game fuel. I'm on a 4 spree right now. Here we go. Priesta and the rest of Minnesota Rocker pushing the lead forward. Here comes the rest of the New York subliners trying to make their way in on this one. They've cleaned out bricks. Now it's over to the first hard point. Back in the second set.
A little bit of love for the team, and for good reason. It wasn't just Priest, now Attach responding with a 4 spree of his own. New York, someone needs to start kicking it up just to deal with the SMG pressure, because again in the feed, Standy making an appearance. That's a clean 4 down, and that is a 5 spree. It is streaks that New York now need to be concerned about, because Attach is not just that. He's got the power position, he's got the rotation, and a couple players coming his way. These are gunfights that are almost difficult to lose unless Clayson can find the timing, and he can't, because of course Standy is there to protect his boys. Standy's got 20. Attach wants some streaks, and they got a 100-point lead.
6 in a row right now for Attach as it starts to get real quiet. New York sublines are being put to bed so far. They need to find a sign of life, and quickly, because the light is slowly but surely fading. New hard points up. Over towards second in our second set, top of the map, it's all theirs. Attach will be dropped. Unfortunate timing, but it's 3 for the New York subliners now. An opportunity to go forward. Mac lighting up the kill feed, looking to turn this around slowly but surely, and they're in a great spot to do it now.
Yeah, talk about a potential momentum shift, right? You get that early rotation, you're doing everything right, going on streaks, and then boom, all 4 players die in New York. They will take that for sure and try and run with it. And Mac knows the situation. They know no one spawned out yet. All eyes are forward, and he's able to take him down, and well, 2 players surging. They're going to be able to drop him, but even still, look who's spawning out. It's the Minnesota Rocker. Look who's starting to try to work on that rotation. It's Clayster, but he gets caught. Hydra's there for the response, but they get taken down, and hey, there you go for Minnesota, right? Don't let the game get too out of control. Make sure you're secure on this rotation, and that's what Major Maniac is concerned about. Metal boots all the way on that right side of the map. Knows he's waiting for his teammates to spawn up right next to him. It's about a 50-point lead. Minnesota can really start to run away with this game on this next hill.
Good job not to let it fall into the hands of the subliners there, as this would be a very different looking hard point so far. As you called it, Major Maniac number 6, far right hand side of the map. He's pitching a tent, and he is big chilling while his teammates pick up the time. Priesta, the defensive line.
Oh my God.
5 in a row. Priesta had no right getting that one. Hydra comes in with the trades, but is it enough? The time still ticking. 200 points crossed now as Rocker, the finish line's in sight.
And someone needs to make the big play right now from York. It's going to be a couple plays trying to flood out, but look who's out.
Oh my
God. The flank is perfect from Attach, and a suffocating one at that. You got to clear him out. You got to go so far. It's a hike across the map, and well, Asim, he spawns out, but number 8, he's ready for it. You got Standy inside the point.
Go ahead, close this out.
They're just getting chopped down left and right. You got the spawns flip over towards New. 100 3-point lead. Minnesota, they have this game.
How are you? We're
firmly
good. How are
in
you?
their grasp.
There's to lose. Over
Well,
towards trash.
we're kind of
Hard point, now we
sad,
go.
but
Standy, this is an
We'll
awkward
be
fight.
okay.
He's going to stay alive. Trust his teammates. They pick up the
We'll
kills.
regain.
Clay, though, now looking to make their way forward. Hard point in the hands of Rocker. The kills have got to be concise and very fast now for the subliners. You've got to go, boys. You're starting to run out of opportunities. Mac making his way forward. He goes down. Hydra looking for the flank now. But again, the Rocker defense so strong. But here we go. It's the father and son combo. Priester finds himself another 5 and Chance 10 seconds. It's all they need. And Rocker can call map 1 theirs. Will they get it done here? Looks like the subliners have managed to get in just in time.
They're just waiting to put a stamp on this game. Even in the kill feed, you see Minnesota still racking up these kills. It is the final few moments. Stanley's made his way.
Did he get him?
Down with them.
Oh, he didn't chow. If he chow, he win
wins
that, right?
For the trades.
It's
It's almost just a victory lap these players are waiting to take. A couple
Ooh,
more ticks go
they don't
by,
need it.
and
They don't
this
care.
has
They didn't
just
need that
been
kill.
a
It's okay.
Dominant performance from
Priester
the
went big
Minnesota
that
Rocker.
Oh
Keeping that
my
momentum
gosh.
A team that when they are
I'm
down,
feeling
they
I'm
are
feeling
at
a
their
3-0.
Losers bracket.
I'm telling you, I
This is
think
not
I
a
was-
place that they are afraid of.
When I said
An
3-1, I was
explosive
being
start to the
generous, so I was
series,
thinking
and the
Hydra
stats are
might
going to show it in a
do
moment.
something
Brilliant
crazy
stuff
in
from
the surge.
Standy, though. Again, we gave him a lot of praise there in the Game Fuel Key, saying he was the player we really needed to see go, and this was the exact moment. The absolute pop-off. The kill on the Clayster may have been the last one, but important kills nonetheless.
Switch him said,
A
I'm feeling
swing of
a
momentum
quick sweep
finally going the way.
Yeah, I saw
of
she
the
said that.
series.
I wanted to say
And we've heard Sandy talk about it, right? That like rookie of the year battle that's like coming through, right? Well, one name that hasn't even come out of Standy's mouth so far as I'm aware is Hydra. He's not even concerned about him. And well, in that game, maybe there's a pretty good example why Standy just completely taking it to him. That was one of the close to
That rocker
carry
controller
sort
is
of
sexy. I
performance.
have
He
a
set the
controller
pace from the start
addiction,
and is
guys.
setting his teammates up. 5K damage. No one on his own team could even
Y'all are
get
gonna
close
see
to
when
him
I'm
'cause
rich,
he was
I'm gonna have a
frankly
wall
just
full of
leaving a
controllers.
path of destruction behind him. And hell, a minute and 23 seconds in the hill, the kid literally could do it all.
Well, there we go. The Roosters of Ragnarok
Lurk
may
and
be
be like, let me
crowing
hold the
already
controller a
for the New
minute,
York subliners, unless they can turn the ship around. Time for a quick commercial break. When we come back,
But you're
Search and
playing on
Destroy
PS5, right?
At the playoffs.
Controller, I mean.
Yeah.
It's the Battle Beaver one though? Okay. I don't know. I might be a little different tonight. You know, I got the fresh sticks. I might be a little different tonight, Alert. Yo, like, I feel like I'm about to do something crazy. I can't stop looking at it. It's white, so I'm gonna have to be so careful with you. I can't put no Cheeto stains on you. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. I just saw an actor get blocked by SeaWorld on my timeline.
What they doing at SeaWorld?
That's what I'm saying. I want to know who running the social media at SeaWorld that's out here blocking famous actors. Even Tommy said got a feel in New York. What is giving people the idea that New York is about to sweep anybody?
I don't understand it.
I
really don't.
is it just because Clayster's here?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't. It literally makes no sense.
I don't understand.
They
it.
literally got their cheeks tossed. Like, y'all think they finna come sweep somebody? Rocker, who just did really
Did
swept
what they did to
somebody?
Toronto? Yeah. No shot.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and
Look at
gentlemen,
all them
welcome
NPCs.
back. Map 2
Huh?
awaits us, but
Look at all
before we
them
get there,
NPCs.
Chance. That was a difficult
Yeah,
loss
somebody
there for the
tweeted a
New York
picture
Subliners.
and
That
said,
was
and
their
there
map
goes the
in this
venue.
series.
Yeah, that was the only map that they had a statistical advantage
sad,
on,
though.
at least through stage 5. It does get better from here for Rocker, and at this
Even
point,
with
I'm
the
starting to
people
be a
on the
little bit
sides and
concerned
stuff, I
for the
still
New
think there
York
are more
camp,
people in
right? It has
Dallas.
been a tough day so far.
Our floor was
Brutal
literally
3-0
full.
loss they had earlier, not a fun map, number 1, for these guys to play. And keep in mind, elimination game. This is the end of the year for a team. If they lose in this situation, you need the bounce back for New York, but for Minnesota, I mean, keep the pedal to the metal right there. Yes, they took a very tough 3-0 loss from the Dallas
Oh my
Empire,
God.
but you got to imagine, this is the team that we saw on stage 5.
The man, the myth, the legend. I gotta tell T you came by.
Best comeback of all
How you
time.
doing,
He made the losers bracket
Blacko?
run as well in the
How you
turnaround
doing,
that
Papa?
guys like Priesta had compared to the first series to their next. I mean, hey, you drop a 2.0 in Search and Destroy. This is where we're going from map number 2. Priesta trying to have himself a day.
Yeah, we should probably have a word there with the LA Thieves. I think they're going to need, some kind of rabies shot, because that was a rabid P-Dog yesterday, 2.0 in the search. We'll see if he can repeat that performance
We
today.
were just talking about
He was barking. We'll see if they can get
like
that
an
one
old
going.
our
Again,
old
that first
YouTube
hard one was
chats.
a tough one. Rocker coming out extremely
Like
strong.
you,
Search
like
and
Cadillac
Destroy on
Joe.
Raid coming up in a brief moment. And now for the New York Subliners, man. I mean, again, we heard Revan talking about it in those interviews. For Mac and Hydra, this is a very, very a difficult spot to be in. This is uncharted terrain for those younger players. First time on a big
How
main
are
stage.
they?
First champs, first playoffs. This
Nobody
is a
in-
stressful
in
situation
New
to
York
be in. Do they have the mental resolve to
messes
pull it
with
back?
And look, the last time we saw
I know
Subliners
some
play
New
on
York
Raid
people
SD,
that like
I mean, they
New
look
York,
good. They have
bro.
the game plan that they can
I'm
execute,
good
but
though,
if you had to
bro.
pick one of the
We
best teams
well,
to
I'm a little
take 'em
sad
down
because
and try to
Optic
pick
just
'em
lost.
apart in Search
But
and
I mean,
Destroy,
yeah.
you
Other
have
than
four
that, I'm
players
good.
across the board right now for Minnesota. They just have the
I
ice
stream on Twitch
when it
now, by
comes
the way.
to
I don't know if I told you that the
S&D.
last time you
the
came
amount
by,
of different
but
strats that these guys pull out, you could
yeah,
literally
that's why you
just go
don't
and
normally
look
see
at
me live
Major
over here. It's because I
Maniac's
stream on
gameplay
Twitch
and
and
see
then I
the
just upload my
adjustments he is
videos here.
making round for round. He is not a main AR when it comes to S&D. He is, I do whatever I want, and I'm going to make it work. Probably one of the most fun players to be able to play around, and of course, well, Minnesota, they have been loving it as of late, because it's not just him, right? You got the 2.0 KD coming out of Priest. You got Standy that obviously at any given moment can take over a game.
Damn
And
it.
well, the last man that I
Yeah,
haven't
he
mentioned
literally
is
just
Attach,
disappeared.
the iciest
We were worried,
player
but then
of
somebody
all time.
told
Like,
us
he
they
is
heard
that
from him, so we were like,
solidified
okay, he's
at
good.
this point. They have got to be feeling good. It's New York. This is their time. Try to turn things around one map at a time. Get those
Standy's so
claps
cute.
going. And honestly, they can start playing off the energy of each other once they start to get hot.
Standy's so
They
cute.
can look unstoppable too. It is just simply, at least so far, not been
Whoever they flash you next was a little sweaty for
As
me.
the many shirts you see there in the
Matt.
venue, it is never chalked
Yeah, that man's
Never,
sweating.
Ever chalked.
Get that man a
Until it
towel.
is. At
He
that
is
point,
glistening.
You can't say
I
that.
know it's cold in there too. Why
Here
you
we
got
go,
on a
friends.
hoodie?
We're going to get this one going
Like,
once again. The audio issue has been resolved very quickly and swiftly, thanks to our wonderful staff there on stage, making sure that the show keeps on rolling. Here we go. One more time. One more. We get this one underway. Map number 2.
Maybe
Here
a quick
we
3-0,
go.
maybe not
Subliners
even
looking
a
to level up
3-1.
the series. That famed equalizer. We haven't seen too many of those today. But for Rocker to go 2-0 here, Chance, what a way to get it done.
And look, I know it was only one map, but earlier in Miami, New York was very happy to completely push the pace. I don't know if they'll bring in
Standy's
a
about to get
similar
an ace.
vibe here on Raid, but just something to keep in mind. It looks like really on defense, New York, it is the triple stack. They are going to be ready for these gunfights. Major Maniac gets the edge, but doesn't want to take the gunfight. They have completely taken over ring. It is the square up. Everyone meeting towards this side of the map.
It's a mosh pit. They're all here. There's the first from Attach. Standing. Oh my God, he ran over someone's head. What is this? This is a mess. It seems the last bullet. What the hell?
What?
Rocker, get the round.
That was one of the best.
Look at him laughing, bro.
Even catch some of these
Clay
kills
mad
off.
as
You
it.
expect every single player on the map.
What a play.
Meat
Just
Allowed
happened,
Laundry.
bro. He's pissed.
They
But
brought
like,
their
what was
coins. They were
that?
ready
Yeah, I
for
don't
a
even
quarter
know.
game.
That looked like
That
some
delivered a round
league
win.
play.
Very
Bro, that
quick
was
one
some-
from
That
Minnesota
was
Rocker
some
just to keep that ball
pub
rolling. And really,
down
one
there.
kill straight across the board. The teamwork impeccable. Only
They must have
Hydra
been lagging
on the
that
flip
game.
side,
That's
able
what
to
that
connect
was.
with enough to get a kill.
Damn, Clayster capped
Looks like
both
they
of
are
his teammates
sticking
in the back
that
of the
aggressive team. Couple flanks in the middle of the map. Couple wall banks coming through. Clayster can't find one, and Minnesota do take over the middle of the map. You see Attach, he's already spinning around. out, he's got everything covered.
Middle of the map, very important position to have.
LYSL
control. A lot
effects.
of noise being made, whether it's the explosives or the slides. Again, the scene with those audio cues. He knows that
I need.
Standy's close
I
by.
hope
He's trying
Sandy
to
doesn't
bait
get picked
the
off.
body. Patience now, the game. 1 minute remaining in the round, and it's been a quiet one. If the first one was a bang, this is the whimper.
Why you gotta jinx him?
Hello! Clay getting involved. Kill comes through. First blood goes the way of NYSL.
I just.
A little bit awkward on the side, but
It
even
literally
still,
looked
not
like the way he
a
was
ton of
positioned that he was
right
gonna get shot.
now.
Like
Backville able to find the next Major Maniac trying to make a play, but he gets chopped as well as Subliners. There for
They
the
won a
response,
round.
and Clay able to pick up a couple. The bounce back that they needed, and honestly, I was thinking it was the aggressive strat right off the rip, right? But
See,
instead,
that
it
aim
was just the wall
assist was
banks. It was the
crazy.
turtle up in art and wait for
Wow.
somebody to make that mistake, and well, Standy just overcommits. Clayster there for the reads.
Look at
and
those hacks, bro.
Converts it into 2.
Great.
Subliners playing off of Minnesota. The pace they tried to push, and well, Attach has no care in the world, man. He'll take that round loss. He's still feeling very good.
This is an unofficial statistic, but I believe this is the most smiley of all the stages we've had in the CDO so far, between what? Hydra and then most of Minnesota Rocker. Pearly Whites all round. Here we go, though. Next round up. It's a heavy stacking towards A there for Rocker on attack. They're going to get that bomb. Should plant quick. Bit of noise being made. You know where the play's coming from. Attach is going to be the first line of defense now. The rest of Rocker now rumble the way forward. Trophies down. This is going to be a good fight. About to happen. 40 seconds now on the bomb. Here comes the push. Standy and Attach. The dynamic duo. Hydra now takes down 1, but here comes the rest of the subliners. Standy getting aggressive. Pays off. Kills come through. 2v1 situation. 1v1 situation. Clayster, Major Maniac, 25 seconds.
And when's the last time they seen Major Maniac? I don't know if he got a kill,
Shawn,
so I
open
think
your head.
Clayster.
Look
Oh my
up.
God, he doesn't know, but the peek is
I-
there, and Major Maniac.
What?
Reaction time on
Word.
point takes him down.
Open my
I don't know
what?
kind of info Clay had in
Set
that
this up your
situation, but
head,
Major
open your
Maniac knew
eyes,
exactly
Oh.
where to
I was
look.
like,
I'm gonna get you to watch the
Centers
1v1.
ready to go
He
either
won.
direction. In the gun skill, Major Maniac.
Paco
He
is
might be one of
decent
the slower players we have in the league, but that is not,
without
he is
Clay.
incapable of snapping. The man lives for the S&D.
Paco, what?
Big 1v1 to be able to convert
Yeah, I
and
don't
take
know
that
who
veteran
Paco is.
down. Because again, if you want to talk about momentum, Clay is not a player you ever want to get
The
high.
rocker chants are happening.
Yeah, Optic better
A
turn up for
single
them.
round of his Krieg whizzes past the face of Clayster there. And again, that was enough.
They're
to
still
deter
dead,
the
though.
play. Now New York subliners swap over towards that B-bomb site. The bomb in the hands of Asim has already made its way directly onto the site. Here comes
Oh,
Priscilla.
Paco is Hydra.
Check it a little late, though. Mac may
That's his
have his
name?
number.
What?
Indeed, he does. Bomb
I
down.
thought he was from France.
Subliners
What
with the
kind of
advantage.
French
And
name
again,
is
this
Paco?
is just one of
Hold
those
on.
situations where if you're the team that has
Let
to
me do some
retake this
research,
bomb
chat.
site, I mean, good luck, have fun. It is a triple stack in bedroom. It is the easiest bomb to watch from top, from bottom. You can peek through mid. And Minnesota,
Bruh,
well,
they-
it is 3 players
I
here.
don't
They're
think
trying to work
they win
themselves in
this.
the middle of the map. It is
The
a
way
lot of
New York
players
is set
that
up
they need
behind.
a gun in this situation.
It's the old New York slumber
Somebody's
party
gonna have to
strategy.
go
They're gonna
through
hold
it.
that
Is somebody
one. Here
flanking
comes
them?
from the stairs, though.
Oh, no.
Rocker, 2 of
It's
them
just
remaining.
those- it's just those
All
two.
4 of the New York
Attach that
subliners in there.
1v4 though.
Jammy's having a great time, and it seems going to get it. Attached, though, tries to poop the party, and it's not going to happen. Not enough time to get the bomb defused. Barely enough time to find the kills.
No!
And that is a very decisive round from the New York subliners. The equalizer found. It is now 2-2.
And again, whether that is just a great call from whoever wanted to
You
make
play
the call
Cold War?
via
Yeah, I do.
IGL, or even
I
just
play
to see,
sometimes.
wasting 0 time getting that
I
bomb
uploaded a
down
Cold
as
War
quick as you
video.
possibly can. Again, it is the tried and true. You get a couple players
Actually, it
live
was
in
one of my
bedroom.
CDL videos.
I mean, we've seen maybe 2 or 3 retakes
On
all
the
year in a
CDL
situation
video
like that.
playlist
New York team
with the
not
new
gonna make too many
SMG.
mistakes. Closing it down there as this back and forth battle in S&D continues. And for Minnesota Rocker, very aggressive towards the A
Here
site
is
a couple rounds in a row.
some
and I was gonna
gameplay
say,
from
it
the last
seems
time
like
I
a team
played
wanted
Cold
to mix
War.
things up. This time that bomb leading towards B.
To B we go.
Though, so just in case you
Well, the
guys
action
want,
unfolds. One strange observation of like being back on land. You know it's loud when the bomb gets picked up at home? Man, it's loud when the bomb gets picked up here in the Galen Center. Oh my god. Standy is about to get loud for him right now. There is the shoulder receive, the shot punch there, first blood, immediate trades. Hydra in position.
And you get the trades, you also get the bomb down. I don't know if you can quite see it. I don't know if Hydra knows, but either way, you're expecting the action to come in
do
this
they know
direction.
Hydra's
You have
there?
Minnesota,
Okay.
1 floater right now, Priesta.
they need to win this fight
Might
against.
be able to
oh, he
time out and
backed
make a
up.
play. That's what number 6 and number 7 are going to be waiting for. But meanwhile, New York, maybe they just want to take the gunfights to a Major Maniac, forced to back down.
Nice shots. Oh my god, Priesta, what an angle that was. An opening for the bomb to be snatched up, and Attacher's got it. He's made his way across. What a move. 3v2 now. The New York subliners with that mid-map coverage, they're going to have to make a decision. There's the bomb been planted. All right, boys, we got to do something now. Hydra making his way forward onto Attach, and the shots are there,
Beautiful.
but Attach wins it. Clayster is now a 1v2.
1v2, and again, you just know they're going to be in bedroom.
Placer better not clutch this.
Placer has decisions to make. He is trying
Lurk,
to
don't
go
scream.
around, or maybe he's faking everybody out, even still. Incredibly difficult gunfights to win. He's got to win the first, and Major Maniac
Lurk, don't
knows he just
scream.
needs to
I don't
play
want to know
his
what
life.
happened. I think you're
Breeze
ahead of
down
me
low. I think
again.
he got a couple shots in him. Glacier spinning in circles, and you talk
Oh, okay.
about mistake-free, playing with their food. Why take a gunfight? You don't need to. They're able to shut him down, and again, it was in the 3v3 situation. It is Priesta, that floating
The
man,
clutch
takes
play
his
right
time.
here
His
on
teammates
Hydra.
not taking gunfights.
Yeah, actually
They
getting
don't
this
need to.
kill.
Wait for him to make that play, and then you know exactly what you have to do, opening up the round, and it is just that coordination between players, making sure Priest is handing off those comms and saying, hey, just give me a moment to work with, and I will win us that round.
This is stressful. What a stressful game. Again, for those of you wondering, loser goes home.
End of the year.
Oh my God. Into the middle of the map, you will see Rocker now fly on defense. An option now to hit towards stairs. B-bomb sight, eyes on. Stanley's going to make his push. Oh boy, he's feeling himself. But Asim, right place, right time, good shots. That first blood's going to help out. And now the bomb immediately goes over towards A.
Major Maniac, he's going to have to make a play. He's going to spot these players on the cross, and the trigger discipline is there, and Clay forced to back down, and he's going to get caught. Asim does get traded, but Asim, I mean, he gets one of the biggest kills of the round. Bomb gets planted,
they just
Attach
fell
is going
apart,
to fall,
bro.
and Priesta for the 1v3. A lot
He's
for the
watching the wrong
moment, and
things.
maybe a small opportunity, but he gets given nothing. Stanley a little bit aggressive, right? Gives away that first blood, puts a little bit of pressure on his teammates to make the big play, but I think really it's just Asim making sure that he is there to protect his teammates, and Clay picks up a couple as well. Really seems either team, once they get that advantage, neither of them let it slip. Still a back and forth game. You win one round, I can do it too.
It's a very slow and cerebral round, and now we go back at it again. This time, Minnesota Rocker on attack, bomb in hand. The choice of A or B. It's a three-man stack on the defense there for the NYSL towards A, and it looks like we're going to get a fight. This opening salvo of utility, lethals being thrown as well. Tacticals are out, trophies are there. It's going to be clear skies for now, but again, chance mid-map goes the way of Rocket again, and now Major Maniac's got the first blood, looking for the second.
Yeah, spots the information from bottom art, repositions, and finds that first kill. By the way, middle map control right now firmly in the grasp of Rocker. For the 3v4, you're looking for a pick. Mac can't quite find this one, and Hydra's going to fall in the meantime. And now you got Mac effectively by himself. Middle of the map is where the pressure's going to be in Minnesota.
Let's go.
Take it over and take them down. Clinical work in that round.
This kid's standing up every time. He said, I want that camera on me.
In that situation, that is so much trust right there, right, Sandy? I mean, he has ended up watching his own back. He's just really hoping that flank doesn't come through too quickly. And these guys just
Attach
putting in
nosy,
some work.
itchy.
New York every single time. Again,
You got a picture with that man, Lurk?
They have responded
I
with
did.
a round win of
Me and
their
that
own.
man
They
go
will
way
be
back.
back on the attack, and seems the most success they've
Oh,
had
y'all
is
went
when we got
to
the quick-
kindergarten together?
quick plant over towards B.
Oh, okay.
This is where they're headed once again.
Well, Priest is going to be there real fast.
And he's playing it safe.
Yeah, I love this angle. It's an opportunity here for him to just peekaboo. Hydra might be there for it. Hydra, howdy doody! First blood straight into Tiki.
Just
That's
like
full
that
control now of the
happened.
bomb site. Get that bomb down, planted real quick. Attaches come in, but it's not going to be fast enough. That should get planted. Asim planting it to the side there. They've got eyes on it there from bedroom. You've got Mac up there to watch that one. Here comes the retake.
Team's looking for these kills. It is the delicate balance. The flank is actually swarming right now. Number 6 and number 7 working together. Attach, waiting for Hydra to commit. There it is, but he looks away for just a moment. Hydra finds one. Major
There we
Maniac
go.
there for
Little
the
hip
trade.
fire.
Moves
I
us
like
into
it.
2v2, 22 seconds left.
They're covering fire, but not enough to get Stanley forward. Stanley dropped by Clayster there, now a 1v2. And the bomb in not a good position for Major Maniac to get the defuse. Shots are in, looking for the 4th kill. Clay
Oh, you're 3 streak.
trying to
play,
get
3
involved.
streak.
And it's on Major Maniac to try to stay alive. The time not on his side, but can he stay alive? He's on a 3 spree. No. New York, they commit the numbers. They get the kill, and they end it there with the round win. We are tied up 4-4.
And Rocker, they knew the name of the game in that situation, right? They knew that the opportunity for the quick plan over towards B is available. And while Priest tries to get a little bit sneaky, but Hydra, again, hyper aware, stays hydrated in the water and gets drenched with the first blood. You get that, you are converted, and you are feeling fantastic. And again, just picking apart these strategies. They are finding that one thread to pull on it, secure the round. And again, bounce or back and forth game that we have had the constant bounce back.
Heavy stack towards B on the defense now for subliners. They're like, hey, that round looked good. Let's give it a shot.
He just wrote me and said,
take a couple of tags
your boy was shooting bodies. It was funny. I can imagine how the arena was acting when he did that.
Any sort of noise while the bomb over towards A actually starts working its way forward. Asimdo is doing a very nice job in the middle of the map. That's his responsibility to watch that and get this information. But he's made the call, right? You see all these players starting to wrap back. He's like, guys, they're going to be able to get this bomb down. And it is 4 players from New York.
I also asked him, I said, the event seems kind of dead. Are they being strict? And he said, very.
This is where the chaos begins.
We've seen this before, and here we go. 35 seconds, a little deeper in the defense. Mac finds the first blood. Stanley got damaged, but no kills. It's 2 so far. Make it 3 in a row. There's only 1 member of Rocker left, and it's going to be Major Maniac. He has to make the play. He's got to try to hold that bomb for a bit longer. Max on the defuse straight away. Will he be able to dive in there and find something? 1 kill. Get the defuser. He gets it. 20 seconds to go. And Major Maniac finally brought down. And what an effort. It really was, but not enough.
You think maybe he turns around and gets a kill right there? I mean, there were still 2 though. But
he's weak. He did it right. Hydra just had the right angle. He needed to run away and heal, and then play the rest of the time. And peek it one last time when it was at like 10.
Around these parts, and he makes sure to take care of business. Team, by the way, it's just a swarm, right? Again, he's the guy that is finding all that information towards the middle of the map. He is the guy making the call. Yo, everybody.
It's probably the vaccination thing that slowed it down, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Making people show their recent COVID tests.
Getting their first map win of the day and try to turn this ship around.
Yo,
4 players
met with
going over
ShawnJ.
towards A. They've been aggressive at both sides. Towards ring they go.
Here we go. It's not going to be a straight up fight. We have a lot of the New York subliners committing to this one, and well, they're looking to take this one. This is to level up the series. Bomb being planted at A very quickly. Hydra, here he goes. Forward into Laundry. A solid defensive position to be in. We wind up from the back now from Rocker. Here all 4 of them come. Mac, Hydra, line up on the outside. Asim on the inside. Here comes the fight. It's going to be over real quick, and here we go. Mac finds 1 more. The trades are there from Standy. In through the window you go. You name it. An onslaught indeed. But the line holds. And the New York subliners
this man
equalize here in the series.
And just
feeding off the crowd, boy.
The entire time, Minnesota wins around New York there for the response, but the final couple, it is the exact same strat in those final 2 rounds. We're on defense, the 4 players threw back Laundry, but the square up, well, New York subliners doing the best, thriving in the chaos. On the board they go. And we got a series on our hands, Miles, a battle that we have and potentially a long way to go. And again, just a great game through and through from both of these teams. Not a ton of mistakes, I would say, really from either side. It is whoever gets that early advantage, just converting these rounds. You have the times when it seems getting that info middle of the map, making those good calls, picking up the 2 pieces, but even that first blood battle, right? You got, what, 7 right there on the side of New York subliners. That was the advantage they needed.
Clinical search and destroy from both sides. 6-4, a very tight map indeed, but we have to give the win to someone. The subliners tie up the series 1-1. Upon our return, though, we play Control. More Call of Duty League action coming up after this quick break.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. I'm legendary. You know. Let's go.
Who we got on Control, or who you got? What? Who you got on Control?
Minnesota. I think they're just better at respawns.
Legendary. I'm legendary.
You play computer and mouse? No. I still play with a scuff controller.
Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game.
The intensity continues here at playoffs as we get back into this one. Control on Garrison around the corner, but a quick look at Clayster makes his way back into this one again, looking at his overall season. Now it is playoffs as well, Chance, and you know what? It ain't that bad so far, is it?
No, not that in the slightest, and also apparently he has found himself just a little bit of extra motivation. Not that he needs it in the slightest, but he has found his guy in the crowd, so it is gonna
Yeah,
be
we actually at the beginning of the stream we unboxed the
making friends, as he so very much loves to do.
we unboxed it.
Right, been doing it for 10 years plus.
I did. I had already showed it. Wait, are you looking right now?
Best in the world, and there's been many years where he has solidified his spot at the top. But as it stands now, tied up with Rocker.
I'm gonna have to turn my thing off so you can see the front of it.
And more matches to play. Loser.
I do.
Their year.
But
even still, I think what we've learned from the
I had started putting my control freak on there, but
series on our hands, right? It is Minnesota clutch up in the hard points unexpectedly so, and New York, hey, not a fun spot to be in to win the search.
I literally put it up.
They do it in emphatic fashion towards the end. Really starting to push the pace and run the show, especially so back laundry. But
yeah, because you can't see the control.
Here we go. Garrison control again. You've definitely seen control so far, but they're always tough to watch. And they can be real sweaty, man. It can always be close, or it can be a total blowout. You never know. You really have to just get involved and see what happens. But mates, very excited to see how this one goes. Again, all tied up now going into control. Did you expect this? Did you see this coming? I mean, you thought it'd be the other way around, that New York would win the hard point and they would lose the search destroy.
Definitely would have called the one
yes,
for one.
I know. I'm so excited
in this regard. And
yeah,
we go into the Garrison control right, and one of the keys. Victory, touch on it very briefly.
Yeah, so like this season I'm a CDL partner, so I've been working with them all season. This is obviously we're coming to the end of the season, so I'll be co-streaming the matches for the next couple of days, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. But I guess, you know, as a little appreciation, I got a little present to end off the campaign, so I'm definitely grateful. Because my other controller has major stick drift and it was so bad, and it low-key cost me gunfights sometimes. But I was just playing through it so I could get a new one.
Let's get it. Yeah, I wasn't the only one to do it that time. That's what I'm talking about. Caitlin Center, let's go. Map 3.
I swear he heard me. I was into the skirt. I swear he heard me.
Garrison. Loading into this one now.
He said he literally said it as I like hit it. I swear I hit it, bro. I hit that note.
What a marvel.
Miles, I'm gonna tweet you this video later. I hit that thing.
A lot of fun here in the CDL. Still available to come Championship Sunday if you want. If you are in the area and you do want to make your way down, it is wild down here. That's wild. We have been having a great time. So if you are in the LA area, you fancy a trip, grab yourself a ticket. I know there's not.
If you're in LA, you're not going to Champs. What are you doing?
Maybe the eighth wonder of the world, right? You got what, Stonehenge, the Great Pyramids, all that LED screen, boy.
Yeah, if you live in Texas or Florida, I understand.
Let me tell you what, that's a big one. Here comes another big one, though. Garrison control. We're going to see Rocker attack first. A and B, the defending zones there for the subliners. Mate, let's see how they go. We've seen we've seen a couple of these already so far.
I wonder if they're hanging out with anybody.
Certainly put the subliners to the sword earlier today on this very map.
They're just trying to cross the map, and they're getting picked apart. Almost one shot by Hydra. He's found his way through. He was one shot a few moments ago. Now he is in their spawn looking for a couple kills, and he's playing it well. Major Maniac.
You should get to meet some of her teammates.
Gunfight. Can't take him down, and well, Hydra is
they might not want to talk after
problem Rocker gonna have until you clear him out is gonna be an issue. 3 kills already to his name. The spawn traps are in, but meanwhile, actually, Priesta, he's out towards A. You got fights all over the place. Priest is gonna fall in New York, the perfection that they wanted to have on this defensive
Yo, Emerson,
round.
what's good? Welcome to the
stream.
stream.
Not get better than this.
Yeah, once you get absolutely whooped by the phase in this map and mode, I mean, you take some learnings away from it, right? You know what you want to be doing, you know the pace you want to set, and that's exactly what they're doing now. Hydra
doing it. Hydra doing it.
That's a 5 spree. The 6 will not be had. Major Maniac too strong, but now from the vents, Clayster, he's getting involved as well, pushing Rocker to the very extremes of the map, the far right, their spawn, 25 to 19. not a great start for Rocket Chance.
Oh, that was a little shaky on the shots.
Actually, well, as soon as you say it, both of them are going to fall. A couple players one shot.
Oh, to your left,
even
bro.
his team putting in some serious work.
He didn't call that out? Why hasn't he turned it?
Already 6 kills to his name, already causing problems. Gunfight down low. He is dealt with.
Oh.
Rocker securing the point right now. Not
You
quite
saw what I saw?
through, but at least the first one is
Okay.
there. 2 bodies on the hill. Means they get in about the next 20 seconds. It looks
You're
like
from
New York's on the pace,
Brazil?
taking their
Welcome.
time. They do not want to let anyone get outside towards A.
Oh, it's looking great so far. Again, you give Rocker one opportunity to get onto that point, and they make the most of it. We're about to see B captured. I'm not sure if anyone there is in position to stop it.
What's up, ugly
B's
face?
gone. You gave them one
Big
opening.
back my
They
$5
took
I
it, and
just
they
won
ran
you.
with it. Over a minute now to
What?
work with. We're going to see what the sublines have
I
got
love
in
you.
defense
We're one
towards
person.
A and A alone.
Hey, I'm
17
just
lives
saying,
to
you were
work with
scared.
Chance. It was a great start from NYSL.
I mean, yeah.
They've got a bit quiet since then.
Oh, and it seems going hunting as
To be
well,
honest,
right?
I
Takes
was
the touchdown,
expecting a
nice and
lot more.
aggressive, and he's able to stay
That's why.
alive. Minnesota
After that
was
first map,
two.
I
Like,
got very
I was
confused.
2.
Looks like they might be trying to set up a top green push, but it seems here,
You
ready for the
should've seen,
gunfights. Can
Nestle
only take
after
down one,
China.
but Minnesota,
Was he
even
upset?
still, again, they are just
He wasn't
waiting for
upset,
all
but
of
he
these
was like,
reinforcements
yeah,
to
guys,
come
we should
through.
run it back.
3
I'm gonna,
players right
I'm
now
gonna have
stacked
to
up in
end
and
stream
around
and fix
bricks,
my
but
PC.
New
It was
York, you
bugging
can
out
tell
the
they are ready
entire
for it.
time.
One player left on
Like,
A. They
oh,
are
yeah,
watching
right.
each other's backs, and look at this square up. 4 players just in a line at the top of the map.
Major Maniac is making life for a team very, very hard right now. As again, towards
Oh, sketchy. I
the point
picked
we
up
go.
Neslo for a tournament.
Nice calls out of Clay. 8-2 so far for Hydra as he tries to keep the
I think you're
defense
good.
going. Less than 30 seconds on the
He's
clock
reliable.
now. It's 6 in a row now for Major Maniac. Streaks to be had. Wow, that was almost it for the cruise missile. My word. The push now towards the point. Chance, not a lot of time left.
And this is the play, though. They're all
One time
stacked
Sean
up. It's
picks
going to be
up
the
for a turn,
artillery
we win
ping,
this thing.
or
I
he's
never
calling it in to
let it
force
down.
these players inside. Hydra, though,
no, we're good.
he's playing the
Hydra
corner. They're
didn't
going to flood out right in front of him. Takes down one. Can't get the second, but the team kill is there. Hydra does
say you're not
his
gonna let me
job,
down?
Forces 2
I'm not
players to
gonna
fall, and now the
let you rip it
reinforcements are in.
Is that mistake going to cost them?
If
We'll
I
find
pick
out
you
as the
up.
contest is still there.
Yeah,
Mac,
we win the
that's the
tourney.
kill. He's going to go down. There's no one in position to get it. Oh, that team kill may have done it.
And what you gonna say
Oh
when
my
we
goodness,
lose?
what an opening round.
Like, damn, that's
Subliners,
crazy.
they survive and they go through the streaks as well.
It is
My
the
PC's
cheeky
bugging
play
out.
from the Frenchman,
My
right? You know you're
PC's
outside.
bugging.
You know that is prime territory for that artillery to come through. But you also know if they're going to be flooding outside of green, because you know those guys are going to be coming off spawn, do you really think Major Maniac's going to put a bomb right in front of him? Or do you think he just clears the point so his teammates can fly outside? Well, Hydra makes the big brain call, and again, drags 2 to the grave with him. And stops that play opportunity, and that's exactly what they need, right? Minnesota has been on point on their offenses. The opportunity was there, and they shut it down. It's Hydra leading the way with 9 kills.
It's not a lot for now, but we will see that change. Second round now upon us. We're going to watch NYSL attack the zones. 30
Attack
lives
shot.
either side.
Come on, Papa.
As we go to it, tete-a-tete, head-to-head, flying at one another. The opening salvo comes to a close. Mac's going to get that first. And again, it's map pressure you're looking for.
What
looking
mode
to
did,
see that
Rocker
mid-map
win?
being open, wide open.
They're on the control.
Diving on towards B. That seems to be the play right
Rocker
now for
won hard
NYSL.
point. New York
They're
won the
just so
third.
concerned right now about this Vents flank, right? Waiting for Attach to try to make that move. And
They won the
they're
domination.
patient. And as soon as they can
They
get it,
only
well,
got
that is the
one
opener.
player
The patience
positive.
pays off. Attach is going to fall in New York now. Hydra knows he can start to flood forward. The teamwork is in, and I got to imagine that player's one shot to Mac, looking to see if he can find it. But either way, you got a player inside of lights. This is the happy times to try to
Not him
capture
trying to
the
get
zone.
aim
Can
assist
he
through
hear
the
the
wall.
Fansel? He can't
He was,
standing there to
that's
take
what he
it
was trying to
down.
do, 100%.
Still, just that map spread. Minnesota on defense on point, or maybe the opening is there. Clayster, pressure onto A. Minnesota, they got to be very quick to respond.
All mid-maps now open once again. Priester trying to take care of the players towards A. And again, it's a decent start here from NYSL. One segment on B complete. The contest still continuing on A. Can Priester get these players off of it? Draining the segment slowly but surely now. And again, it's a good defensive hold.
mean?
Time
You can.
still ticking in favor of Rocker here on defense.
It was always a
NYSL
thing.
looking to get something going here. Oh, Priester,
Yeah.
this is annoying, and this is going to hurt a lot too to his name. Perfect timing, and he's going to make his way forward. Minnesota Rocker, map controls there.
How different this round could have
Literally
been.
not getting shot at.
Fight to Clayster on the radar truck, but instead he's turned into a 3 spree. Now both points being defended, but look at New York. They're still.
He hasn't reloaded his gun. Oh
Oh
my God, they're right next to each other.
Hydra, the patience pays off for him, but still they've got the pressure on A. Priester
Wait,
drags
Priest-
2 more to the
Oh.
grave. And it looks
Did he
like
get
this
streaks?
is the thing, right? New York just nipping
I'll
at
have
the
to
heels,
look. I
keep
don't
trying to
think
get
so.
out
He ended
towards
up getting
green.
two-piece pretty
While
bad,
this is
but I
going
couldn't
on,
tell.
they've just stopped the clock over towards B. New York, they're trying to do do so many things at once. and really forcing Minnesota Rocker to think. But
they still got 2 players negative.
Players they are. Minnesota so far so good.
Not
Effectively tied round.
I mean, there's a lot of bodies on the B zone right now.
Attach is
Cast it up
5
just
and
in the nick of
12.
time.
Hydra
No
must
need
have
for the
his fucking
contest.
number.
Those members of Rocker can play their lives, stay alive, and focus on A. Mac, though, is doing exactly the same thing. Over towards A, he now goes. Top green, the position he's in now, incredibly important. Well read there by Standy. You open up that part of the map. Now Rocker have an opportunity to start cleaning house.
And Rocker are not turtling at all. They are pushing the pace, and it's Major Maniac that was in part leading the charge. And Briston, he's behind enemy lines. The power positions, Rocker's got him. The spawn trap potentially in. Priesta, he knows he can call this out to his teammates. They're going to be flooding through dark. You know where to look. Major Maniac,
Sit him down.
he's on a 4, and this is his brand new home. Refurbished
You
and
watch that.
everything.
What?
He's
You're
got
right,
plenty
you're
of ammo, and well, he does get taken down.
I would have watched
38
that.
seconds left on the clock. New York, they just cannot find the opening.
Standy manages to net himself the artillery, but no more. Lives gone now for NYSL. 12 in the hands of Minnesota Rocker, but again, clock still ticking. 25 seconds left to work with. Hydra cut down from the sky in the final 2 in the form of Mac and Clayster. They will give it the best attempt they've got, but this is a hopeless battle, and Mac...
He said, I'm going to just
Took
spray.
a long time to bring him down, but that is the round. We're tied up 1-1.
And both of these teams doing a fantastic job of creating these opportunities on offense, but the defense just reigns supreme right now. As far as the kill feed is concerned,
they just need to do that again.
It seems
You
like
know?
they've been lighting it up. More of a dominant round towards the end, and again, those score streaks in the back pocket. I mean, it's basically round 2, right? The artillery that you have on the first go around, you can't quite make that play. Well, I think this time they're going to be checking their corners a little bit quicker.
Check your bloody corners. That was a classic Captain Price line, I think, was you in COD 4.
What are you talking about, Miles?
We'll throw it back. Here we go, though. Another round now. Defense for New York Subliners. Big New York fan, that guy.
I never understand that. Like when they throw
Push
like
now,
a
straight in.
Semtex and
Priest
they
are playing
throw
that patiently.
trophy and then they immediately
Good
throw
line of
it.
sight we had. Clay's going to get it. Kills
That's
now
just
going their
muscle
way,
memory,
and
bro.
this is what you want to see out of the defensive rounds. Pure, ruthless aggression. And Mac now, he's going to be the guy trying to make that play happen. Seam to his left-hand side, now through the green alley he goes. Map control all the way towards Subliners. Chance, dare I say it, I think there may be a blending on the cards in a moment.
I mean, this is like, what, 2 for 2 on the opening breaks on defense for New York, where there's just no time wasted. They are up in their face. Minnesota trying to find a way to break out of this. And again, if they are able, at some point, able to secure this B point, they've got that thing in the back pocket and try to get the other on behind the player to deal with. Well, he gets dealt. Major Maniac takes down 2, and this is the start of it, right? Effectively tied up on lives. A little bit of that pressure over towards B.
How old is
You got
Mac?
enough over
He
there.
looks
It looks
young.
like New York probably going to
He's a
have to
rookie.
chalk this one up and defend A, but we already know what's cooking.
Exactly what we saw in the other round. As soon as the defense breaks, as soon as you get an opening, Rocker make their way forward. Can they now continue to make the
caught
cap?
timing.
Asim, he tried
he
to
got a
stop it,
kill.
couldn't get it done. 2 segments of B gone. Clay gets involved, wins the first. Straight in and out they go. Clay so hurt, run mate. Stay alive. But still, B is being captured. That should be done any second now. Clay trying to hold it. Can they get B done? Reinforcements now showing up. Asim gets involved now. There's another contest, another kill, and it may finally fall, but what an effort here from the New York Subliners, burning the clock, less than 30 seconds, and it's a big flank from Asim. The team's there, and oh my word, Chance, they couldn't close out B.
Oh, they couldn't get it at all. Hey, now you just got too much pressure, right? 20 seconds left on the clock, and you talk about New York not wanting to give away a round on offense. The defense right there on B might end up paying dividends, because again, they are still worried about the thing. Rocker having their back pocket, one last ditch attempt. Major Maniac leading the charge. He is trying to put on the pace. 3 seconds on the clock. You gotta go. You gotta slide out and stop it. Less than a second on the clock.
Go.
But they are
Oh
still
my
alive.
gosh,
And with
he
that
needed
kill,
help.
not even enough.
Oh, they're still here.
Priest is still here.
Let's go.
He wins the gunfight. The opportunity
Oh
to
no,
get
he got
that extra
naded.
nade in until
Oh
the
my
nade from
gosh.
downtown. And it cannot be understated how important that moment could have possibly been for this control.
Well, they
The
definitely didn't
swing
just give
game
up.
in the middle
Sheesh.
For the advantage in
I
this
thought they had
series.
that for sure. I'm kind
New
of
York with a
surprised.
clean round towards the end.
Things are getting very heated, clearly, on that side of the stage as NYSL pass on some speedy comms before the next round starts up. They need one more, and the map is theirs, lead in the series, but they've got to do it on an offensive round, and there's not been an easy thing to do so far. Rocker have been pretty tight on the defense, but Chance, that was a very, very good effort. You're right, mate. If that trophy wasn't there, Priester, oh, it could have been very different. But here we go, straight back at it. Nades are out and about, no trophies this time. And Hydra, he's got the fancy footwork, up and over he goes. Into lights, he's looking to black him out here, and whoa, it's awkward, it's ugly, but it's over now. On to B, NYSL go.
Asim, he is up in their face, looking to punch him in the mouth, and that's because that man was one shot. He takes him down. He's on a force spree, but maybe not the streaks, just to keep these players so far back. You right now have Priesta. He is the lone defender over towards A. These are incredibly important gunfights for him to win. He has got to stay alive. He is one shot, and he's going to fall. Now the pressure's on Major Maniac, right? Because New York, they keep doing this on offense. They keep just nipping at their heels, keep pouring that pressure over towards A. Just looking for that one small window of opportunity, but things slow down a little bit just for the moment. Is New York setting up for their next attack?
Oh, the attack is on, but good defense from Attacher. Nice nade from Mac's going to slow it down again. Back onto B we go. Only Mac now getting the capture, so it's going to take a while. The contest now from Rocker on the defense. There's the cleanup kill. There's the draining of the segment. Safe for now, but still a lot of effort, a lot of drained time. There's less than a minute to play with now. New York Subliners 19 or 20 lives to the 19 of Rocket. They still have 50 seconds to work with Chance. A lot of time to still get this done.
Look at Hydra, man. 24 kills in the meantime. This guy has been cooking. Really from the get-go in round number 1, and well, still just waiting for that pressure over towards B. It looks like that's going to have to be the hard commitment, right? You start to run out of time. You need the point. Asim, I don't think you heard that player, but Hydra dealt with him. Now the pressure's back towards A. Soaring forward, but he can't find the kill. Rocker on defense, almost always so clean.
Attached still negative.
Finally, the body's on point, but they get caught once again. Just the amount of pressure you have to put on, so difficult on offense and control.
It's a lot of solo attempts from the Subliners right now. They're struggling to make their way through the Rocker line. And once again, another solo play, not a lot of coverage. Priester holding it from the back, Clay with a big win. Is this the chance you need? Again, clock still moving. Can they get onto the point? Hydra slowly going for it. Less than 20 to work with now. Standy from up high finds one. Mac with a snap takes care of it. We still have an artillery to play with. That will surely be saved for the final round, but you have to get there. Still 10 seconds to work with. A single push.
Y'all better fight for me, just like they did.
For the Subliners. We're going to a final round, and I don't think it's going to happen. They may get the contest. The answer is no. That is it.
Let's go.
We go to overtime. One more round. Round 5. And this is to take the lead in the series. Man, this is a gauntlet from both of these teams.
And look, I mean, the teamwork from both of these teams on point. You have so many opportunities being created on both sides of the board, but on offense, neither team able to convert. But this is just some high-level Call of Duty. The trades abound from both of these teams. Staring down the barrel of elimination. And there you go. You got Minnesota Rocker on defense for the round 5. They will be happy for it. In New York, again, a team that is great at solving problems. Look at this, by the way. They're trying to go towards A right off the rip. They are trying to make the play.
Major adaptation. Last minute shenanigans now, and Priest is going to spot him. One. Goes down. Priester can't take care of anymore. With that, out of the point we go. Asim. Standy's up next. He manages to get one more. It's him versus Mac. The flash lands. Oh, and Standy wins it. Can Standy do the unthinkable? No. Clay's there. And now the first segment at A should be gone. Oh, wait, a touch out of nowhere. Hydra's there. Trades are abound. A is still up for grabs. Can the New York Subliners get there?
Oh, I love the attempt, but as it stands, that's what, 23 seconds off the clock, and you don't even get that tick over towards A. Couple bodies on the point of B, but you got to imagine for Minnesota, that is a sigh of relief to make sure that that play call off the start that you deal with perfectly. And again, that gunfight win from Standy, I mean, that's one for the ages.
They go to A early, try to bait out the artillery, get that over and done with now. But here we go, 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Do I know if T is streaming?
New York Subliners to play with 25
I mean, he streams on Twitch as well, but I doubt it because he's probably going to be out.
Find those 25
if he
kills.
does, he'll tweet it out
Still
for sure, though. I don't know if he has
artillery.
Twitter or Balco, but
this should be an interesting one again. Standy the man with that in
Twitter
his back pocket. Any more streaks to be had for the Minnesota Rocket is huge at this point, but this is going to be
that's what I'm saying. I didn't
over that A zone.
They're just getting picked apart.
He's actually at the COD event. Yo, Medieval Punisher, what's good?
Only a handful of good pushes. Asim, though, he finds the opening for at least one player, but nobody else is around. So he just has to come and respawn back up and gear for the next set of fights. Hydra's gonna fall in Minnesota, clean house. And again, if you give them too much of an opportunity, we saw what happened when they started getting these spawn kills set up. It started to spiral out of control. New York, they gotta make sure they're grouped up as a team when they start taking these gunfights.
Minnesota continue to hold the
Place
line.
they're trying to stun people.
1 minute 10. Clock still ticking. NYSL trying to find the opening, trying to find the way through the defense. There is a hole in this armor, and they will try to find it. 28 and 20 again for Hydra. He's having one hell of a map. The defense, as Minnesota continue to hold the line.
Can't find anything. Any single kill
that
that
is
comes
a
through the
huge-
trade instantaneous. They're trying to
that
make the
is
breakthrough
huge.
green, but they are ready for it.
Yes.
Minnesota, every time on point on defense.
They're like
No
not
matter
letting them
what
get
sort of
any
look
chance
you
to
give
break
them
through.
off the
Like
opening break towards the end of the round.
They
and look at
shutting
this.
them
Now they
down
got the match
every
spread. Now
time.
you're doing the victory lap. Go for at least the ping, see where the pressure's coming through, and Attach still winning these gunfights. Hydra looking for it, but he gets stuck. Minnesota, almost perfect. Asim though, again, he just
No.
needs to buy his teammates some time. They're getting spawn killed, and he wins the gunfight, and that's actually 3. He's out and away. Major Maniac right now, the player that's trying to go for these spawn kills, keep these players at bay. He's on a 6, but
Got
Asim,
him.
he's on the point.
Standing has to blind fire the artillery.
Look.
It lands. Asim's gone. Hydra's going to make something special happen.
You're ahead of
Standing
me.
once again. He may have just won the map.
I'm refreshing.
Let you watch
Stitch
this
attempt
end.
from Clayton, no
I
less.
just
The vet
refreshed.
comes up, but it's the new kid on the block. It's Standy, and once again, Standy kill.
Okay,
after
Big
kill.
Standy.
Hydra though now onto the point. Major Maniac on the defense, and Minnesota
Standy went big
hold
right there.
the line.
Yeah, let it hang. Let it hang, my boy.
And just right from the jump of that final round, right? New York, they make that like chance kind of play call, right? Like 4 stack over through green or at least get 3. Try to make that flood, but every single time Minnesota making these adjustments. This is Standy right at the very end, but easy kills for him to get as they're flooding one by one, but it did not matter where New York tried to apply that pressure. Get guys behind enemy lines, Rocker prepared for it. Try to flood out of green, whether it's at the start or towards the end, they are prepared for it. The ping's on point. Perfect Call of Duty for Minnesota on defense, and that means their communication on point, and that means that ice flowing through their veins.
Ice cold stuff out of Rocker. Brilliant defensive round. And look at the stats. And man, in Major Maniac, 31 and 20. Chance, it was a bloodbath.
And Standy, of course, 32 kills. Got to give him the shout. He's the man getting the streaks. But Attach, if you go back and look at it, he had a very slow start to this game. He turns things around and, hey, ends up leading the lobby in damage. Everyone from Rocker putting
Match
in work.
point.
Match point for Rocker. One more map, and they eliminate the New York subline. It's time to survive now for NYSL. We'll find out what happens for these two teams after this break.
You know, I'm legendary. You know.
What? They won?
What you mean, what? Don't come.
Hey, what you mean? Don't come in here with that energy right now.
I thought New York was gonna take it. They're
Well, they
really good at
didn't.
Garrison.
And guess what? 3-1 is still a valid argument, and I want my $5 when it's true. I'll give you my cash out, bro.
Take that out of what you owe me already. $10.
Oh shit, you right. Fuck.
So, who plays the winner of this?
It'll be Toronto who beat us.
What'd you say?
So,
What?
Yep.
What?
Toronto will play the winner of this.
Okay, yeah. I thought I had a picture of the bracket. Look at these rewards. Y'all better link your accounts. I better get my gun too. I never got my turn me up on card.
I have not gotten a single thing from this thing, bro. From linking.
Are you sure you linked it right?
Yep, I checked.
Did you unlink and relink?
Reserved for a
I
select
did that
few
twice.
throughout history. For those
Here
remembered
go this
for
video,
more than
man.
just a name, it's a title even
No, you link it on
kings
your
die in
like
vain
on the YouTube
for.
account.
Yeah, it'll ask you to sign into your card account. Head to the CEO stream and it says connect like for viewership rewards
Time
at
gives
the
us all
bottom by
one
where the likes and
simple
stuff
choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
You think he's done now? You think he's gonna stop here? You think you can stop him, Breezy?
I'm not a robot. Sign in.
Sounds like you
Remembered
are too lazy to
less
just
than
look,
legendary.
you know?
I didn't know there was a button there that said reward.
Accuracy, though, they line up! They line up for accuracy and he wins it! Are you kidding? Accuracy!
That's such a fire clip. I hate, no, the person who edited it, I'm complimenting the editing, like, that, like, I'd flex
Ladies
that
and gentlemen,
editing.
welcome back. And to those of you in O'Donovan's
Huh?
Irish pub in
Do I get a
Minneapolis,
notification on YouTube if I get some?
it's getting stressful in there. No doubt, a couple of shaky hands.
No.
Let me clean those floors after what was
Honestly, I don't know, because I never got
Exciting
anything.
Indeed. We have another though. We have a checkmate hardpoint now chance coming up, and those boys, it's all smiles for the
I'm
comeback
for sure
kings.
getting it now. I'm
And they
sitting
go
here
all the way.
watching.
Well, I mean, one of the things we talked about,
I'm
right, was just
definitely
staying
getting my
his
stuff.
performance in hardpoint, because hardpoint has been a struggle, at least until
I'm
this
3 hours
series
in.
for Minnesota
Yeah, I'm
throughout the
about-
tournament.
I'm
but
about
Checkmate
hours on the street
is very
daily.
much a map that they are going to be happy to play on. 5-3 record throughout stage 5, which maybe doesn't sound like the best, but then you look at New York, 1-4 throughout stage 5, so that is a clear-cut indication as why Minnesota picked it. And we can only talk about Standy enough, right? It's not just the fact that he is the X factor in the hardpoint. It is not just the fact that he dominated game number 1. Even some of those gunfights he was having towards the tail end in that final round, like that 1v1 against Mac, I mean, basically seals the deal, on top of the fact that he is that guy with the artillery. If we have learned anything from Toronto Ultra this year, meditation pays off, and that looks like Hydra has found himself in a trance, but they wake him back up, calm the nerves, and get ready to go. New York staring down the barrel of elimination. They need the next two.
Seriously, if you're making memes right now, I don't know there's a lot of you out there doing it, just rewind a little bit, watch Hydra's face, watch Clay's face, they do the same thing, and Hydra like looks to the side to make sure that Clay's still doing it, and when he sees he's still doing it, he goes back and does it. It's adorable. I'm telling you right now, YouTube fans, get on that. We'll see you on Reddit. Here we go, map 4.
Adorable in person, a vicious killer in game. Hydra, the man that needs to turn up right. If it's Standy on one side, it's got to be Hydra or a Seam. I don't even care. Either one of these guys can pop off, and well, that is what New York is going to be looking for. They start on the good side here on Checkmate Hardpoint as the contest comes through. The nade's always in effect for the opening. You make good use of it, and right there, Minnesota again just clearing house and securing this P1 time. This is great time to get when you're starting on the bad side. This is the start they needed.
That contest, it feels like it's going on forever. I mean, this gunfight feels like it's going on forever. I mean, what a protracted engagement it is from both these teams. Finally comes to an end. Rocker back in control of the hard point. But for how long? Because here comes a Seam. Looking to slow this one down again, and he is feeling aggressive. Forward he goes, attach. The wall bangs are there, the nades are through, the teamwork flowing for Rocker now. 3 of them on the hard point, and 26 seconds and climbing. It's a nice opener here from Rocker.
A nice angle right there from Priest to right. Hydra trying to hold out with the 74U. He gets shredded, and now for New York, you are starting to spawn out. Hydra knows it's going to be the parallels, but Mac has all the pressure in the world on him. He gets taken down. Clayster, the last man standing, needs to be the hero. 2 more players he has to deal with, but he gets hunted down. Minnesota, fantastic P1, and Major Maniac with the force spree to get the break to the new hill. You talk about a team that has turned their hardpoint gameplay around. This has been an electric start
No time like the present here in the elimination bracket again. This is a must-win for the New York Subliners to force the game 5. And speaking of 5, Major Maniac's on one right now, 5-1. They're going to find number 6. Attached Stanley picking up the kills. There's not a chance in hell he's going to find anything else there. It is all clean on that side of the map now as Rocker continue to pick up the time.
Oh, New York, they can just find nothing. You are just pushed so far down back of the map. Attached, I mean, he's got all the time in the world to work with. And, well, Stanley might get caught, but still 10 seconds to go. Major Maniac still looking for these score streaks, by the way. It is the 5 screen. He plays Clayster to get the 6. It looks like he's already secured the artillery with all the time that he has collected. I mean, 50 seconds in the hill, and that is good enough for the Game 4 win. Some sort of issue right there, but just craziness.
No way, bro. What are they going to say happened, bro?
I mean, just what the hell was going on in the background, but I mean, Minnesota apparently just carrying that momentum.
There's no way.
Into this new game. I mean, it was just from the jump, from the get-go. Nade, coordination, everything on point.
Who ended the game? What was the reason?
Walking through the front, but just one of those times, man. I think, am I crazy, or is it from like the very first match?
It's not. Is it him? I don't think. They're talking to Rocker.
It was on Checkmate Hardpoint. They had like some weird reset thing.
Yeah, this time it's Hydra because Hydra's had all the resets recently, but we are having a slight game issue. His game has dropped out here. We will get back into that one ASAP. Unfortunately, that was, what, 70-1, so that was a difficult scoreline to lose there. Again, Rocker coming out very explosive in map number 4 so far.
Stanley said,
well, you shouldn't be too far away from getting straight back into this one, but again, I feel like that is an icy situation, a nervous moment now of tension between both teams. As you do get that game back up and running, that adrenaline spike kind of drops off. These guys have got to get right back into the game quick.
And someone absolutely needs
to
check me on this. I'm trying to do this off memory. It's not that great.
What the?
Anytime we have a moment like this, like throughout Call of Duty history, one team has like a clear-cut advantage in the map when it's get reset.
So
almost always they end up losing it. I think it might have been Genji.
His game really just cut off.
Ops 4, where Mox had a controller issue.
What if he just hit his switch under his desk or something to make it cut off?
So it is rare that a team can bounce back and have that like sort of exact same lead that they built up, but that just means Minnesota maybe one more challenge in front of them. Also, I could be completely wrong.
Could be. I mean, there's a Gamepedia, some person out there, someone that's like, no, he's absolutely spot on. That's fantastic. You saw the quick scope there by Scuff. This is the hardpoint KD rank so far. And again, Hydra way up there. Standy has definitely changed it after this matchup. Like, we'll see. We'll see what they look like after today's performance because it's been great. I believe we may be ready to get back into this one. But again, I feel like the tension is there, man. I mean, Paco has gone from a smiley, happy-looking man to somewhat more tense, there has to be said. There is an air of anxiety on that side of the stage right now. Again, it is elimination moment for this squad. They have to win Checkmate Hardpoint. They have to force that game 5. Last chance now to part some words, and you can see Asim and Clay nodding furiously at one another, trying to make sure this works out. And again, for Rocket, just sitting there now waiting, trying to keep yourselves locked in and focused. It's not an easy thing to just get yourself straight back into it like that. I mean, it really isn't. Getting brought out of a game like this can be a very jarring thing for some players, but again, they're all professionals. We'll see how they fare. A chance what a series this has been so far. Game is ready now, friends, so we may be back on camera. We're going to be right back in the game ASAP. What do you think so far?
Have happened.
I mean, obviously, Rocket one map away from shutting it down. They certainly have the hot hand, but I'm just thinking about like the challenges that New York have had to face throughout the entire year. You got a retirement from Zuma, or at least the injury that is causing problems, mixes up that roster. You have the fact that really from the jump, they didn't even, like, Asim was not their first choice, and that was a blessing in disguise because of how just goddamn good this guy has been. And even for the side of Paco, right? The number of challenges he's got to face, travel halfway across the world, basically learn a new language. Frankly, at this point, his English is as good as mine is. We've been putting in some work, but the greatest challenge of them all, trying to make the comeback when you are facing elimination, the end of your year. New York, they have dealt with adversity so many times throughout this year. Roster, mix and match consistently. Here they find themselves fighting to try to get top 4 and to survive just another day. See if they can go on a tear through this loser's bracket, but going to be starting fresh for this one, right? Just the hard reset, obviously. Very similar situation from what we had last time. New York starting from the preferred side, but Minnesota, I mean, they took them to task last time we saw them.
Fresh start, 0-0. No score will carry across. I mean, unfortunate for Rocket, but we'll see if they can repeat the success they had in that first run. Back at it we go, though. Map 4, still elimination matchup now for New York Subliners. A must win.
Standing and Cone out on point still, keeping that contest up. Asim doing the job right now for NYSL, but his days are numbered. 3 straight kills now go the way of Rocker. Hard point back in their hands. Clay, he's going to be the one trying to deal that damage.
Oh, it's deja vu all over again. They can't quite flip the spawn. Standy does get caught, but you get the timing. They're actually starting to spawn flip him. So New York, it is a foot race as well as the fact that they are losing this time. So similar situation. Now I guess they're just waiting for what? Major Maniac to try and get some score streaks.
Well, we'll see. 3 over attach. He might be the one to get it done. Right-hand side of the map, P2, all New York subliners. They are in control over there. So that 30-second plus lead that Rocker have got may well dissipate very quickly.
Might be worse this time.
Standy trying to make the entry kills. Priest is on the flank, and the damage is already being done. The first kill starting to come through. It's Mac on the point. How much more can he get? Standy kills him. Priest is going to be round in the back, just making sure he takes care of the last players there. And Chance. Rocker have just smashed the front door down.
Oh my!
I think the flank is going to be the play because Priest is getting behind enemy lines, but his teammates just clean
I know,
the
this
house
man did a
before he even gets
360.
there. And again,
He about to team kill him. I
deja
wouldn't.
vu. Shout out New York, I guess, wanted to set up the exact same situation, maybe minus the streaks, but hey.
That's how you feeling, Standy? 7-1?
Game number 1,
Talk to him, Papa.
Game number 4, and he's on a 5.
Talk to
him. Hey, you can already see that artillery. He's going to get
Talk to him.
7 to his name, streak secured in a massive lead.
Yeah, they're gonna be watching him right here though. He needs to be ADS for this next kill.
Never left.
They're not gonna push for 6 seconds
already.
Oh, they're within. Nah, see, he's throwing nades. He was thinking about it.
But it hasn't
Asim is pushing.
whatsoever.
Oh yes!
8 now for Standy. Full streaks.
Full streaks. Good.
9.
Oh my
Standy. I mean, I'm thinking
they
about
have
that rookie of the year
families.
conversation, right? It's like him versus Insight. Well, we saw what happened in the grand finals. Now he's looking for revenge. It is a 10 spree right now. Winner of this plays Toronto tomorrow. You know. That is something Standy
doing the
at least has in the
dance
back
on
of his
these
mind, but
boys'
that's out of game.
faces.
In game, the man is just about his business. Trying
He's
to
letting it hang and still got streaks.
Go towards the hill, where New York can constantly just one of those things. They have the response. They know how to play this to a T. And of all hills, this is where they're starting to work on the comeback checkmate. We know how this map can be.
Scary map. Possible to make the comeback, and for the New York subliners down quite a bit now, they have to make this happen. This could be the last time we hear from them here in the 2021 season. The Death Comms potentially. Now let's go for a quick listen in with the New York subliners.
I'm here, Paco. I'm here, Paco.
Top A wing. He went under wing to A search.
I got B wing.
Or one more A search.
Got him.
Nice.
Hold time. I'm playing on the right.
I'm blocking.
Flashing open.
Come on, Standy.
Yeah, you got a hard block and don't die.
Okay.
I can't help you, Paco.
One more stairs.
Heard you, Standy, one shot. He's capped too, guys.
Come here.
Standy's one shot on the right. Close on me, Dylan, I'm gonna die. I'm one shot, I'm running. I got naded, yo.
One to right, right
wing. He's top A wing, top A wing. Top A wing.
Careful.
No.
Alright, one A search, one top lane.
Where's Major? Major was all right.
One more
I'm looking A long, I'm pushing A long.
Oh, he's under A wing.
One shot A long, one shot our wall bank box. One shot,
I'm looking
there's 3 doors, you gotta hold
low wing, Major. I'm looking low wing.
You went right. No, I'm going radio.
He's on our P5 box. Yo, one shot P5 box. That's one kid new. Okay, I saw one kid new. They're gonna hit through ult. They're gonna hit through ult. I spawned out ult, guys. I spawned out ult. I'm gonna try to push through ult.
One shot, quick, close words.
They're hitting through They're hitting around the back. One more ult attach.
Top ladder.
They're running on the back. Good win.
There's only one on you, Mac.
Yeah, no. They're still spawning dark, guys.
Looking for one dark to one on you.
We go back.
One more in the back. Dark more in the back.
I got the guy tail. One more front.
I got
under tower. Nice 2. One more back dark. They're all getting tower spawns. All of them tower spawns.
Pushing a P5.
Yep.
Radio. We should.
I got a trophy out on your P5. I'm looking your wood.
I got him radio. One top tower. Top tower.
I'm looking in your wood.
Yeah, I'm pitching.
Get in time over the walls. Get in time.
I got him.
It's right on me. What step?
Push this kid. There's 2 steps. 2 steps. Attach and someone else steps.
One radio. Standy radio.
Attach major steps. I'm gonna go top.
To the back on me.
Radio. One shot. Dead.
One shot.
Top viewing. Paco, you gotta kill this kid for me.
Attaches one shot radio. Attaches one shot radio.
One ladder. Ladder press is dead. I got you.
Don't push me radio.
I'm looking at radio cross, Paco. Paco, good win.
Wood stairs.
Smoked. Got him. They're all backwoods.
I'm blocking RP1. I'm blocking
backwoods one. I'm looking in your radio. Yo, I gotta back up. They're nading the fuck out of me. They're hitting right side. They're hitting right side.
Hitting middle wall.
Yo, I'm in new. Looking my ladder. Clay, come up here.
One shot at their back wall.
Oh my god.
He's low. Wood.
Clay, you have a trophy?
No, I don't.
Yo,
Okay,
careful right.
Dead.
Nice. Clay, good job.
Careful
Yo,
P2.
if you want to hit right, you can.
They are locked, Lurk.
Stay.
These comms just turned into the greatest comms I've ever heard.
I'm dying. Maybe one tap you. On me, look. He ran back to right crate. They're gonna be on him in hill, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna flick the A-wing. I'm gonna hold A-wing. Nice, under A-wing. Charlie, I'm dead, Paco. He's gonna hold A-wing. 3. I know, right? Let's get A-control.
And what do you know? Just like that, the lead goes into the hands of the subliners. What a chain it has been, Chance.
That was the most productive listening I've ever heard. They did everything.
The comeback is in, but as it stands, right, the final 15 seconds, the scrap time goes the other way. Close to a tied game that we have, but we have seen it quite a few times at this point where New York, they have that rotation in P2 and they get broken down. They need someone to step up and find these kills, or Minnesota are just going to start to run them over once again. New York, this is where champions can be made. This is where they need to fix those mistakes.
Stanley with a streaks though. An early investment, Clay.
See you, buddy.
We're going to take this one all the way to the backside. Mac will stay alive. It doesn't kill the players in the point, but it may give them an opening now to get on top of it. Standy trying to get his way forward. Still, artillery in hand. Attach now on the outside of the point. Here comes the slide. Attach finds one. The trades are there. Now Mac, on a push for streaks of his own, stays alive, even with Rocker on the point. But look, Subliner still close right-hand side. They're able to get to the fight quick.
They just get bullied out on P2 time and time again. The crew is obviously helping this time, but you want the streaks. If there's anything you could do to make this comeback, the streaks you want, but you cannot get. And of course, it is Standy that shuts him down. The P2, the ever-present problem, but even still, it is what, effectively a tied game we have on checkmate. And hey, if the first half of the Hills for New York have not been going well, the second half certainly have. So Minnesota, the pressure is on them. You got a couple parallels coming through right now. Hydra very far pushed out. They're looking for the left
it's so
side,
close.
You got to keep in mind.
Come on, Standy.
The score streak.
We need some time, boy.
The artillery in his back pocket.
We need some time. Come on. There we go. It's moving again.
They're still keeping the kills going. Looking to find number 3. Major Maniac is there, standing with the coverage. Kills come through.
Nobody's on the
picking up where Hydra left off, making their way forward.
Stuck. Let's go,
God, that
Kobe.
came from out of nowhere. Attached from the other side of the map. Hardpoint still in the hands of the New York subliners. The contest is there, and Major Maniac kicks the door down.
Well, you got New York right. They had a couple times where they were still spawning on the left side, and well, they're still over there. Clayster picks up a big 2 in the hill. He does get taken down, but there is not a ton of time left at either team.
Back on the point.
Going to be able to collect a great deal of. But right now, Hydra, you see actually the play. There's pressure on Minnesota. They're thinking about that push, thinking about the push, or do they just want to play for the kills? They're waiting for those
Look
kills
at this. Is crazy. Oh, don't make too much noise.
11-point game.
Couple of snakes.
This is this play is gonna, I feel like, be like a big decider.
Can he get
whoever comes out on top of this right now?
Silence has fallen across checkmate. As the tension now, as Minnesota Rocket take the lead back. 2 players now still holding this one down. Hydra up over the top rope, finds one. Hard point now in the hands of NYSL. Kill comes through. Hydra can't get it all done himself. Plays there to pick it up, as is Mac.
And what kind of patient play is that, Hydra? The veteran decision waits forever to take those gunfight in times it perfectly with the team. The coordination from New York on point, and this is where they can start to spiral things out of control. It is a 15-point game, as close as it can be, but we saw what happened on P5 the last go-around. It was New York with the effective full 60, and well, they got the spawns for it this time. Potentially, they could end the game on new, but it would take a ton. But that score, oh my God. Back against the wall, elimination game we have, fighting for top 4 and to go further in chance.
Now, right now.
This is as close as it could be, but New York, this is the setup.
Yeah, Mac is locking up time right now.
Keeping the back line open. Major
there we go, nice. We need to get them off this point.
They're going to push him back.
Come on, there we go.
Anything Standy. Going to make things more difficult in the front.
Gotta get Mac, gotta get Mac.
Cleaned up.
Oh, he got it, but it seems still there. It seems still there.
Teamwork again prevailing. Subliners now to 11 and climbing.
Come on, go.
Looking to force
we gotta get some cover. Finally.
He's off Priest in the hard point alone.
Oh, what?
Cuts him down. Major Maniac though looking to make it happen.
Literally, bro.
Spawns now on the left-hand side, keeping them close for Rocker. But Chance, this is back and forth. This is still anyone's game.
Hey, they just got him out of the hill. It's actually
they just cleared it.
They from God knows where, but he takes him down. That could have been a situation where New York, I mean, they could have been 10 points away from the game ender, but
please, Standy, please know
your call and response to back and forth is there, and they are
Standy! Go big, Standy!
Massive kills. and they're going to have
this
that
is
early
huge
rotation
time.
of
Last
P1. Clayster, the only one.
Oh my God, is Danny
going
gonna
to
win?
stay alive? And hey, maybe New York's finding the kills in this situation.
we go.
The battle inside the hill, Rocker are there first.
So
It could
big,
come
this
down
is
to
so
this
big.
one more battle on the plane. And
Oh
that
my
could
God.
decide who
Look up,
goes.
look up.
Is
You're
it a
real.
game
Oh my
fight, or do we say
God.
goodbye to the subliners? Priester holding the lane down. Tatch, he's
No.
going to find a few. Mac from the back line now, desperately trying to make the entrance into that hard point. Trophies down. You can see Rocker lined up for the push. Here we go.
Nah, they got
Goes in
it's
first,
3v3
finds
right now, I
Rexy.
think.
Tip of the spear, finds a few more.
Oh, let's go.
Damage down. Hydra on the flank.
No flank.
How many can he get? He needs to get in there faster. There's 30
Who's
seconds
screaming?
remaining on
This
the
other
clock.
crowd?
Hunter
Oh
can
my
still
God.
win the game here, Chance. Hydra, quick contest. Where's the kill? The Phenom finds one, but Rocker is still on the point. It is now 10 seconds for the win. And oh my word, Major Maniac is going to get it done. Where are New York subliners? Where are they? They couldn't find the kills.
Let's go.
It is done.
Turn me up.
Wait.
Oh no.
Now it's over.
Okay, there we go.
Rocker survived.
Turn me up, Rocker.
The comeback kings keep the dream going.
2 times, baby. 2 times, baby.
Talk to him.
Talk to him, baby.
In some of those kills, Minnesota Rocker were
Look
able
at Clay
to
putting
run
on his
towards the
mask
tail
before
end
he
of that
walks over
game. I mean,
there.
we're on P5. Attaches what? Somewhere in the middle of the map, picking up 2 pieces, getting these players outside the
Standy,
hill.
how you
You're
feeling,
sitting
baby?
Again, lighting the kill feed up. I mean, he opens it, going on a 10 spree. I mean, hell, credit where credit is due.
Wow,
New York
wow.
fought back in that game.
Oh, also,
Towards
your
the
prediction
end,
was
we know
right.
how that Minnesota ice works, man. They are
Lurk
always
called
in the
3-1.
game, ready to battle.
Yeah.
They fought back just enough towards
I was
the
really
end.
expecting New York to win
To
Garrison
get the
good
win
goal,
in a
but
3-1
That's
fashion, and well, for New York on the other side, that is the map that ends their year.
And it is commiseration for the New York subliners. The year ends there. And what a run it was. From difficulties finding the right mix of players to tragedy with Zuma retiring. It's been non-stop difficulties for that squad, but they truly persevered, and at times we were all believers. But that is it. We will see them on Vanguard next year, whatever sort of iteration they have. But for Rocker, Cold War continues for them. 3-1 in the end.
And I think one of the most, well, okay, Standy is the most impressive thing. Good God, 6K damage just about to his name. I mean, again, he is the guy that turns the hard points around, and Major Maniac 30 kills right there with him. But for me, this is like a revenge, right, Standy? That Rookie of the Year battle. He's got insight in his sights. Once again tomorrow, they got to play against Toronto again. It is that old Stage 5 Grand Finals rematch. How good is tomorrow going to be?
With the final Battle of the North for the 2021 season tomorrow. Now, the stage is set for that one. And for Rocker, man, it was just kill after kill. And these final moments, the desperation. The push from Hydra, I mean, just the heart to fight through at this moment in time, desperately trying to get it done. Major Maniac, the setup was there, the 5 spree. All he has to do is tuck himself away in that corner.
Yo, Zero was good. Yo, if you guys are just tuning in, we actually dropped an interview with Standy earlier today. I mean, everything he said in that interview, it really just kind of came true, so you guys should go check that out. There is the link to that right there. Once again, make sure your guys' account is linked so you're able to get all these rewards throughout the event. Go to the CDL's YouTube channel. It's in my description. Make sure you link your Call of Duty account. And what time are we going to be live tomorrow?
Game all of a sudden ends, and it is just so frustrating. Well, they dealt with it like it was nothing. They recreated the exact same situation in Minnesota again. Just the amount of control.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet out when I'm gonna go live tomorrow once the schedule and all that comes out. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. It was a fun watch party today. Like I said, back at it again tomorrow. We're probably gonna be live over on Twitch tonight, so make sure you guys are following my Twitch. All my socials and stuff are ShawnJ Gaming, but I'll drop my link in the chat if you guys want to go follow me on all my socials. My Twitch is in there too. I appreciate you guys chilling today. Make sure you drop a like on the stream before you leave, and I will catch you guys in